Rated R, this is a warning, you better avoid poets and paranoid DJs. Rated R, this is a warning, you better avoid poets and paranoid DJs destroy. Yes, I came back. Rated R, this is a warning, you better avoid poets and paranoid DJs destroy. Yes, I came back.
Fuck three, and I swear that bitch go bang. Every time your shit come up, she cutting it up. What you think? It's only one of me, you cannot touch my brain. You just can't. I'm with all my guys, these bitches ain't in our lane. Bang. I'm a high school dropout, now I'm breaking the bank. Only hit y'all one time, my love so dang. Gang. We got sticks in this bitch when he's standing on my stank. We ain't in a double R truck, got a big ass tank. How you find yourself trying to come up off my thing? And I never do that shit to you cause it's like, yeah. Dude, just got locked up, man, free boy out of the chain. And I love that nigga that day, he'll catch me a break. Nigga bitch cheating on him, tell my bitch better not do that shit. I'ma lose my shit. My nigga got a stick, I ain't even gotta say he gon' do that shit. He gon' shoot that bitch. Big ass FM, but it's there, go through all that shit. Got a lot of shit. I've been through, but it's like 10 times, I don't do all that shit. And it's crazy how a nigga came up cause I called it. Big lock on my side, take precautions. Filling my cup up with mud cause I'm ballin'. It's so crazy how I made it, I caught it. Remember when I couldn't get up in college? I'ma still hear this hot meaning much got mine. Pray to my cup every night, I'm so righteous. Running from demons, I'm so tired of fighting. She must be out for something cause she wildin'. If my brother needed it, he know he got it. On the hood by speed and running about it. Got the G43 and I swear that bitch go bang. Every time your shit come up, she cutting it off. What you think? It's only one of me, you cannot touch my brain. You just can't. I'm with all my guys, these bitches ain't been.
Man, no, man. It's your boy Mookie Jones for Rated R Sports Debates, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls across the world. Right? I was like, you know what? Let me do an afternoon stream. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done an afternoon stream in a long, long time. So let me go produce one of these episodes in the afternoon. Usually I'll be going live around, after every big game. Like it could be the Celtics, it could be, the Lakers, the Clippers. I usually go live around nighttime after every big game. So I got to go live in the afternoon and give praise to the Los Angeles Clippers, ladies and gentlemen, right? This team right now is the hottest team in basketball right now, bro. And the only thing, and it's understandably so, right? The only reason why people are not giving us that full credit, which I'm happy that they're not doing that, is because this team has to show in the postseason. And the one thing that scares everybody about the Clippers, or one thing that people are worried about for the Los Angeles Clippers, are their health. But damn sure, nigga, when we assess what they're able to do on the court, bro, I'm liking what I'm seeing, bro. I was so geeked up what I saw for the New Orleans Pelicans. But we all know, the guy right now that is changing things for the Clippers right now is James Harden, right? James Harden playmaking, his advantage creation, his passing, his ability to score, right? His ability to track multiple defenders, his vision, his ability to get in the in transition, him being a great interior and exterior passer, one of the best shot makers we've seen in NBA history, to put on a team where he doesn't need to score 30. He doesn't need to be a second option. He doesn't need to be a first option. You're put on a team where you have two elite scorer in Kawhi, and you have a great scorer in Paul George as well, right? All you have to do is dish out assists, dimes, playmaking, passing. Feed your playmakers, feed your creators, because the Clippers have 2-3 elite shot creators on that team. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, this motherfucker is allowing Ivica Zubac, who's never been a good offensive player. Ivica Zubac, which the Clippers always in the 2-1-3 era with Kawhi and Paul George struggle to feed at times, right? He is making Zubac one of the best pick and roll big men in the league and making Zubac a consistent offensive threat for the team. Oh my God. Bro. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down right quick. I'm gonna calm down. Zubac is rolling good to the basket. James Harden has set him up out of every pick and roll situation. If they come up and play up, James Harden making an outlet pass to Terrence Mann. He making an outlet pass to PG as well. He dishing it to Zubac. Zubac is averaging his career high in points and in efficiency, bro. Zubac is averaging his career high in points and in efficiency as well. All stems because of the playmaking of James Harden. Like, you got to understand, and I think James Harden, he sat there and said this, like, this is probably the most fun team that he has been a part of, bro, because it's not asked for him to do too much, bro. Like when he was in Houston, when he was in with the 76ers, bro, they somewhat needed him, especially in the 76ers, they somewhat needed him to be a second option, the scorer, right? They needed him to be the secondary creator and the scorer and get you a consistent 20 to 25 points. Houston, he had to be the first option. He had to do the advantage creation. He had to be the reliable scorer, right? Now you have other guys that's on the team that can do that as well, right? So it's different. It's very, very different. In Brooklyn, the thing about Brooklyn, they were good to start off with James Harden, with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. But the thing about that is that those guys barely played together. I believe that they played together 15, 16 games in the 2 seasons that James Harden been with the Brooklyn Nets, right? Well, guess how many games he surpassed that in a couple of months with the Clippers. So he's playing more games with PG and Kawhi. He's getting more acclimated. He's getting more chemistry as well, right? And you could tell the chemistry is just clicking, bro. It's just clicking, bro. Like people sitting there saying, okay, like they got to see James Harden in the postseason, which is fair. But me actually watching James Harden every single day and watching him and analyzing him and just, because I watched him before, but I didn't watch him every game of his career. I didn't watch every game. I didn't watch James Harden every single game. This year, since he's on my team on the Clippers, I watch him every game, bro. His playmaking, passing, advantage creation, and his ability to get to the rim, which forced defenders to come up and collapse, and his ability to make exterior passes and interior passes as well. Like this man, James Harden, is really, really good, bro. Great at finding cutters. He's one of the best pick and roll ball handlers in the NBA. Nobody cannot stop the step back signature move. He's getting one-on-one situations. They come over and help. You, and this is why it works so perfect because both PG and Kawhi are elite off-ball players. PG is great running off the pin down screens. Kawhi is really elite off-ball player. And Kawhi's gravity off ball is like giving Zubac extra open opportunities because say when they run that curl set, say when they run that pin down screen for Kawhi and teams come up and double Kawhi, well, that gives you an open look to Zubac. So now Kawhi's with his gravity off ball, right, is dishing it to Ivica Zubac under the rim as well. When they run inverted pick and rolls, right? And they use somebody as a screener for Kawhi, or Kawhi sets the screen and then he runs off a pin down screen as well. They coming up and loading up on Kawhi is getting extra look opportunities for the Clippers. So if somebody come up and double James Harden pick and roll, and then James Harden dish it out to Zubac on the short roll, and then you got Russell Westbrook, who teams are sagging off, and he's near the baseline as well, and Russell Westbrook is cutting to the basket, then that just gives you open opportunities as well, man. Man. But let me show y'all some clips of what happened, man. We're gonna break this down. This right here is just crazy, man. This was a playmaking massacre. James Harden didn't shoot the ball well, but we don't care if he shoots the ball well. See, James Harden can not shoot the ball well, but have so much impact on the team. If you don't shoot the ball well, you got PG, great shot creator. Kawhi, elite shot creator. Norman Powell, great shot creator. You know, you got shot creators on the team. The one thing that if I was nitpicking, I would say the Clippers need another forward. I think they need a real forward. It's something that teams can't exploit, but I think that going against the bigger teams in the West, they can do that. Exploit how small we at the 4 position. So I would love the Clippers to get a 4, that is 6'10", that can space the floor out, that can shoot. Where you can run a smaller lineup where it gives you the versatility on the defensive side of the ball. Because when the Clippers run that small lineup, like I said, this is a really when they take Zubac off the court, you know what I'm saying? They put Daniel Tyson, then they put Kawhi, PG, Terrence Mann, Harden, or they replace Terrence Mann with Norman Powell. So we're gonna watch these plays right quick. Just give you an overall breakdown of what this Clippers team can be, bruh. All right, so watch this right quick. It's on mute. James Harden sets a pick and roll. Dish it out to Zubac. That's a great feed, great pass, right on the money, so Zubac can go and get it. The advantage creation is already been created because James Harden dished Zubac, give him a high quality shot where he can score. Zubac backs down, spin around, and score. This is just easy. This is how they get into their move sets. They slow the game down. James Harden blows past Brandon Ingram, lob pass to Zubac. Brandon Ingram, like on-ball defense is really not good. James Harden blow pass by him. That means Valanciunas have to come up and step up. Gives you that easy, wide open look for the live pass as well. Just great pass for James Harden. This is what sparked the run in that quarter. James Harden, this is in transition. See the transition aspect. James Harden back behind. I'm gonna go back. James Harden back behind pass to PG. Teams had to come up and load up because the threat of a score PG is. James Harden, Alvarado has to pick. I'm gonna close out on Harden and Harden pass to Norman Powell for high quality shot, or as I'm gonna defend 2 and pick who should I pick. And he put him in a bad predicament, bro. The spacing on this team is crazy, especially when you put in Norman Powell on this team. You put PG, Harden, and Norman Powell, then alongside with Zubac, low post interior. You got Kawhi in the left and in the right corner as well. It's like it's hard to defend this shit. And you give him an extra quality look. This is just fucking crazy, man. This is just insane right here, bro. This is just insane, bro. He said if the Clippers had Harden in 2020, they would have won the finals. Absolutely. Brent, are you serious, bro? Nigga, imagine if we had fucking goddamn James Harden, nigga, on the 2020 Clippers. Because you got to think about it, bro. Kawhi had so much load in 2020, bro, where he had to be the guy to facilitate, to create advantages, to score, to defend, to be the clutch, reliable player. Lou Williams is not no great playmaker. I mean, who the fuck was the Clippers point guards, nigga? Like, what the fuck? Patrick Beverley ain't no good playmaker, no good advantage creator. Like, nigga, like, damn, just think about that shit. That's crazy. If they would have had James Harden in 2020, that'd have been a championship. So look, isolation situation, guarded by Larry Nance. James Harden is so quick, he's so explosive. And him getting his like legs under him and him like be able to beat defenders off the dribble is now putting like the force of the defense to come up and collapse, right? You got Daniel Tice near the dunker spot, near the baseline as well. Norman Powell there. I think Norman Powell should have been far more right? Because I don't like how Daniel Tice and Norman Powell like near together. But look, he just beat Larry Nance Jr. off a dribble, and he just gets to the rim. This is easy shit. Look at feed to Paul George on Alvarado, and then he just score off him. Clash. Look at this shit. James Harden, high pick and roll. James Harden, high pick and roll. You got Daniel Tice rolling towards the basket. So Zion Williamson is guarding Terrence Mann. He's supposed to he's being the backline help. He's roaming off of Terrence Mann. So see, right now, I don't like this spacing between Terrence Mann and Norman Powell. Norman Powell has to be more far right on the wing as well. Terrence Mann is in quarters, like both of those guys in the corner. That's something that they got to correct, bro, when we're looking at film as well, because especially like when they're like getting in these situations where they run high pick and roll as well, right? That's something that they got to fix. But it just leads to an open quality look. You got Daniel Tice, you got James Harden running off a pin down, you got Daniel Tice running towards the rim, right? And then Brandon Ingram is stuck in either giving up that role to Daniel Tice or defending Paul George, and Brandon Ingram just getting picked apart defensively. But yeah, I don't like this spacing issue. I mean, they got to fix that. But Harden makes a beautiful pass to Paul George, left him wide open, and that was just fucking 3 to the fucking dome. God damn. Damn. So James Harden got Zion Williamson on him. They come up and double. See, this is the gravity right here. See, when you got defenders that has to come over and you have like this is the thing, bro. If you got defenders have to come over, right? And they're like attached to your airspace as well, right? This right here is just crazy. Look at this shit. Look at the gravity of James fucking Harden. Zion Williamson over. Brandon Ingram has to come over help, right? Brandon Ingram leaves Paul George wide open. This is bad defense. Looking back at this film, Brandon Ingram is a trash defender, bro. God damn. He is getting picked apart defensively. Look at that. Come over help. Leaves Paul George wide open, who is shooting almost damn near close to 40% from the three-point line. And look at this. This is just 3 to the dome. James Harden in transition again. This right here. James Harden just, damn, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This motherfucker is nice. James Harden in transition again. Right? Driving to the rim. He's penetrating towards the basket. Larry Nance had to come over and help as well. If he doesn't, that'd have been an easy layup for James Harden. Leaves Terrence Mann wide open. And yes, the percentages says leaves Terrence Mann open because he's shooting like 20% from the three-point line. But Terrence Mann had it going today, bro. He was shooting great from the three-point line. And this is another advantage that James Harden created. Look at that. Lob pass to or skip pass to Paul George as well, especially when the defender. Well, James Harden had 2 opportunities. He made it difficult himself. He had to pass to Zubac right there because you got Valanciunas who's coming up and help, leaves Zubac wide open under the paint. Herb Jones is stuck in either to be in the back line or defending Paul George in the corner. So you got James Harden making a skip pass to Paul George, wide open for a 3. Bam. Another pass too as well. James Harden high pick and roll. He passed it to Ivica Zubac and another dish pass as well, bro. This right here, what we seen was just a masterclass for James Harden, bro. Masterclass for James Harden. And I gotta give credit to Tyronn Lue, bro. As much as I crucified Tyronn Lue, he outcoached the fuck out of the Pelican coach at Willie Green. He outcoached the hell out of him, bro. He outcoached Frank Vogel the other day. He's been out. Tyronn Lue has been putting up a great coaching masterclass, bro. He absolutely has, bro. And I have to give credit to him because he's been really, really great with the schemes. He has been finding the identity of the offense as well. His rotations have been solid. Schematically, bro, he's one of the reasons why the Clippers have been a really, really good defensive unit this year. He is now making Zubac's job more easier because teams are exposing Zubac to drop coverage. So what Tyronn Lue's doing is every time when they try to attack Zubac on the pick and roll, he's sending an extra man, blitzing them, and then they pre-rotating as well, getting steals and then rotating properly and then forcing them to ill-advised shots as well. And that's what we did to Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram literally got blitzed and got doubled. Zubac was just rotating properly. That shows you more of his versatility. I like what I've seen for the Clippers, bro. I really do. This team has to be healthy, bro. This team has to be healthy, bro. Like, this team has to be healthy, bro. He said, watch Willie Green's interview. What Willie Green said, Russ the Builder? What he said? He said Tyronn Lue hasn't done shit. Harden has fixed the offense. First of all, Brandon, shut up. You don't know nothing. Tyronn Lue literally has schematically, bro. He has literally changed the Clippers' defense. He's literally helping Zubac not get exploited on defense. He's literally trapping the ball handlers. His rotation has actually been solid as well. Not only that, Tyronn Lue is actually calling plays where he's getting Kawhi involved. He's getting other guys involved. He's allowing James Harden to be the primary playmaker and advantage creator and passer as well. So what are you talking about? You don't watch Clippers games, bro. I agree. The Clippers do need a downhill player. He said Luke can't coach where shit. The Clippers have 3 top 20 players. No, they don't. They don't have no 3 top 20 players. Kawhi's not top 20. Paul George's not top 20. Maybe James Harden's top 20. Stop it. But yeah, man, man, shout out to the Clippers, man. This has been health is the only reason that's holding this team back. Health is only reason that's holding this team back, bro. Health is no, he's not, Brandon. You can't give me no reason why he's top 10. You can't give me no reason why he's top 10. You can't. I can name 10 players better, bro. What are we doing here, bro? And plus, ESPN didn't have Kawhi top 10. They had him. What are we talking about? ESPN didn't have Kawhi top 10. They had him top 30 last year. What are we doing, bro? Kawhi's top 10 because his efficiencies in his defense. Cool. But you can name players that have been more efficient and also been more reliable. But yeah, man, I'm loving what I'm seeing with the Clippers, bro. I'm loving what I'm seeing with the Clippers, man. I really, really loving what I'm seeing. I just wanted to see this in the postseason. There's going to be times in the season where we're going to go through a tough stretch. But there's a stat that I got to give you. Clippers right now, ladies and gentlemen, are like top 2 in 3-point shooting. They're top 2 in 3-point shooting, bro. They're top 2 in 3-point shooting, bro. Top 2, right? Guess who leads the NBA in points on isolation plays, bro? James motherfucking Harden. James Harden, and this is a stat on NBA.com. Points on isolation plays, NBA leaders average per play, minimum 3.0 attempts per game. James Harden leads the NBA in points on isolation plays, bro. The Clippers are a heavy isolation team, but they're a good isolation team in a good way. Because when you have great elite shot creators and PG and Kawhi that can score from all 3 levels, and they're like great off ball, which PG and Kawhi has been playing more primarily off ball, that's literally creating open looks and open advantages for their team. He said the problem the Clippers had before was George and Leonard wasn't getting to the paint downhill, open up shots for the role players. Yeah, that's true. Kawhi wasn't generate rim pressure. And this is the thing, the Clippers never had a point guard who can play, make, and pass and score and like they never had a point guard like James Harden. Never. They never. Even in the 2020, you can't name me one point guard that they had in 2020. They had fucking Reggie Jackson. He's not no playmaker. He's not no playmaker. He's just a spot up shooter and he can attack closeouts at a high level. They had Lou Williams. Lou Williams is not no playmaker, bro. The only thing Lou Williams is good at, bro, is he's a solid pick and roll passer, but he's not on vantage creator as that. So they had Kawhi on the ball more, and they had Kawhi being the playmaker, the passer, the vantage creator. Like he had Doc Rivers was more running sets for isolation sets for Kawhi, and they had a free flowing offense as well. But even when they got John Wall couldn't shoot, and he just couldn't finish around the rim. This was a really, really good pick for getting James Harden. Tatum is a downhill player. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me drop this link. I'm gonna get people in here, man. We gotta talk about the Clippers, man. I gotta have this Clipper stream, man. Smash the like button. Get these likes up, man. Get these likes up, gang. Real talk, bro. And look at this. Look at this shit. James Harden burst is back, bro. Like, that's the thing. His burst is back. Look at James Harden. Look at this. James Harden getting downhill, guarded by Desmond Bain, gets to the rim, and then boom, finish around the rim. James Harden right now, bro, is like, this nigga is crazy, bro. I just gotta see in the pool, bro. I want to, bro. I just hope nothing injuries, none of that, because give the Clippers a healthy postseason, bro. If they're not healthy in the postseason, bro, I don't know what to do. Look, I don't know what to do, bro. This shit crazy, bro. That shit crazy. Miles, man, what you have seen for the Clippers, man? What you like? What you been seeing?
They've been great. Everything you said, you're spot on. James Harden has been a difference maker. His gravity, his impact, his playmaking, his ability to get into that paint and just collapse it has been devastating for the defenses. And you said it, bro. And I hate to do this, but I got to. We got to see it in the postseason. I mean, we've seen James have monster seasons, bro, putting up monster numbers. Now, some would say, well, he hasn't played with Kawhi and PG and these guys yet. Yeah, but I mean, he's played with other great players too and still wet to bed, arguably. So I got to see it in the postseason.
But can I ask you a question, Miles?
Of course, yeah, for sure. Go ahead, bro.
Has James Harden ever been in a situation where he was the third option, where he don't need to score 20, 25 points every given night, and his role was basically primary focus on advantage creation, playmaking, passing?
He was with OKC, but that was early in his career.
Yeah, that was early in his career, but I'm saying like in his prime.
You said, well, I mean, in his prime, no, because he had another star, so he was either the first or second option. I would argue last year in Philadelphia, Tyrese and Joel, when they play together, they're the two best scorers.
Tyrese was the third option with Harden.
Yeah,
Harden led the league in assists last year. Harden was clearly ahead of Tyrese as a player.
Brandon, bro, relax, man, bro. He asked me the question, not you, man. Don't come in here hijacking.
Right, but what you're saying is wrong.
Man. Listen, there were times last year.
Tyrese was never ahead of Harden.
There were times last year where James Harden's scoring ability, he was the third option behind Tyrese.
Not in the playoff. No,
but they relied on him to be the second option, boss.
Okay, so okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So let me answer the question this way. My concerns ain't about him being no option. That's not what my concerns are. My concern is the ball is going to be in his hands on occasions, not as a scorer, but just as a facilitator and a playmaker. I need to see James Harden play winning basketball from that standpoint, playmaking, and not turn the ball over doing dumb shit in the postseason. Has nothing to do with him being the third option. I don't care about that. I'm talking about him with the ball in his hands in the fourth quarter, Mookie, making the right play, quick, decisive decisions, and playing winning basketball. That's all I'm worried about, bro. That is it, nothing else. And if he does it, bro, they'll be right back in the conference finals playing Denver, in my opinion. I mean,
okay,
they'll be right there.
I understand.
Well, they're better than Denver.
No, they're not. Well,
yeah, they are.
Better.
No, they
they are.
To me, they're not better.
Yeah, they are. Okay, because let's look at the Clippers' three best players. So the Clippers have Kawhi, Paul George, and they have Harden. Who's Denver's third best player is Michael.
That's not how you base it, bro.
The Clippers are.
Sorry,
the Clippers have to be healthy, but the Clippers are better than Denver if they're healthy.
That's not how you judge it. This man just said Harden, Kawhi, and PG. That's not how you judge who a better team is, bro. Stop it. Because guess what?
They're a better team. They're more talented. They defend better. Denver's not even an above-average defensive team. The Clippers are a top 10 defensive team. And Kawhi's proved himself in the playoffs. Kawhi's done far more in the playoffs than Murray or Jokic.
No, he fucking hasn't, bro. Joker just led the whole.
He ain't bring no championships to no Clippers.
Joker just led the whole postseason slip in every fucking category.
That's one year. That's one fucking year. Okay, Kawhi has more titles. Kawhi has more titles than Murray and Jokic combined. You know, this is more
the I saw Kawhi Leonard healthy versus Denver, bro. He got his ass kicked. Jamal Murray cooked him. So okay. So Kawhi beat LeBron in the playoffs. Kawhi beat Giannis in the playoffs. Who the fuck is Jokic beating in the playoffs? Oh, he beat Kawhi Leonard. He beat Kawhi Leonard. He beat a healthy Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi was hurt. What are you talking about?
Kawhi was not hurt.
You're talking about in the bubble? Give me a break.
Now Kawhi was
fucking bubble in 2020. That means nothing.
Hold on, Brandon. I got you. Maz, you gotta understand that the Clippers, that Clipper roster was heavily flawed, bro, in the bubble, bro. Like Who the fuck point guard did they have, bro?
Murray was the first option on that Denver team too in
2020. Not Jokic. How are you flawed, but you're up 3-1?
No, but I'm saying it just spoke to how great Kawhi Leonard was.
Yeah.
Like how the
Paul
fuck
George was having mental health issues in the bubble. The Clippers weren't very good in the bubble. This is a totally different Clipper team.
Clippers ain't never good when it comes to a championship, nigga.
The Clippers have never been healthy other than 2020.
No, they never been good.
2020 was the bubble. Paul George was having mental health issues. But Maz is sucking off Jokic.
She ain't pregnant, nigga.
Jokic just says what? Nikola Jokic has never beaten a single great team in the playoffs. Denver had one of the weakest runs in NBA history to the championship last year. They beat Miami without Hero. They beat a 39-year-old fucking LeBron. And then they beat a Phoenix team. They beat a Phoenix team where Booker and Durant had played less than 10 games together. Jokic had one of the weakest runs in NBA history last year.
Who cares? They're the champions.
But Maz, this is the thing, and I don't want to talk about the bubble. I want to understand, like, cool. you quit to slander James Harden when he has bad games in the regular season, but when he has good games in the postseason, and he's doing a great job in playmaking, creating advantages for his teammates to score. You want to sit there and move the goalposts, talking about I got to see it and got in the postseason. Like,
he damn right. We can't see the same part. He never shows up in the playoffs, nigga.
Hold on, Slick, bro. Why are we lowering the measuring stick, bro? We know that there's 4 teams, the Clippers, Denver, maybe Boston, okay, maybe 3 teams, where the standard is a championship, bro. We don't care about no goddamn regular season bullshit, bro.
Right. We don't care.
They have to win it, bro. The Clippers have to win a championship. Why are you judging James Harden right now?
Because my assessment of James Harden is not being a first and second option. He's being a third option on the team.
I already explained that.
Where he's going to take advantage of mismatches. He's going to play make. He's literally having Zubac being a consistent threat on the offensive end. Zubac's averaging his career high in points and in efficiency as well, bro. You know where that comes from? James Harden playmaking, passing.
Yeah, and Harden has spacing now. This is the first time you can't double or trap Harden aggressively. Harden never had a second superstar or star in their prime who was healthy in the playoffs when he was in Houston. Harden had to carry that team in Houston. Right. Paul was hurt against Golden State. Westbrook was not that good, and Dwight Howard was nothing special either. This is the first year that Harden is playing at a high level, and he has 2 stars and 1 superstar with him. Harden has always been good in the playoffs. He just hasn't been able to close in the playoffs. Like Maz is just promoting a narrative.
He's right. That's not true.
No. It's not true. It's not true that Harden has been bad in the playoffs. It's true that Harden has had trouble closing. Let me finish. Harden has had trouble closing in the playoffs, but Harden averaged over 30 a game in the playoffs with Houston. It's just a bullshit narrative that Harden's bad in the playoffs. He's not a closer, but he's not been bad in the playoffs. That's a bullshit narrative.
Man, Harden ain't sold us shit, nigga. I'm tired of listening about Harden ass. I'm tired of that nigga, dog. Until he get in that playoff and take up to the promised land, nigga, I don't want to hear shit about no James Harden.
Please.
Nigga.
Wait. So you name one. You name one player in NBA history who could win a title when your second option is Westbrook.
Let me correct.
Your second option is Harden's never had the team to win a title when he was in his prime. Until now, this is the first year Harden has a team that he can.
That's a lie too. That's a lie too. But name the team Harden was on that could have won a title when he was in his prime. When he won 65 games with CP3, number 1 seed in the fucking West.
Right, and Chris Paul got hurt that year. You just cooked yourself.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said, bro. That's not what you said. What you said was
Chris Paul got hurt that year.
Bro, that's not what you said. Chris Paul got hurt
that year, and they lost to a super team.
That's not what you said, motherfucker. Hold on, bro.
You're literally arguing.
What you just said was
you're arguing that Harden choked in the playoffs because he lost to a super team without his second best player. It's one of the most casual takes I've ever heard.
I see why Ghost Town don't like this fucking this motherfucker.
Yeah, because I'm cooking you. I'm cooking you.
Hey, Mookie. What he just said was this. He said James Harden's never had a team good enough to win. Well, they were up 3-2. They were up 15 points in Game 7. For the record. No. Hold on, bro. I'm not done yet, nigga. I'm not done yet.
He lost to a fucking super team with
and you lied, nigga.
This guy's a casual.
Let him go, Brandon.
And you lied, motherfucker. And you lie, motherfucker. James Harden don't average no damn near 30 points for the Rockets in the postseason. You're a liar, nigga. You've been caught lying on multiple streams, nigga. James Harden does not average 30 points on the fucking Rockets playoff teams, nigga. You're lying, bro. And for the record, that Rockets team won 65 games. James Harden and Chris Paul were fucking 2 games from fucking winning the series. Chris Paul did get hurt, but the Rockets, I'm a Rockets fan, motherfucker. I be at the games. They were up 15 points in game 7 in they fucking building. What the fuck is Brandon talking about, bro? He's a casual. He's an idiot.
Okay, I'm going to completely barbecue this motherfucker. Okay, so first of all,
he gave him curse right. Look at him.
No, closer. You're one of the most casual. You're one of the most casual motherfuckers on the channel. And I'm going to completely barbecue you now. Okay, so here, first of all, here are Harden's. Let me go. Here are Harden's playoff stats with Houston. Okay, what I said is Harden's averaged 30 points a game in the playoffs with Houston most of the time he's been there. Here are Harden's playoff stats. No. Here are Harden's playoff stats with Houston: 28 points a game, 7 assists, 5 rebounds.
Nigga.
Those are elite numbers. And let's talk about that Houston Golden State series. Okay, so the Golden State Warriors, that Golden State team is the best team in NBA history. That team had Durant, they had Curry, they had Klay Thompson, and they had Draymond Green. And Harden took that team to 7 without his second option. Your fucking casual ass is criticizing Harden for losing to the best team in NBA history with no second option. You're criticizing Harden for not being good in the playoffs when he averaged 28 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. You're literally criticizing a player
Chris Paul,
who averaged 28 points,
had the
7 assists,
and
5 rebounds in the playoffs. Okay, so the simple question for you is
Chris
this,
Paul
right?
had the Rockets up 3-2.
You name one player in NBA history. Name one player in NBA history that could have beaten the Golden State Warriors super team without Chris Paul healthy. Name one, you fucking casual.
Chris Paul had that team up 3-2 for the record. It wasn't James Harden.
No,
Chris Paul was the one. Chris Paul was the one balling out in that series. Harden was the best
player in that series by far.
Hold on. And secondly, motherfucker.
Just tell me you don't watch the games without saying you don't watch the games.
The Rockets had a 15,
better than Paul in that series.
The Rockets had a fucking 15-point lead in game 7 in their building at halftime. What is Brandon talking about, nigga?
Because of Harden.
No, nigga, no, it wasn't. It was Clint Capella, Gerald fucking Green, PJ Tucker.
Oh, Gerald Green. Gerald Green's getting open shots. Harden's passing him the ball. You're casual. Gerald Green is a role player. Gerald Green gets open shots because Harden breaks the defense down and he passes to them. You're literally fucking criticizing a player who averaged 28 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. That's who you're fucking criticizing. Now, has Harden had bad moments? Stop talking.
This is the same motherfucking James Harden, nigga, who took versus Spurs, took versus fucking Warriors.
Issues closing at times, but Harden has been good in the playoffs.
Nigga, why would you trust Harden, nigga?
And Harden has a
Why would you trust Harden?
One at a time. Hey, Brandon.
Let me tell you something.
But Maz can rebut. Hold on, Brandon.
He's not winning.
Brandon. Hold on, Slick. But Maz can rebuttal and sit there and say that. Have you ever seen a superstar that has choked as bad as James Harden in the San Antonio Spurs in a game 6 without Kawhi, without Tony Parker, missing their 2 best players in Tony Parker and Kawhi, where James Harden had more turnovers than field goal attempts, and he only scored the single digit.
How about Game 5 in Golden State?
No. I mean, look. Wait. So LeBron choked in 2011. I mean, every superstar who's played in the playoffs for 10 years or more has had moments where they choke. But the issue with Harden is closing.
Not like that.
Harden is not a closer. And Harden does not have to close with the Clippers because he has Kawhi and Paul George.
The issue in
Philly was they didn't have a closer. The issue. See, Maz's casual take is that Harden is not good in the playoffs. Harden is good in the playoffs. The issue with Harden is closing, and Harden has a closer now. There are a lot of great players who aren't closers. Shaq was not a closer. It was Kobe. Duncan wasn't the closer. It was Ginobili. And LeBron was not the closer on multiple teams either. It was Dwayne Wade and Kyrie. So you can be a great player and not a closer. Harden's a great player. He's not a closer. He has closers now with Kawhi and Paul George. It's a horrific, dumb, casual take to say Harden has been bad in the playoffs.
How can you be a great player, Slick, but you can't close? Make that make sense,
Listen,
bro.
he
He's
can't
not in
win
the
the
position.
championship.
Because you have to.
He's not put in the position. Maz.
Because you
You
have
gotta
to have
understand.
How many
spacing to
great
close.
games Harden played
Hold on,
on,
Slick.
nigga?
You
Hold
can
on, Slick.
double
Hold on,
team
Slick.
certain players late.
Hold on, Brandon. Maz, you got to understand, he's not in the predicament. He's not in the situation where they relying on him to close. If you've been watching Clipper games, they run the offense in the fourth quarter through Kawhi. They sit there and say, you know what, Kawhi, take us home. They run inverted pick and rolls. They run pin down screens. They give Kawhi corner opportunities, run curls action for him to score. That James Harden only a responsibility in the fourth quarter down the stretch is feed the
But isn't playmaking and facilitating still closing though? I mean, closing is not just
that, Moss.
Yeah, but closing is not just scoring them, Mookie. When I say closing, I mean the ball's in his hands. He still should run the offense and get the ball to guys in spots, run their sets, bro. I don't trust that in the postseason yet, bro. I haven't seen it. I don't trust that.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not talking about scoring, Mookie. I'm talking about playmaking and facilitating and run the offense in the fourth quarter versus a Denver team who's going to make you run offense and match.
So you think Denver better than the Clippers, man?
Nigga, is the sky blue? Nigga, of course I do, bro. They're opposite, bro. Okay, Mookie, bro. Real question for you, quick, bro. Who do you trust more in the fourth quarter to fucking run their offense? Denver or the Clippers? What do you trust more, bro? Jamal Murray and Jokic or James Harden and Kawhi Leonard?
James Harden and Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, Harden and Kawhi. See, Maz is a casual. He's just going off 1 year.
This is crazy, bro. Wow.
No, see, the other thing is,
you know what James Harden, you know what James Harden said yesterday? He said this is the most complete team I've played on in my career.
Same thing he said about the Sixers 2 years ago. So what? Who cares? So what? So what?
No, he never said that about Philly.
He never said that. He never said that.
No. James Harden said,
lying again.
James Harden went to the Sixers and says, I feel great. I'm finally on a team where I feel like I can win.
Yeah, now he's changing it.
He said that, Mookie. And again, bro, you trust James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. Listen, I trust Kawhi Leonard. I think we all agree on that part. But you trust James Harden and Kawhi over Jamal Murray and fucking Joker? That is crazy. That is fucking crazy.
So Miles, you telling me James Harden, the ability to like bring Jokic out in space where they can attack him in every pick and roll situation, right? Mm-hmm. And if they try to pre-switch as well, you got two great off-ball players in Kawhi and Paul George, who's out there in the corner spacing the floor out with the shooting as well, right? And if even if they try to sag off of James Harden can obliterate them out on the perimeter as well. He could actually force Jokic to defend pick and roll actions because Zubac has been a really, really efficient pick and roll roller to the basket as well. That's the reason why he's averaging his career high in points and efficiency as well.
And Denver has no rim protector to keep Harden out of the paint because Jokic is horrific as a rim protector. Denver was one of the worst defensive teams inside the paint last year. They're not going to be able to keep Harden out of the paint at all.
So now,
just say you don't like the Clippers, Ma. Just say
okay. Hold on. Well, in that case, Tim Mookie, since you're all of a sudden a Clippers fan again, bro, then you want to pay me just right now my money because we made a bet, bro. So just if that's the case, then nigga, then pay my bread.
Made a bet the Clippers wouldn't make the playoffs.
No, you dumb fuck. Mookie did. You dumb idiot.
You did, you dumb fuck. It's in the chat. You actually said that shit. The Clippers wouldn't make the playoffs.
Mookie said that shit. You dumb bitch. Shut up.
No, you did.
Mookie did, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, Mookie made that bet.
No, you did.
Mookie did, you dumb bitch.
Hey, boss.
Hey, Mookie, I'll settle bro for fucking 150, nigga.
That's your friend. 150?
That's easy, nigga. Mookie. 300 or 150, nigga. It's up to you, bro. But I'm your friend, bro. So also for 150, we're in bets even, bro.
Nigga, I'll give you 300, nigga.
What'd you say?
I'll give you 300, bro.
It's up to you. Bro. I'm not listening. You know I'm not tripping. But listen, all I'm saying is this: I don't trust James Harden. He's bro. I'm a Rockets fan, fellas. Like Mingo. This ain't new to me, man. Like this ain't my first rodeo with this choking ass motherfucker. Okay, he's playing great. I give you guys that. But this shit don't mean shit if you don't get it done in the postseason. And we all should be on the same page with that. This is crazy.
Yeah, the other thing is in the playoff series when Houston played Golden State, Chris Paul had 2 good games in that whole series. So the idea that Chris Paul took the Warriors to 7 is one of the dumbest, most casual takes I've heard.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. What I said was that's not what I said.
The issue with Harden is
what I said was, motherfucker. I said Chris Paul. I said Chris Paul gave the Rockets a 3-2 lead. That's what I said, Mingo. I said that Chris Paul. I said that Chris Paul gave the Rockets a 3-2 lead with Game 7 in their building, and James Harden choked it away, which is the truth. Chris Paul was balling in that series,
it's not
doing
true.
everything, and James Harden had 2 games to win 1 game, and he choked as usual. Point period blank, nigga, with Game 7 in his building, up 10, 15 points at halftime, and missed 28 straight threes, nigga. That's what I said, you whole ass nigga.
Okay, let me cook you. This guy's so fucking casual. Okay, so first of all, they were double teaming Harden on almost every play. So to say that Harden choked, tell me.
He's a superstar, nigga. So what?
Tell me you didn't watch the games without saying you didn't watch the games. Tell me you don't know your fucking team without saying you don't know your fucking team. So if you're saying that Harden choked
with the Golden State Warriors and the Bucks double team Kawhi Leonard,
you're arguing that James Harden choked because he didn't beat a super team with Durant, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson by himself. That is one of the fucking dumbest takes in the history of this panel. To say that Harden choked because he didn't beat a 73-win team without a second option. Harden has always been good in the playoffs. The issue's closing.
He said,
hold on, repeat that again, Moss.
When I said that the Rockets had a 15-point lead in the second half and missed 27 straight threes, his rebuttal was they double-teamed James Harden. Well, last time I checked,
they lost to a super team.
Hey, Mookie, don't superstars get double, bro? Didn't Kawhi get double and still get it done versus Sixers, Milwaukee, and Golden State?
Right, he had a second option.
Okay.
No, Harden had no second option. Kawhi did. It's a casual take. I mean, to say that Harden choked when he lost to a 73-win team with no second option is one of the dumbest fucking things.
So that's not choking, Mingo. You have 15 points. You have 3-2 with Game 7 in your building, bro. You can't win one game.
Harden lost to a team that was far better than him. Harden lost to a team that was far better than him. That's not joking.
The Rockets that year won 65 games, right? Beat the Warriors all season fucking long, right?
I don't care about the regular season.
They had a 15-point lead in the second half, and they missed 27 straight threes. You're the one who
just said the regular season.
That's not choking, bro. I don't know what is, fellas.
The Warriors were a far more talented team than Houston. If you look at the Warriors team and you compare them to Houston without Chris Paul, that's just fucking night and day difference. Harden was playing a team far better than him. And Harden is the only team. Harden and the Rockets were the only team that took the super team Warriors to 7 when they were healthy. The Warriors lost to Toronto when the whole team was hurt. But Harden was the only player.
Which means that they had enough to get it done.
Harden was the only player who almost beat the Warriors super team when they were healthy. He's the only one. Harden has been good in the playoffs. He's not a closer. He won't have to close with the Clippers with Kawhi and Paul George.
Watch this, Mookie. Okay, cool. So Warriors are better. Rockets weren't better, right? So if that's the case, then how did the fucking Rockets lose to Game 6 in their building with no Kawhi Leonard, no Tony Parker, get blown off the fucking doors with a better team versus an injured Spurs team? Explain that.
No, that's a different team. That's a different year.
No. The Rockets were fucking better than the Spurs. Kawhi didn't play. Tony didn't play, and they got blown out the fucking doors.
I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. I don't think that Houston team was better than the Spurs.
Guy Lenny.
I don't agree with you.
Bro, Kawhi and fucking Parker did not play in Game 6. So you tell me I'm talking
about. I don't give a fuck about one game. I'm talking about full year. Houston, you're casual. Houston was not better than Houston was not better than San Antonio that year. And you just changed the subject.
You gotta stop with the James Harden hate. Like me just coming back and now just thinking about it, bro.
He averaged 28 a game in the playoffs.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on, Brandon. The fact that
ridiculous.
They were up 3-2 against known to be the greatest team of all time, right?
Chris Paul.
It just the fact that it just speaks to how great James Harden is.
No, it speaks to Chris Paul's greatness, bro. Go watch the series, Mookie.
Chris Paul had 2 good games in the whole series.
Chris Paul was the one closing out game fucking 5 while Harden was choking
Chris
again.
Paul wasn't even healthy.
Chris Paul balling out, guys. Go watch
Facts. Hold on.
Yo, Moss,
Oh
even
my
Trevor
God.
Reza said, hold on, even Trevor Reza said it. Trevor Reza said, nigga, Chris Paul was the reason why we lost that series. Nigga, if we had Chris Paul, we had Golden State on the ropes, nigga. It was going to lose that series. Chris Paul was healthy, nigga.
Crazy.
Come on, man. James Harden wasn't the X factor in that series, nigga. It was Chris Paul, nigga.
He sure wasn't.
Chris Paul was nothing without Harden. Chris Paul was the second option. Golden State focused their defense on Harden. That's why Paul was able to score. That was Harden's team. Harden was the best offensive player in the NBA that year. That was Harden's team.
Chris Paul was
the second option. You're giving a second option credit for Harden.
This nigga Brandon
Harden ran that team. That
lie
was his
every
team.
day, bro.
Harden was by far the best player.
This nigga just be lying, man.
Chris Paul had 2 good games in the whole fucking series. You just don't like Harden, and that's why your take is so casual here. I mean, Chris Paul had 2 good games in the whole fucking series. He only played in 3 games in the series. Like, to say that Chris Paul was the team's best player is a horrifically casual take.
He just lied again, Ken. He just said Chris Paul played in 3 games. You lying bitch. He played in 5 games, whole ass nigga. You're a liar.
Lying,
no, he didn't.
You're a liar.
You
lied. You lied. You're a liar.
That's not accurate. That's not accurate because
played in 5 games, nigga.
I'm not counting games where Chris Paul is playing 4 minutes or scoring 4 points. Chris Paul had 3 games.
What are you talking about, bro?
In a significant role.
He played in fucking the first 5 games.
Chris Paul was the second option. He missed multiple games.
No.
James Harden is the reason that series got to 7.
He just lied, bro. He just said that Chris Paul played 3 games.
Brandon, how many games he said Chris Paul played?
3.
I'm saying
he played 5 games. He played 5 games.
Fact. He's a liar. He's a liar.
No. What I'm saying. So Chris Paul had several games where he was playing, but he didn't play any meaningful minutes because he just tried to play, then he got hurt. Chris Paul had 2 good games in that series.
He got hurt in the fucking end of the 5th game. What are you talking about? He got hurt at the end of the 5th game.
That's not true. That's
Mookie.
Okay, you don't
look
even
it up, Mookie.
You don't
Mookie,
even know
look it up,
your team.
Mookie.
Chris Paul had a hamstring injury going into that series. So there were
Chris
games
Paul got hurt at the end of game 5, Mookie. He's lying.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, Chris Paul got hurt.
He had a hamstring injury the whole series.
He got hurt at the end of game 5. You're lying.
He got hurt in game 5.
He had a hamstring.
He got hurt in game 5, Brandon.
The end of game 5.
Game 6, that's when the Warriors won it. It was a game 7.
No,
correct.
He had a hamstring injury. He re-aggravated. He had the hamstring injury coming into the series, and he re-aggravated that in the game.
No, he did not.
He was already hurt going into the series. That's not true.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
yeah,
he
he's
did.
lying.
No, he didn't.
He got hurt in game 5.
You're lying.
He got hurt at the end of game 5. He got hurt at the end of game 5.
No, he re-aggravated his hamstring injury. He already had.
Bro, man, listen. He rehabbed, came back healthy for the full postseason, bro. Oh, bro, he carried the Rockets through the Utah series while Harden went fucking 2 for 25. It was Chris Paul dropping damn near 40 points in a closeout game to send Utah home, and he was doing the same thing versus Golden State Warriors. Chris Paul was the most impactful player for the Rockets, and Brandon's a fucking liar. He got hurt at the end of game 5.
Wrong. That's completely wrong. Chris Paul was battling a hamstring injury. Like, your take is so casual. Chris Paul was battling a hamstring injury the entire Golden State series. The injury you're citing in game 5. The injury you're citing in game 5 was a re-aggravation of a hamstring injury he already had. And Chris Paul was not consistent.
A hamstring injury is nothing to play with.
Harden was by far Houston's best player in the Golden
State
State series. And when I say he had 2 good games, Paul had 2 good games in the Golden State series. 2, he was hurt the whole series. The injury in game 5 was a re-aggravation of a hamstring injury that he had most of the playoffs. It was not a new injury.
Somebody said Chris Paul had a hamstring injury in 2015, not 2018. Brandon just
he had a hamstring injury in both years. He's had injuries constantly.
He had a hamstring injury in 2018, but Brandon's lying about the part that he re-aggravated.
Hamstring injuries don't pop up overnight. They're lingering injuries. He didn't just hurt his hamstring in game 5. He had his hamstring was hurt the whole playoffs, and then he re-aggravated it game 5. He was hurt that whole series.
It was not hurt the whole playoffs, Mookie.
That's what I'm saying. Stop lying, Brandon.
You're lying.
That's why you're getting cooked.
The hamstring injury is not a new injury. His hamstring was hurt
very well versus Utah versus Golden State.
Exactly. And versus Minnesota. Bro,
in the game 5, he fucking went for a fucking layup and fucking injured it, and that was that, bro.
Yeah, he was just gonna say re-aggravated, then he changed his wording because he knew I was fucking right. That's fucking hilarious. He was about to say re-aggravated because he knew I was right, and then he stopped because he knew he was going to cook himself. Paul had a hamstring injury that whole playoffs, and then he re-aggravated in Game 5. The Game 5 injury was not a new injury. The Game 5 injury was a re-aggravation of a hamstring injury he had his whole playoffs.
Chris Paul was the only reason why the Rockets were up 3-2.
Yeah, he just cooked himself.
Chris Paul, that was it, bro.
The injury in the Golden State series.
Trevor Ariza already came out and said on interview that Chris Paul was the most important player, most impactful player. So guess what? I'm gonna take his word. I'm gonna take his word over your fucking word. So shut the hell up, nigga.
No, you shut up. You're such a fucking casual.
You don't know basketball, man. You don't know basketball, man.
You're saying Giannis doesn't have a counter when he's been one of the best performers in the playoff history. I mean, Harden has been able. Harden has always been able to play with Houston. Harden's playoffs with Houston are 28 points a game. You're arguing that Harden was bad in the playoffs when he averages 28, 7, and 5. I mean, get the fuck out of here.
Where's Harden when you need him?
I got a Clipper guy in here. Come on, bro. My guy Don Dropper. What up, Don Dropper?
What's good, Mookie?
What you got about James Harden impact on the Clippers? I know you didn't like James Harden at first, right?
I still don't mess with him like that.
You still don't mess with James Harden like that?
No.
What you got on James Harden? What you got on the Clippers, man? What you got on
and
his impact with the Los Angeles Clippers?
He's done a great job since we took Russ out of the starting lineup. It's allowed him to kind of do his thing like he was doing in Brooklyn. And I think he's done a really good job of like knowing when to go to Kawhi and Paul George and then doing his pick and roll stuff. He's had a good like pulse on the game, like when it's time to go to that and when it's time to do his own thing. He's had some good moments of like going off ISO wise against Indiana and scoring and stuff. But he's the best pick and roll guy we've had since Chris Paul. And like, let's be honest, man, the front office, they basically without saying it, they said that they don't trust Westbrook to win a championship as a starting point guard. So now they're bringing in Harden instead and demoting him. That kind of not gonna lie, pissed me off a bit because I love Russell Westbrook and I thought that we brought him in to be that guy. But this is definitely the better move for the team overall. And I got to give Harden credit. I think the biggest thing I got to give him credit for too is he hasn't been bad defensively at all. He's been decent, and I know his rep on defense gets a little bit too much shit, but he has been even a little bit better than I expected effort-wise. So he's been great. Can
I ask you a question, bro?
Yeah, go ahead.
So people tend to say that, because I bring up the postseason and his failures, and people say, well, he's not going to be asked to close, but he's you guys' primary ball handler and facilitator, right? And so there's more ways to close other than scoring the basketball, right? And so when I say I don't trust him, it's not from him being a third option or from a scoring standpoint. I don't trust his decision making when things get tight and things really start to be like become the moment. Like for example, bro, you're playing Denver fourth quarter. Joker and Murray are going nuts. They're getting good offense, right? Now you need James to create good, efficient offense and get Kawhi in his spots, PG, etc. Right? You trust that, man? I don't trust that.
I don't trust him at all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But we got Kawhi Leonard though, and he's never played with a number one like that. Like I love Kevin Durant. Actually, I don't love
Joel Embiid.
I mess with Joel Embiid. Are you kidding? That was a joke.
What?
Was a joke.
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid is a
Joel
fantastic.
Embiid was injured a lot though.
Joel Embiid is a fantastic player, but let's be real. His playoff resume isn't even as good as Harden's. Like Kawhi Leonard is. This is the only reason the Clippers have a chance to win a championship and anyone takes it seriously to win a championship is because of him. Because he's done it before. He's come from a winning situation.
But my concerns, bro, is not with Kawhi Leonard because me and you both agree on that. Like I have faith in Kawhi Leonard, but listen though, if James is not bringing the ball up court, making decision in crucial moments, playmaking, facilitating, and then so what? He's just standing in the corner. I don't trust James Harden with the basketball. Get him the ball to Kawhi Leonard in his spots in big moments. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Well, why
That's
can't
what
he
I don't trust.
Let me ask you a question though. Why can't he just come up the court? Why can't he just come up the court and throw an entry pass and just stand at the perimeter, wait for kick out?
Bro, you make it sound so easy, man. And guess what? I don't even trust that shit, bro. I don't trust that.
Oh, well, you know what? You have every right.
Come on, man. I mean, we've seen it, right? I'm a Rockets fan, bro.
Technically,
I'm a Rockets fan, big dog.
But Harden never had a good enough second option in Houston. Harden never had a second option remotely close to as good as Paul George or Kawhi in Houston.
See,
and just quickly to put that to bed before, Harden averaged 28 points a game in the playoffs in the 2017-2018 season.
Hey,
Chris Paul was 21. Harden was 28. Harden was by far Houston's best player in the playoffs that year.
All right, he was the best player on the team.
Yeah,
but right. I agree with.
We had one casual arguing that.
Arguing what?
Someone was arguing that Paul was better than Harden in the playoff run from 2017.
No, we said more impactful. Stop lying, Brandon.
He wasn't more impactful. Harden averaged almost 10 more points per game.
We're just talking about in the Warriors series. We saying Chris Paul is more impactful because Chris Paul was in that series.
No, he wasn't. Chris Paul had two good games.
Shut up, Brandon.
Hold on. You shut up. Chris Paul had two good games that whole series.
Hold on, Brandon. So Dom dropped it. So now you see the impact that James Harden brings to the Clippers, and I think that is producing to a top 5 offense in the NBA. That's also producing to Zubac having his most efficient offensive season of his career. I believe the Los Angeles Clippers are top 3 in 3-point percentage this year, right? And I think they moved up to 2 after last night's game as well, right? So that's producing some of the efficient offense. My argument to what Ma said about not trusting James Harden in the postseason is that he's a third option on the team. James Harden doesn't need to score 20 to 25 points to be efficient or to have an effect on the offense. James Harden had a bad shooting night against the Pelicans, but he had an impactful game because he was playmaking, creating advantages for Zubac to score, creating advantage for PG running off ball as well with his ability and his burst towards the rim as well. So I think James Harden can get you some of that production in the postseason as well, because not only that, we're not going to rely on him to score and be efficient because now you have a player on your team that's one of the greatest playoff performers of all time in Kawhi. You also have a guy that's a great creator in Paul George as well. Norman Powell's a great creator as well. So now you surround him with great spacing, but you also, James Harden has been part of a top 10 defensive unit, bro, this year as well, with great defenders as well. So, I like the situation. What you think?
I think that was right. I think the Rockets fan at the top. What's your name, bro?
It's Moss.
Moss. Well, I think what he just said, what Mookie just said, is true, man. Like Harden absolutely fell short as a first option. Harden fell short as a second option. But in this number 3 role, besides OKC, the only time we've seen him in it is Brooklyn, and we never really got to see that finished product. Obviously, they all deserve a little bit of blame for that, and the Nets organization deserves a little bit of blame for that. But yeah, I think what Mookie said, that's what we're banking on, right? We have no choice. Like I have every single reservation about Harden in the playoffs, the same way you said. I don't think that when the going gets tough, the dude has shown the best fight. Like sometimes he's legit like quit in playoff games, like straight up quit. Correct. But he's the third guy, and he's just surrounded by Kawhi Leonard.
Dime dropper. I can't stress this enough to you, bro. And for the record, my Rockets had a top 10 defense with Trevor Ariza, Luke Mbah-a-Moute, Trevor Ariza, PJ Tucker as well. So
legend, Luke Mbah-a-Moute.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. Don't act like Harden.
Yeah, but they didn't have.
Don't act like James Harden.
They didn't have no Kawhi on the team.
That's not what we said.
Right. Harden's issue has been closing. Harden's been good in the playoffs. He's just not a closer.
Dime Dropper, please. Hey, Dime Dropper, bro. My reservation has nothing to do with James Harden being a third option in scoring. I'm not sure why Mookie keeps saying that for. That's not my concern. My concern is he's their best ball handler. You agree?
Yeah.
Do you agree in high pressure moments, to a certain degree, the ball will be in his hands and he will be dictating offense?
Yep.
Okay. I'm concerned with that.
That's and you have every right to be.
Okay,
cool. What choice do we have? Because here's the thing, though, right? Let me ask you a question, though.
Yeah.
If we were to stay with Westbrook, don't you think that offers as much, if not more, concerns in the playoffs?
Of course it does.
Okay.
Listen. We get on Westbrook right for his turnovers and blah, blah, blah. But we've never questioned Russ has never quit on nobody.
But see, this is what you're saying is exactly why I didn't want Harden in the first place. So, but I've had no choice, fam. Like I have no choice.
Oh no, I got you, bro.
Harden was my least favorite player in history, besides
I got you, man.
Weirdos.
Yeah,
but like,
I got you.
I just didn't like him.
So my reservation has nothing to do with James Harden as a third option. I get all that, right? He's not relied on to be this third option scorer. But I think me and you both agree that in a high pressure moments, let's say I'm gonna use Denver again, right? In the fourth quarter, if it's a tight contested game, I know Kawhi is the closer from an offensive standpoint, but Kawhi's not walking the ball up court, right? It'll be James Harden, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, dime dropper. Listen, I've been disappointed so much with James Harden, bro. I don't even trust that. I don't trust his decision making in those moments. To that, you say what?
What? That I say, I don't say anything. I say you have every right to say
and
that.
Mookie just said what? Like, hold on. Mookie just said what? Like he ain't watched the last 6-7 years of this dude not doing nothing from a playmaking
but when Kawhi won a title with Toronto, the point guard was Kyle Lowry. So I mean, it's a casual take by Maz because when Kawhi won titles in San Antonio and Toronto, the point guards were a washed up old Tony Parker and Kyle Lowry. James Harden is certainly James Harden is certainly better than Kyle Lowry was.
No, you can't get away with that.
Tony Parker washed up with
No.
Tony Parker averaged 17 a game in the playoffs. He was not a bad player, but he was well past his prime. Kyle Lowry was the point guard in Toronto. Wait, just listen.
Kyle Lowry was the he had high IQ.
Kyle Lowry was the point guard in Toronto when Kawhi won a title there. I mean, James Harden's a far better player
led the
than Kyle
scoring,
Lowry was
right?
in Toronto. And Lowry was also past his prime there too. I mean, Harden's issue is closing. It's not how he plays in the playoffs. And again, just quickly to finish it up, Harden scored twice as many points as Chris Paul in the Golden State series, and he was more efficient.
It's not about points.
I mean, Chris Paul was not more impactful than Harden in that series.
It's not about points, but
I can't believe you just said that about Tony Parker. Go back and watch the playoffs. He was getting to the paint whenever he wanted. Miami had nothing. They had nothing for him. Like he was getting into the paint at will. Charles Barkley would call him the best point guard in the league. He was 2011, 12, 13.
Tony Parker averaged 17 points a game, and Tony Parker was well past his prime that year. I'm not saying he was a bad player, but he was past his prime.
Who was their leading scorer? Because nobody on the Spurs was averaging like crazy points like that. They won.
Nobody averaged 20 points, bro.
No, well, the Spurs were an offense by committee, but in the finals, Kawhi took over. Kawhi was by far the Spurs' best player.
Kawhi had like
finals
2 games,
both offensively and defensively.
Kawhi was the best Spurs' best player. Come on, Moss, you know that, Moss.
No, I said Kawhi played well after game 2. Pop challenged him after game 2, and then he played better.
Moss is right. Kawhi Leonard, like nobody expected him to play like that.
Right now,
nobody. Tony Parker and Tim Duncan were the best players on the team.
Kawhi was the best. If you include Kawhi's defensive impact, Kawhi was the best player on that team. When you include offensive and defensive impact.
If you said that before the finals, you would have gotten slapped by someone.
No, you wouldn't have. You're just looking at offense. If you look at Kawhi's offensive and defensive impact, he was the best player on the team. No, Tim Duncan was a role player on offense that year.
No, there were games where the Spurs went to him like
Tim Duncan was literally the fourth option on offense on that team.
Tony Parker was getting into the paint every time.
At will.
No, you're grossly overestimating Parker.
No,
Parker didn't even average 18 a game in that playoff of the year. Tony Parker was well past his prime.
Dropper.
Parker was not a bad player, but he was well past his prime that year.
How? He was being called the best player on national television.
Facts.
No, he wasn't. Kawhi,
yes,
you're just looking at offensive impact. Kawhi was far better
than
Tony
but he just
Parker
mentioned James Harden outscoring Chris Paul in points. Now he's saying we're just looking at offensive impact.
First of all,
because the gap between Harden and Chris Paul in the Golden State series is fucking like your takes on Harden.
I don't judge Chris Paul by his scoring.
Hold on. We never judge Chris Paul by scoring, Brandon. So why are you bringing that up?
James Harden scored 201 points against Golden State in that series. Chris Paul scored 99. James Harden scored 100. James Harden scored 100 more points than Chris Paul in the Golden State series, and he was more efficient too. To say Paul had a bigger impact is horrific. Paul also missed multiple games in that series. Harden was clearly the Rockets' best player in the Warriors series, and it's not fucking close either.
Hey, dime dropper.
Okay, he is. I got to listen. I got to go. I have to work. But I
Oh yeah. Give a shout out to Dime Dropper. He is the host of Locked On.
I'm gonna check you out, bro.
On YouTube.
Hey, follow me on my personal channel though. I get way more like uncut and more like this.
Yeah. Follow Dime Dropper on YouTube and follow on him on Locked On Clippers.
Hey, Brandon, I got one question before I leave. One question. Yeah. Who do you think led the Spurs in points in the playoffs in 2014?
I'm talking about overall impact. Kawhi's defensive impact and offensive impact were much bigger than Harden.
This nigga sad,
Kawhi was Finals MVP as well. The other thing, when you say, you asked me a question. Let me finish. When you say lead the team in scoring, you're being disingenuous too, because that team was a scoring by committee team. They didn't have any player in the playoffs who averaged over 20 a game.
Fair enough. Who do you know who led the team in assists?
The Spurs were a system. They moved the ball as a unit. They didn't rely on one player.
They're a system, but right now with Tony Parker and Tim Duncan, they ain't no system. They're garbage. You feel me? They made the system.
Well, they don't know, but okay, but they're garbage because they don't have Kawhi, not because they. I mean, the Spurs were a very good team. The Spurs were a good team with Kawhi, even after Parker and Duncan were washed. Remember, the Spurs were making runs in the playoffs. Like actually, the playoff series that people cited here before, where San Antonio beat Houston.
They had good
Harden,
players around Kawhi, though, Brandon.
Parker and Duncan were not significant contributors on that team. The Spurs were a good team with Parker and Ginobili in decline when Kawhi was in his prime. Kawhi leaving is why the Spurs went to shit.
Kawhi never won a championship with San Antonio in his prime. He was not an all-star yet. He had never sniffed an all-star team. He broke out on the team offensively. He was just the best defender. He was just the best defender.
That's because he got hurt.
Well, hold on. Yeah, he got hurt.
That's because he got hurt.
I'm talking about 2014. Tony Parker and Tim Duncan were the best players on the team. Like,
that's not true. When you include offensive, when you include offensive and defensive impact, Kawhi was the best player on the team.
No, Tim Duncan.
Parker had no. I like Tony Parker. Tony Parker's one of the underrated players in NBA history, but Parker had no defensive impact. He was always a horrible defender.
I disagree with Tony Parker being out of his prime. Have a good day, though, guys. I have to go. But, crazy talk. I would encourage you to go back and watch that finals and see how much Tony Parker gets in the paint.
I've watched it about 5 times. Kawhi dominated that finals. And if you look at LeBron's efficiency when Kawhi was on him, LeBron's efficiency fell off a cliff when Kawhi was guarding him in the finals. Because Kawhi was far more impactful defensively than Tony Parker was at any point in that season.
We're not arguing that. We're saying who the best player were. And the best player was not Kawhi.
Yeah, Kawhi was. If you include offensive and defensive impact, Kawhi was the best player. Duncan wasn't that good. Duncan was limited offensively, and Parker had no defensive impact.
Tim Duncan had a great defensive impact. Go watch the series.
Right?
Again.
No,
he's lying again. He's lying again, bro. He's lying again.
That's not what I said. You're not. Ken, as usual, is making a casual take because he didn't listen. Tim Duncan was a very good defensive player that year, but Tim Duncan was very limited offensively at that point in his career. He'd had feet injuries. He really couldn't shoot anymore. Tim Duncan was a very limited offensive player that year for the Spurs. He was a role player on offense.
I'll take 15 points in that era on 57% shooting any day of the week with the passing that Tim Duncan does. Like all the reads he makes, like he was a beast. But anyway,
yeah, Tim Duncan had nowhere near the offensive role in the playoffs that Kawhi did that year.
That's total revisionist history. But anyway, I gotta go.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
is.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan was a role player on offense in the finals too.
Ain't gonna lie, bro. You cooking it, man. Ain't gonna lie.
He was not cooking, bro.
Yes, he was.
Can you believe?
No, I mean he's arguing that Tony Parker was better than Kawhi. I mean,
and Brandon, you're arguing that Kawhi wasn't a role player in 2014, nigga. Come on, bro.
No, Kawhi was not a role player that year. Kawhi was.
My gosh.
Kawhi was a good Kawhi was not in his prime, but to say he was a role player is a horrifically dumb take. Kawhi averaged over 15 a game. He's an elite defender. That's not a role player.
That's exactly a role player, Brandon.
Okay, well, we disagree on the definition of being a role player. Kawhi won Finals MVP that year. He limited LeBron significantly. He was
so hold on, Brandon. Hold on, Brandon. Let me ask you a question. Was Iguodala a role player in 2015 when he won Finals MVP?
Well, Iguodala was not a role. No. Okay. I'm answering. I actually.
He wanted that shit, Ken. Hey, good shit, Ken.
No, I'm answering the question. Okay, if you look at Iguodala in the finals that year, here's what people forget. So LeBron's efficiency was almost 10 percentage points lower when Iguodala was on the court. But what people forget is Iguodala was scoring almost 20 points a game the final 3 games of that series. So Iguodala certainly played at a level that was much higher than a role player in that finals. He was literally scoring right around 20 points a game, multiple games in that series, in addition to playing elite defense. But again, comparing Iguodala in 2015 to Kawhi in 2014 is a complete clown take. Kawhi was a much better player in 2014 than Iguodala was that year. Not close.
If Kawhi wasn't the best player, then how come when Popovich told him to take over, the Spurs didn't take off in that series until Kawhi took the reins of the team, bro? Because
Kawhi was the best player on that team.
Bro, we already know that.
Because if Tony Parker was the best player on the team, then Popovich easily could have said, you got to take over. I mean, it's simple.
Hold on, Lord Rand.
Tony Parker was 15 to 17 a game.
Just because Pop said that, Lord Rand, doesn't mean Kawhi's the best player. I think he needed Kawhi to beat Kawhi and win his matchup. But we know from an impact standpoint, I think Tony and Kawhi both were impactful. But I mean, come on. I mean, what Tony Parker provided, bro. I mean, listen, Kawhi was great, but at that time, he was not their best player. I mean, he probably.
Yes, I thought you said basketball plays 2 ways, boss.
I tell you,
Tony Parker had no impact defensively. None.
But Kawhi had a basketball play 2 ways.
It is. Kawhi had.
Hold on. Maz, Kawhi Leonard would give you transcendent defense. He was literally at his peak defensively. Was giving you some of the greatest on-ball defensive
3 good games
we have seen in NBA history.
Kawhi had 3 good games.
Kawhi's efficiency
because he was playing within the system of the team. That's why Miles did.
I understand that, Lord Rand, but come on, look. At that time, though, I mean,
when he got the green light, what happened though? When he got the green light, what happened?
He played better. He was more aggressive offensively. He knocked down shots. He played good defense. But listen. But there were moments and times where Tim Duncan, for a stretch, was their best player. There was moments where Kawhi was. There were moments where Tony Parker was. Remember? Ginobili in Game 5, when they're down 20 points, goes on an 8-0 run by himself. So, I mean, listen, the Spurs were a team hold on, bro. The Spurs were the best at everybody got a piece of the pie. And so I'm not putting it all on Kawhi Leonard. He played great, but there are moments where they all played great, in my opinion.
Okay, I just have a quick question then. So if you're arguing that Parker was just as impactful as Kawhi, how come Kawhi was plus 175 and Tony Parker was plus 100? The Spurs were 80 points. 80.
That's easy. That's easy to answer.
The Spurs were 80. The Spurs were 80 fucking points better when Kawhi
That's
was
easy
on the
to answer, bro.
The Spurs run.
Spurs in 2014 beat them by a record margin, and we know that Greg Popovich don't play his guys heavy minutes. And Kawhi was out there because he was young. Hold on, bro. Kawhi was younger, fresher, and Kawhi played more minutes than Tony Parker did. And again, the Spurs won by a record margin, bro. So again, you're easy work, bro. You don't know basketball, man. Next question.
Okay, I'm gonna completely cook you again.
Yeah, next question.
Lying. No. I just caught you lying.
And I'm sure Lord Rand understands that.
So wait. No. So guess how many minutes per game Kawhi averaged in the playoffs that year? He averaged 32. Guess how many minutes per game Parker averaged that year in the playoffs? 31. There was a 1 minute.
Go back to the finals, nigga. No, bro. I said the finals. I said the finals. I said the finals.
Blatantly lying.
Hey, Lord Rand. I just said the finals, bro.
In the
Lord Rand, I just said that the Spurs won by a record margin in the finals. I said the finals. The Spurs
were 80. The Spurs were 80 points better with Kawhi on the floor than they were with Parker.
Hey,
Lord Rand, they played almost the exact same minutes
bro.
per
The 2014 finals, the Spurs won by a record margin, bro. He brings up the whole playoffs. I'm talking about the 2014
you just
finals.
Got caught blatantly lying.
Stop lying, nigga. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they played this. They played essentially the exact same minutes per game in the playoffs, and the Spurs were 80 points better with Kawhi on the floor than Parker.
The impact that.
Brandon, you said they were 80. Hold on, Brandon. You said they were 80 points better on the floor with Kawhi.
Yeah. So Kawhi's plus minus that year in the playoffs was 173. Well, Tony Parker's plus minus that year
I'm
was
talking about the NBA Finals,
so
Mookie. Oh, and by the way, the Spurs had Patty Mills. The Spurs had Patty Mills. The Spurs had Patty Mills, a backup point guard who shoot the basketball, who make big shots. Tony Parker was not getting heavy minutes like Kawhi was in the postseason.
He's trying to interrupt.
In the
He's getting
finals.
cooked. The Spurs were 71. To be exact, the Spurs were 71 points better with Kawhi on the floor during that playoff run than Parker. 70-1.
Go look at the finals numbers, bro. I mentioned the NBA finals.
We're talking about Kawhi.
I said the NBA finals, nigga. Finals.
Kawhi was finals MVP. Okay, no.
Finals.
So let's talk about the finals. Let's talk about how LeBron's efficiency fell significantly when guess who was guarding him? Kawhi, not Tony Parker. Let's talk about who was finals MVP. Kawhi, not Tony Parker. You're cooked again.
Hold on, bro. What'd you say about efficiency?
LeBron efficiency dropped when he got guarded by Kawhi.
LeBron James in that series averaged 28 points and shot the ball very well.
I'm talking about
you gotta look at when he was guarded by Kawhi.
Hold on,
but they were down by big. Lord Rand. LeBron James scored most of his points when they're down by 50 points or more. I get it. I'm not saying
you cooking yourself.
Yeah, I know that. But
so if you know that, hold on, Maz. If you know that, then why you mention them averaging 28 points?
No.
He only had
because Brandon mentioned efficiency, bro. He still shot the ball well in the series.
No, but you gotta look at
efficiency against Kawhi.
Shot the ball well in the series.
Hold on. He had 2 monster quarters in that series.
I'm talking his efficiency against Kawhi.
And most of the time,
I'm not questioning that, but we know that Kawhi plays in well. I mean, what's your point? I mean,
the point is Kawhi was the best player on that team.
So watch this then, Brandon. Hey, Lord Rand. Did LeBron James shoot a lower percentage? LeBron James shot a lower percentage versus Iguodala than he shot versus Kawhi Leonard. And y'all don't praise Iggy like that?
He did not. No, he did not. No, he did not.
Y'all don't praise Iggy like that?
Maz. No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
Look at the series. Hold on, Maz. Look at the series. I'll tell you why. If you go on the NBA's.com tracking data and look at how LeBron James shot when he was individually guarded by Andre Iguodala, he shot 50% when guarded by Iguodala. The only guy that he shot worse with when guarded by him was Draymond Green, bro.
Hold on, bro. Okay, Mookie, bro, respectfully, bro. LeBron James is asking for picks and all this shit, right, Lord Rand? In the 2015 finals, the year after 2014, LeBron James shot 39% from the field in the finals. He shot in the low 50s in 2014. And we know that LeBron James called for picks and screens. Even though Iggy's guarding him, bro, all those fucking possessions don't end up with Iguodala fucking contesting a shot. We know this. Those stats are fucking skewed and misleading, bro. We know this.
Yeah, but my point is to sit there and say that Kawhi Leonard's defensive impact and the fact that he had LeBron James shooting 35% when Kawhi was guarding him. And in fact, in Game 5, LeBron shot 1 for 6 when guarded by Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard forced him to 3 turnovers. And then following that in the Game 3 where Kawhi went off for 30 and outplayed LeBron James single-handedly, LeBron James also shot in the low 25% when guarded by Kawhi as well. So he's continued to shoot these bad percentages when guarded by Kawhi. Once Kawhi Leonard was individually locked.
No, and Kawhi also had far more offensive responsibility.
Let me ask Brandon a question real quick. Hey, Brandon, bro, was Kawhi Leonard the best player the first 3 rounds that year? Hold on, was Kawhi Leonard the best player on the Spurs the first 3 rounds in 2014 in the postseason?
Yes, when you include defensive impact, he was.
In Portland, hold on. In Portland, do you know Kawhi in that Portland series? I think he closed out the game like 25 points, and was really, really great on Dame Dollar in that postseason as well. Do you know that Chris Paul damn near dropped 40 points versus Utah for the Rockets, but then Brandon will still say that James Harden was the best player? So you mentioned one game. What do you do? What that mean?
I'm saying for the series.
What that mean, Mookie?
I was going to also mention
for the series. It's a casual take to look at one game and not the whole series.
Wait, hold on. I also can mention how against the Oklahoma City Thunder, Kawhi's defense on Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant was so elite. Where Kevin Durant also in the clutch in the fourth quarter and overtime, Kawhi clamped his ass up, had the clutch block of the fucking playoffs on Reggie Jackson, and won the Spurs and send the Spurs to the NBA Finals as well.
Okay, so you mentioned a couple games or a couple plays. What do you do?
I mentioned the whole series.
Lord Rand, be honest, bro. Was Kawhi Leonard the best player in the first 3 rounds in 2014? That's all I'm asking, man.
Not in every series, but I mean,
okay, thank you. Thanks for being honest, Lord
Rand.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, bro, for being honest, man.
Yeah,
thank you.
Kawhi was still their best player overall during the playoffs. I mean, it's irrelevant whether he was the best player in every series. You just keep moving the goalpost.
This nigga Brandon. Yo, Brandon, let me ask you something, Brandon. Yo, Brandon.
Yeah.
So, do you think that the Finals MVPs for the team is their best player?
No, it's the most impactful player.
Okay, so that's my point. Kawhi could have been the most impactful player for the Spurs, but that don't mean he was their best player.
But again, why?
I agree with you, Ken. But in this case, he was their best player and their most impactful player. Of course, the fight like
hold on.
Steph Curry was more. Steph Curry was
See,
a better player than Kevin Durant.
No, he
as
wasn't.
we know, Ken
See, I knew he was
agrees
gonna go there,
because
nigga.
Ken's
No,
not
he
a
was.
Kevin Durant
No,
fan.
he wasn't.
But Durant
nigga.
got
No,
Finals
he
MVP.
wasn't, bro. KD was the best and most impactful player, nigga. Like you just
He
said.
was not the best.
Yes, he was, bro. Yes, he was. I don't know why y'all niggas trying to argue this shit, bro. I've been arguing this shit this whole week, bro. This whole week I've been arguing this shit. KD's the best.
They were so impactful. They were so impactful. They went down 3-2 to Houston and still won the series, nigga.
What you said, nigga?
He was so impactful that they were down 3-2 to Houston and they still won that series.
We're not talking about 2019, nigga. We're talking about 2017 and 2018, nigga.
Why? Why? Because it's the year that he won the Finals MVP, nigga.
Yes, nigga. And hold on, all right, hold on, Lauren. You want to break? Hold on, Lauren. All right, hold on, Lauren. Let's go to 2019, nigga. 2019, we go to the finals, nigga. They lost to the Raptors without KD, nigga. So, come on, bro. You're cooked.
Nah, they lost because they finally went up against a guy who's in his prime and all-time great, nigga. That's why they lost.
Who couldn't match him? Who couldn't match him, nigga? God forgot, nigga. If KD was there, he would have matched Kawhi. God forgot. You see what happened when he came back, nigga.
He can't match him guard to guard because he can't guard no fucking body, nigga.
Okay, nigga, he would have never been guarding. It would have been Iguodala or Draymond, nigga. Like what? Exactly. Come on, Lauren. Come on, Lauren.
Kawhi would have been guarding him though. But Kawhi would have been guarding him though.
Kawhi was not been guarding him, nigga. It would have been Pascal Siakam, Danny Green. Stop it, bro.
Nigga. Look,
nigga, that nigga Kawhi had to save his energy
look. If Kevin Durant was the best player on that team, then why was the offense ran through Curry? And why did Tyronn Lue say that they were geared to stop Curry, nigga?
Okay, nigga, I don't really care what Tyronn Lue say, nigga. That nigga's like, I don't care what he say, bro.
That's why. Because he's the best player on the team. That's why.
No, nigga.
Hey, Brandon, what you got on Ken's take, man?
Yeah, no, just one other point about Kawhi in that run. So the toughest series the Spurs had that year, other than, I mean, the finals actually was not the toughest series the Spurs had because Miami had injuries. The toughest series the Spurs had that year was against OKC. And that was when they limited Kevin Durant because of, guess what? Kawhi's defense. Kawhi forced Durant into 20 turnovers. He held him to 47% shooting, 33% from three. Kawhi's defense on Durant and Kawhi's defense on LeBron were by far the most impactful events of the Spurs playoff run that year. Kawhi defended Durant. He defended LeBron. He was guarding the best fucking players in the NBA, and he was still having a big offensive impact too.
Role player.
That's cool, but you know what they won't say about? Hold on. Hey, Cam, that's true. He's a role player, whatever. But you know what they will never say about Kawhi when he retires? Oh, he couldn't win without stacked decks like Kevin Durant.
Wait, so Lauren, didn't you hold on, Lauren? Didn't
Kawhi
you say
wasn't
Kawhi
a role player.
Hold on. Wait, hold on, Lauren. Didn't you say that Kawhi was the best player on the Spurs in that year, 2014?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did say that.
When did I say that?
So who's the best player then?
What are you talking about, nigga? I just got into the conversation.
In 2014, nigga, I'm asking you, who was the best player for the Spurs?
You could have made a case it was him, yeah.
So a role player is your best player. You just said he was a role player, but now you're saying he's your best player.
Nigga, you literally no.
Kawhi was Kawhi had responsibilities on offense and defense.
Let me go. Nigga, like literally a minute ago, you were literally singing role player. Are you a retard, my nigga?
Okay, and you agreed with me. You said, yeah, Kawhi was a role player, nigga. And then I just asked you if he was the best player, nigga. So how was your best player a role player, nigga?
Nigga's retarded, bro.
Nah,
That's
you
literally what you
retarded,
just
nigga.
said.
Nah, you retarded, nigga.
You literally just said that.
Okay, and you agreed with
I'm
me,
making
nigga. I'm
fun of you,
asking you,
stupid.
nigga.
I'm making
If
fun of
he,
you, stupid.
I'm asking you, nigga. If he's the best player, how is he a role player?
Bro, I said he's a
What?
role
Come
player
on,
because
bro.
that's what you said.
No, that's
That's what
what
you
you
just said.
said, Ken.
I know,
Dummy.
and no, because I said role player, right? And then he
I
said
don't
it don't matter. Lauren was like, it don't even matter.
And
And I
Ken
said,
Blake said, I never get how Maz said he can't trust all these players, but he praised Kevin Durant, who lost a 3-1 lead to the KD Let's Go to State Warriors. Red and joined the same team that sent him on crying. Damn, Maz. That's crazy.
that was
Maz,
the
do you have
best
any
team of
response?
all time, bro. 73-9.
But yeah, like I said there and said, bro, it's about the clip. It's about Ken. You said the Suns were better than the Clippers.
When
That's
did I
what you
say
said
that?
there. Said
Wait, when
you
did I
said
say
that
that?
before the season.
Okay, nigga. Based off what
Okay,
I
and you
thought
also
the
said
Suns
it a
were gonna
couple
be.
weeks ago.
Yeah, they were. The Clippers
So
was
Ken, who you got going further, the Suns or the Clippers?
right now. What I'm seeing is obviously gonna be the Clippers because y'all gonna
No,
get
no,
an
I'm
easy
saying
first
who you
round
believe
matchup.
in who you believe in, the Suns or the Clippers?
Nigga, I just said what I'm seeing
Who do
right
you
now.
believe in, the Suns or the Clippers?
Nigga, yo, bro.
Who has the best player in those teams?
You said
Who has the
what?
best? Who has the best player between those teams?
Ken's already pledged allegiance to Durant. He can't answer the question.
Shut your dumb ass up, Brandon. All you do is come. All you do is come
You
on this
shut
shit
up,
and
Ken.
lie. You
Ken,
fucker.
all you do is come up and
You
suck Durant's
motherfucker.
cock. You don't even.
You
Ken, you can't
motherfucker.
even give a take without sucking that cock. Man,
You
it's like that
motherfucker.
NWA song, man.
Go
I
eat
can
a
hear
cracker,
Ken
you
sucking that Durant
motherfucker.
cock from
Go eat
here.
a cracker, you motherfucker.
Fuck you. You're the fucking president of the Durant Dick Sucking Club.
You fucking
Durant's done
prick.
nothing but choke his whole
You
career
fucking
in the
prick.
playoffs as a
You
first
fucking
option.
prick, you motherfucker. You fucking prick, you motherfucker.
All right, but
You
Kid, can I
suck
ask you
Durant's
something?
cock.
Hey, Brett, Kid, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, let's go.
Who's better, Katie or Kawhi? Right? Who's better?
Right now?
Who's better?
Right now.
Yeah.
Kawhi.
Now, who's better overall to you?
Overall, KD.
Oh man, what makes Katie better?
Wait. So, I have a question, Ken. So,
What?
Kawhi has limited or shut down Giannis, LeBron, and Durant. Can you name one player that Durant has limited defensively in the playoffs in his entire career? One?
You said
Cook.
Kawhi. Hold on. You said, you just lied, bro. You said Kawhi limited Giannis and who else?
Giannis, Harden, Durant, and LeBron. Those are 4 elite offensive players that Kawhi has limited or shut down. What the fuck has Durant done defensively in the playoffs?
Well, Durant never was a role. Hold on, Brandon. Here's why you're cooked.
Oh,
Because
Durant was never a defensive player. Oh,
no.
That's why
You didn't
Kawhi
let me
shits on
finish. You didn't let
Durant.
me
You're
finish.
fucking
You didn't let
cooked.
me finish, bro. You didn't let me finish, nigga. I was trying to say, nigga, Durant was never a role player in his career, so he never had to share with anybody like in San Antonio. He always was the best offensive option for his team, so he had to carry that load, nigga. That's why defensively, I agree. He been slouched at times in his career. He hasn't been great until he went to Golden State, where he got to share the offensive load because of how the Golden State moved the ball, and he could play both sides of the ball, bro. So you're cooked, Brandon.
So when Kawhi was the first option offensively, when Toronto won the title, guess what? He was still the primary defender on Giannis. So when Kawhi was elite offensively,
Not
he
for
was
the
the
whole
number one
series.
option.
Not for the whole series, though.
Let me finish.
He wasn't
So
for
when
the whole
Kawhi,
series. You're lying about that,
let me finish. Then I'll let you go. When Kawhi was the number one option and he was elite offensively, he carried that Toronto team to a title. He was still playing elite defense and guarding a team's best player. Why couldn't Durant's bitch ass do that?
Do that when? What year? What year?
I just said the year Toronto won the title.
The year Toronto won, KD got hurt. What are you talking about, bro? So why are you bringing
I'm
that up?
talking about what Kawhi did. I'm saying Durant has never done what Kawhi did that year. He's never been the number one option offensively and played elite defense. Durant ain't even a fucking two-way player.
When he went to Golden State, he wasn't a two-way player, Brandon?
Not consistently.
Yeah, but somehow he still was a great defender, and he led the league in blocks for a couple years.
Bullshit.
But,
he was not a
he
great
wasn't
defender.
All right. Anyway,
Kevin Durant was never a great defender. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, he was. And Golden State, yes, he was, bro.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was, bro. I'm not arguing with you.
He was.
Anyway, you said, hold on, bro, because you lied.
Kawhi has better handles. Kawhi's a better 3-level scorer than Durant, too. Durant's never been a great scorer in the paint because he's a fucking beanstalk. Kawhi's built like a fucking ox. He's strong as fuck. Kawhi can finish in the paint. He can handle physical defense. We've seen Durant get exposed by physical defense multiple years against Memphis and Tony Allen, also against Boston in the first round. Durant gets shoved around like a bitch in the playoffs multiple years. Kawhi never does.
Damn, kid.
Nah, because he's not cooking because at the end of the day, all time, KD's still over Kawhi, bro.
Damn, kid.
Longevity, bro. Longevity goes to KD all time, bro. I don't care.
Stop it, nigga. No GM. Hold on.
Longevity.
No GM.
Longevity is the weakest argument anyone can make.
Exactly.
Damn, kid.
Fuck longevity. It's about
why
winning.
you get cooked like this, kid? Come on. What's your counter, kid?
I mean, he lied. The point I was trying to make about Kawhi, he lied about
I'm not
the point.
lying. Stop.
Yo, let me finish, bro. I'll let you go, bro. He lied about the point where he said he locked up Giannis, nigga. First of all, nigga, you got to put it up to context, nigga.
He said he
in the first half of that series, nigga.
Yeah, I didn't say locked up Giannis.
Bro, let me finish, nigga. You keep talking, bro. Shut your dumb ass up, nigga. Like I was saying, bro. The point I'm making is Kawhi did not lock up Giannis, first of all, bro, because he still had other wings on the floor, such as like a Pascal Siakam, and he also had like a shot blocker and Ibaka and what's the name, Gasol, helping him protect the rim. So yes, Kawhi was
There's nothing wrong
point
with
of attack.
There's nothing wrong.
Kawhi was the point of attack defender, but he still had help behind.
Yeah,
him
but there's hold on. But there's nothing wrong with having backline help to a guy that's
because he said no. I'm cooking the point where he said Kawhi locked up Giannis. That's not true. He didn't lock up Giannis.
Oh, I never said Kawhi locked up
Yes,
Giannis.
you did, nigga. Yes, you did, nigga. You say he locked up Giannis. Harden, stop lying, bro.
I said
he limited Ken.
This nigga lies too much, bro.
No, that's wrong.
Fair. So how come when Milwaukee played the Nets in the playoffs, how come Durant didn't guard Giannis?
Durant wasn't the same defender. I agree. He wasn't the same defender after that Achilles injury.
He's way bigger.
He was never. Durant was never a good defender.
Yes, he was. Stop lying.
Okay,
bro.
so give me a year in OKC where Durant played good defense. Give me a year.
They had multiple top. They had hold on. They had multiple top 5 defenses, nigga. Come on, bro. You cook, Brandon.
Okay, so give me a year. Give me a player that Durant locked up defensively in the playoffs. Because at different times, Kawhi limited or locked up Harden, Giannis, LeBron, and Durant. Okay, so I'm giving you.
He just said it again. He just said Kawhi. You see, he lied. He just said Kawhi locked up Giannis, nigga. You lied again.
No,
bro.
I said limited. I said
no,
limited
you said
or
locked up,
down.
Nigga. You said locked up.
I said limited or locked down.
You said locked up, nigga.
Wrong. Okay, so
and
I'm saying Kawhi limited or locked down 4 superstars. Name one superstar that Durant even limited in the playoffs defensively. Name one.
I think he limited who was it? Dame in the second round in 2017.
What?
It was Dame. Dame in 2017.
He didn't guard it, Dame. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
He would guard Dame
in 2017.
That was Sean Livingston and Iggy.
No, it wasn't.
And Klay Thompson guarded him. What are you talking about?
KD too.
Oh my gosh!
Come on, y'all
That's a
underrated
clown
KD
take,
defense, bro.
I mean, the whole thing about Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant never wanted to be a two-way player. Kevin Durant, the way he plays basketball, he's got a little Carmelo in him, where Kevin Durant thinks he's such a great transcendent scorer that it's not his job to play defense. It's everyone else's. Kevin Durant never wanted to be a two-way player. He never gave a fuck about defense until later in his career. Kevin Durant he had no impact defensively at any point in his career with OKC.
You got 0 defensive teams. 0, nigga. 0. That's crazy.
Ken, what's your response to that?
Fucking 0. 0, my nigga.
It ain't really a response to that. That shit over with.
You gonna play 20 years in the league and you got 0 defensive teams?
Mingle, can I ask you a question, Mingle?
But didn't hold on.
Mingle, can I ask you a question?
Didn't KD
Even
lead the league in total blocks last season, though, in Brooklyn? Okay, then, y'all dumbass niggas. Fuck is wrong with y'all, nigga? He's a great rim protector, nigga. He's a great
Durant
outside
literally
defender,
has never
nigga.
made a single defensive team in his whole career.
Okay, nigga, I don't care about that, nigga. I care about, nigga, your impact on defense, what I'm seeing, nigga. And what I see in 2017 and 2018, nigga, he
He
was a
never
great
had an
defender for
impact
Golden State.
defensively in the playoffs.
Yes, he did, nigga. Yes, he did, nigga. He
No,
was
he
a great help side defender, nigga. And he was great. He was not
Hold on.
bad. He was actually above average on ball defender in 2017, 2018.
Ken,
Nigga, so.
you got KD top 10 all time, right?
No, I don't have a top 10. I have like top 15, top 20.
Top 15? That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's not insane. A lot of people agree with that. So y'all just KD haters, so y'all wouldn't agree with that. Y'all dumbass niggas. Hold on, y'all dumbass niggas probably got Kawhi over KD all time, nigga. So
yeah, I do. You have KD
you're
over
just a
Kawhi?
cockhead. That's why you're a cockhead, man. You're just a fucking cockhead.
Cockhead.
Somebody crazy as hell, man. Somebody crazy as hell.
You're a clown. Wait, so you have KD? You have KD over Kawhi?
All time, of course.
That's crazy.
I think. Listen, I think KD peaked higher than Kawhi.
No, he did not. Stop it. That is a lie.
Hold on.
Yeah, you lying, Ken. Stop it.
No, I'm not lying.
Bro.
Higher than Kawhi.
P. Kawhi is arguably the greatest two-way wing of all time. Arguably.
Lauren.
Stop it, nigga.
Hold on, Lauren. Let me ask you a question. When was Kawhi peak? What years? Give me the years.
2017, 2019, 2020, 21.
You said 2017,
2019, 2020, 21.
Hold on. You can't count 2017, 2021 because he got hurt.
No, 2016, 2017.
He got hurt in the Western Conference Finals, bro. He got hurt, nigga.
I'm talking.
He got hurt in the Western Conference Finals.
Hold on.
God, this nigga Lauren.
Okay, cool. So look, this is checkmate. So if Kevin Durant peaked higher, he only peaked on one side of the ball, and Kawhi literally carried a fucking team that never won shit to the fucking finals and won it all as the best defensive player and offensive player on the team. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
That team was established already, nigga. That team was established already, bro.
Yeah, they were an established loser who couldn't get to the finals.
But Ken, that team wasn't winning that without Kawhi.
I know it because LeBron wasn't there. Hold on, Minga, you hold on.
They would never be able to
They would have smacked the cat.
Minga, you telling me?
Hold on, Ken. So this is what you basically saying. You basically saying if you remove LeBron James from the East, which the East when LeBron James left got way tougher because you got teams like Milwaukee and the Giannis Bucks were getting better as well. You got the 76ers that added Jimmy Butler as well, and they were stacked as well. You got the Boston Celtics, who was emerging as a contender as well, and you got other teams in the East as well who was getting better. You tell me that the Toronto Raptors with DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry would either beat the 60-win Bucks team, they'd have beat the Boston team, and they would beat one of the Philly teams. You tell me they would have beat them.
Yes,
Milwaukee would have swept Toronto with DeRozan.
Hold on, the LeBron team gave Toronto the most trouble if y'all look at it. There was no other team.
They were losing in the second round routinely. What are you talking about? They were losing to the Pacers. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
They got better every season though.
Bro,
and then they ran into LeBron.
The Cavs are getting smoked by they fucking barely beat Indiana, bro. The year out before the year he left. He would have got smoked by Milwaukee. The Sixers would have kicked his ass, and so would have the fucking what's the other team? Toronto with Kawhi. He not beating none of those teams, bro. Stop it, my nigga.
Yeah, that Philadelphia team was fucking loaded with Butler and Embiid. I mean, that Philadelphia team would have obliterated Toronto if they didn't have Kawhi.
That's not true.
You can't just even believe the argument.
Bro, he literally won that fucking like that series basically single-handedly. Everybody was trashing that fucking series besides him.
But it was definitely true.
You're crazy.
Toronto, hold on,
Ken. You think DeMar DeRozan would have won with this shit? Look at this shit.
No, he wouldn't.
Hold on. See, I cooked Mookie on this shit already, bro. The Toronto Raptors in that series in the Eastern Conference semifinals, they hit enough shots to win that series, bro. So you keep bringing up
shot like 40% from the
field. It doesn't matter, bro. They hit enough shots to space the floor for Kawhi to be Kawhi, bro.
So Fred VanVleet, hold on. So Fred VanVleet, 2 points per game. was enough
Fairly
space.
ain't the only player on that team, nigga. Danny,
So
you
who
still had
was
Danny
making the
Green, you
floor?
still had Norman Powell. Come on, bro. You still had Ibaka, you still had
Norman Powell was
Gasol.
barely playing minutes. See, this is why I know you didn't watch the series, bro.
Come on, bro.
Hey. This is a top 10 reach that I've ever heard on this fucking channel, bro. Just give it
Wait,
up, Ken, bro.
so Ken, it's just a simple question though. You think Toronto with DeRozan would have beaten a Philadelphia team with Butler, Embiid, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, and JJ Redick? You think Toronto could have beaten that team with DeRozan?
They have a great chance, just like with Kawhi. They have a great chance, just like with Kawhi, bro. That's what I
No,
think.
the hell
You
they don't.
think they?
No, he didn't.
No, Philadelphia would have swept Toronto with DeRozan that
Because
year.
hold on, because the Butler we see right now wasn't the Butler back then. Neither was the Embiid. They got better. Butler and Embiid, they got better. Maybe if you said the Embiid right now and the Butler right now back then yeah. But they weren't the same players back then that they are right now, bro. So I could argue it, bro. I could argue it. They weren't as good as they are now, bro. So I could argue
It
it.
doesn't matter. You still can't.
Yes,
The
I can,
Philadelphia
bro.
team was very.
Yes, I can.
That Philadelphia team was loaded.
They were loaded, but I feel like they didn't have no true closer, and that what affected them in the playoffs. They didn't have a true closer.
No, they had a closer. Butler was the closer. The problem was that it's interesting if you look at the Philadelphia Toronto series. Everybody talks about Game 7, but Game 4 was really where that series turned. That was Embiid had the flu that game, so he almost didn't score, and Philly still almost won that game because of how talented the 76ers were. That Philly team would have swept Toronto with DeRozan. I mean, DeRozan's ISO style basketball just never worked in the playoffs.
Who knows? Maybe hold on. Who knows? Maybe Nick Nurse could have built a system just like around Kawhi. Could have built it around DeRozan.
Nobody can win with DeRozan in the playoffs.
No, I disagree with that.
Let me ask you something. Hey, Ken, let me ask you something. Do you think, and I'll be honest with you, do you think KD is still a top 5 player in the NBA?
Let's see. You got B, Jokic, Giannis.
Think about it that much, he's not, bro.
No, because I'm trying to think about the top 5 players right now. Would I have him over anybody? Hold on. You got B, Jokic, Giannis, Luka. Damn. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You could argue it though. Like number wise, but his efficiency is down. His efficiency is down from last year though. So that's the argument you could argue that back against me, saying, "Oh, he's not as efficient as he used to be from the mid range." That's the only thing you could argue. Other than that, bro, KD's playing like a top 5. He's playing like a top 5 player, bro. It's just his efficiency is down. That's it. So yeah, I could say that. Yeah, Mook could say that. I could say KD's a top 5 player right now.
Wait, but you just said you thought Kawhi is better than Durant now, so that means you have Kawhi as one of the 4 best players in the NBA.
Wait, I thought we were talking about the whole season. If we talking about this stretch right now, I'm talking about Kawhi. Yeah, Kawhi is the better player from this stretch from December to January.
So if you have Durant top 5 and you're saying Kawhi's better than Durant, you're saying you think Kawhi is one of the 4 best players in the NBA.
Yeah, I think Kawhi is the 4 best player in the NBA. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. He said Embiid was horrible that series. Tyson, what are you talking about, Tyson? Tyson, check in, Tyson. You be scared.
He was because he was.
No, Embiid had the flu in Game 4, but Embiid, he's only looking at off. Embiid had a huge impact defensively. Embiid was not bad in that series. Embiid was nowhere near the player back then he is now. So
that's my point. That's my point, Brandon. That's why I think DeRozan will have a good chance against that team.
Philadelphia was still one of the best teams in the league that year, and Jimmy Butler was in his prime. I mean, you can argue Butler was better in Miami, but Butler was in his prime that year. Butler played very well.
Like if you look at that Game 7, neither team could hit a shot, bro. So and DeMar DeRozan is great in clutch time and getting clutch buckets. So I think you put
not in the playoffs.
Yeah, you could argue it, bro. You could argue it. You could argue in the playoffs. He don't need. Hold on, listen. He don't need to be efficient. Hold on, he don't need to be a. Yo, hold on, Brandon. He don't need to be efficient. He just needs to hit big shots. He don't need to be efficient. He just need to hit big shots.
But the other thing you're missing is DeRozan was always a bad defender. So that Toronto team was one of the best defensive teams in the league, and one of the main reasons Toronto was such an elite defensive team was because of Kawhi. They wouldn't have been anywhere close to what they were defensively with DeRozan.
That Toronto defense with Kawhi was historically one of the greatest playoff defenses in NBA history.
Toronto would have never been the same team defensively with DeRozan.
Facts.
Hold on. Yeah, part of being a great all-time great defense, you have to get a little bit of luck. Other teams have to like miss shots. Like I think Philly and
what the fuck,
some of those teams just miss shots. Nigga, come on, bro. You can't hold on, bro. Offensive
it's
players,
about your ability to play deep. Come on, bro. That's a tragedy.
Hold on, Mookie. Offensive players have the advantage nowadays than back then, bro. Because the defensive players had advantage back then. The rules is built for the offensive players nowadays, bro.
In the playoffs, it's not as open. In the playoffs, it's not as open as it is in the regular season, man.
Nah. I still think you can't hand check in the playoffs. You still can't hand check.
Yeah, but you're more physical in the playoffs.
Yeah, it gets physical, but I think Philly, they just miss shots. Some of it is just miss shots, some of it is good defense, bro. I don't think it's just all good defense. I think some of it is just miss shots. You miss shots.
You do know that Toronto played 4 rounds in that year, right? And that's why they consider an historically great playoff defensive team.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, because the other thing is Toronto's offense was not that great in the playoffs that year. It was
Tyson,
the defense that carried them for most of those series.
Tyson, once again, you said they were the top defense before Kawhi. Bro, you comparing their defensive rating compared to what they were playing. In the Eastern Conference, they was facing weaker competition, bro. Once Kawhi got to that conference, the conference got even significantly stronger. And plus, on top of that, bro, it's the difference between being a top 7 to 8 defensive unit for being, when you get Kawhi Leonard, you be one of the greatest defensive units of all time great. Kawhi anchored that defense to be all time great. They don't win that series if Kawhi didn't take the challenge in game 3 to guard Giannis on the point of attack and allow other guys to make their job more easier to be the back line help. They don't win that series if Kawhi doesn't go off and then limit Jimmy Butler's output and also just be a force to be reckoned with those 2 ways. Stop it, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, and to disprove what Tyson is saying, if Toronto was that good defensively before they got Kawhi, they wouldn't have been fucking obliterated. They wouldn't have. Toronto wouldn't have. Let me finish. Toronto wouldn't have been obliterated by a Cleveland team that didn't even have fucking Kyrie if they were that good defensively before they got Kawhi.
Yeah, Tyson just looking at stats.
Indiana took them 7 games, but the number 1 seed got swept in the fucking second round. Like, get out of here, bro.
Yeah, I can't believe you think. I can't believe you think that, bro. I can't believe you think.
KD's a top 5.
The same impact as Kawhi, Pete. You don't know ball, bro.
No, but I'm not. Hold on. See, you just put words on. I never said the Rose has the same impact.
So why you think they have a chance of beating Philly then?
Because I think DeRozan one of the clutch players in the NBA at that time. I think you put him in at Toronto. Yes, he was one of the clutch.
DeRozan is a playoff.
All right, I'm off the panel.
But hold on, Mook. I'm not arguing he's the playoff job. I'm saying if you need a clutch buckets, I think DeRozan could provide that for you, bro. Especially in that game 7. That shot that Kawhi hit was lucky as hell. Y'all all know that shit, man.
Man, Ken, you crazy as hell, Ken.
Who's he gonna guard?
You coming up here capping for Kawhi too? That shit crazy.
Who's he gonna guard, Ken? Who's the DeRozan gonna guard?
I mean, Kawhi, he missed a he get his disability check, but the separator between those 2 niggas. And today, Kawhi Leonard went to the same team DeRozan was on and won and goddamn 1 season.
He didn't have to play LeBron though, Herm.
I mean, that's true, played LeBron. But still, nobody thought Toronto was gonna win a damn title, and Kawhi did it. So you got to be real about that.
Yeah. Nobody thought until they played the injured Warriors. So I mean, that shit was a hospital ring.
I mean, the Warriors beat Cleveland in the first game.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Just off niggas being hurt.
Can I ask you a question? Was KD rings from 17 to 18 a hospital ring?
17, no, because LeBron and Kyrie was healthy.
Kawhi got hurt.
No, hold on. You just sat there and
I got
said
hurt.
that Kawhi rings was a hospital ring because he faced an injured Warriors team. So let's
Bro,
do.
bro,
Hold on, Ken, shut the fuck up. Ken, shut up. Let's go back. KD in 2017 faced the injured San Antonio Spurs team, which by far would be the toughest challenge throughout the whole entire postseason. They faced an injured Spurs team, and then 2018 when they were on the brink of elimination, Chris Paul gets hurt in a key pivotal game 5 when the Houston Rockets was up 3-2. Two teams that would have gave the Warriors a run for their money. So then I ask you again, was that a hospital ring because KD faced two teams that would have gave him a run for the money and their star players were hurt?
2017, bro. I still think even if Kawhi played, they still would have won.
I'm asking you again. You just
I just told you, nigga.
Hold on,
in
Ken.
2017,
Ken,
nigga, I still think they would have won.
Hold on, Ken. You just sat there and said that Kawhi Leonard had a hospital ring because he faced an injured Golden State Warriors team. So why you don't use that same logic when you talk about Kevin Durant?
Because San Antonio wasn't better than Golden State, in my opinion, bro. San Antonio wasn't better than Golden State, in my opinion.
So why they was up 25? So why they was up 25 and kicked their ass in the regular season?
I mean, it's one game, bro. Man. You still
can I ask you a question?
Other games, come on, bro.
Was 2018 a hospital ring?
Yeah. Hold on, Mookie. If you heard me,
was 2018 a hospital ring?
Can I answer the question? I'm gonna tell you, bro. Like if you heard me, I said that I thought
you gonna let Mook put you in that simple
Hold on,
Can you answer
Herb,
the question?
Herb, let me answer the question. Herb, keep cutting me off. Let me answer the question. In 2018, nigga, like I was saying earlier, I think if Chris Paul was healthy, they would have beat Golden State, bro. So
okay, so can you say it was a hospital ring?
I'm not arguing that. I'm saying 2017.
Can you say it was a hospital ring? Yes or no?
I'm not arguing it's a hospital ring, bro.
Okay, so can you say that KD won a hospital ring as well?
I mean, he got lucky in 2018 because Chris Paul got
can you say he won a hospital ring, Ken?
I still think they faced healthy other.
Can you say he? Ken, you just sat here and said Kawhi won a hospital ring because he faced an injured team in the finals.
Because he
KD faced
an
injured team leading up to the finals. So did he win a hospital ring?
I mean, he still faced healthy others. Like,
can I ask?
His team wasn't healthy though. Curry was hurt in the first round.
Hold on, Ken. Kawhi faced healthy team leading up to the final. What's their point?
Okay, but anybody.
Okay, so I'm asking you again. Did KD face an injured team leading up to the finals? Yes or no?
Was KD team hurt in 2018, bro?
Can you answer the question, Ken? Did he face an injured team leading up to the finals?
I mean, yeah, bro, but I still
think... Was that not a hospital ring? Yes or no?
Listen, bro.
Was that not a hospital ring, Ken? Come on.
He still faced healthy teams.
Was that not a hospital ring for facing injured teams in the final, just like Kawhi?
Other than Houston, though, he still faced healthy teams other than Houston.
Hold on, Ken. And Kawhi faced other teams except for the other than Golden State.
Okay,
what's your point?
Okay, but Kawhi team was also healthy though.
KD team was also hurt. Healthy as well,
kid. Curry was coming off an injury.
Curry played that series. What are you talking about?
But he missed games though. Come on, bro.
And Kawhi's team wasn't healthy because Kawhi was hurt. He had an injured knee.
He didn't miss any games though. He didn't miss any games.
And Curry hasn't missed no games as well.
Oh my, yes he did in the first round versus San Antonio. And then in 2017,
I'm talking about in the series.
And in 2017, KD missed some
games.
Can I
ask you a question? Did KD had a hospital ring facing the injured Rockets team?
You know what, bro? I'm gonna say no because Golden State was also banged up.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. See, he got cooked so bad, he not even consistent, bro. You don't know basketball. You was a biased ass KD goggler, and you don't know shit about basketball.
So was the argument he was trying to make, because I just got in here, was he trying to say if DeMar DeRozan was on that Raptors team, they would have won a championship?
Yes. And he tried to sit here and discredit Kawhi's ring, saying that he won a hospital ring. Meanwhile, he tried to discredit Kawhi's ring, saying that he won a hospital ring. Meanwhile, you can use that same logic for KD in 17 and 18 when he faced an injured Golden State Warriors team. I mean, an injured Houston Rockets team, and faced an injured San Antonio Spurs team. Still won a championship despite injuries. But since he got so cooked and he didn't know what to say,
he just proved that how bad he just is stupid, bro. Get his ass out of here. He don't know no basketball, bro. Herm, was you wrong? Herm, was you wrong with Titty over titles? Herm.
He still got to prove it in the play.
That's
But it's
crazy.
different though.
That's crazy how Miles don't believe in Harden, man. After what he done for your bum ass city, nigga.
Lord Rand, do you fault me for having
no
a cause to pause on James Harden, bro?
Bro, there's no issues in having reservations about James Harden, bro, because everybody knows his MO. Everybody knows, yeah.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, that's only natural.
Bro. Right, and that's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
And what does it matter? Look, what does it matter? Let's say the Clippers, they continue to play great, and at the end of the season, they're the number one seed because it's not out of the realm of possibility that they can get the first seed. And if they don't win, what happens? You know what I'm saying? Then nothing happens.
Yeah, all this means nothing again.
Exactly.
Right.
If they lose, bro, I'm gonna be pissed off.
And Lord Rand, Mookie felt the same way I felt.
It's championship or bust.
Yeah.
Here's what's funny though, Lord Rand. Mookie said the Clippers ain't making the playoffs, and so he felt the same way I felt about this team and shit. And now all of a sudden he like them. I mean, come on, it's crazy, man.
You said what, Moss?
Yeah,
you said they weren't making the playoffs even after they got James Harden.
At the time, I did,
and so you went from that to now.
At the time, I didn't think they was gonna make the playoffs.
Okay,
yeah, I was gonna ask you when you jump back on the bandwagon, though. I was gonna ask you that.
I jumped on the bandwagon once I saw consistency for like how they played, not because of the winning, but how they played, the playing style, and just the great coaching that I see for Tyloo. So that's when I jumped back on the bandwagon.
I told you not to worry about. I told you not to worry about Kawhi, bro. He had surgery in the offseason, bro. I told you.
Man, stop it. Kawhi's not a top 10 player. Like, we gotta be honest.
Damn, Mookie, you ran Ken out, Mookie.
Yeah, he ran his ass off. That nigga said, hey, he said, no, this is not a hospital ring. Like, you sound dumb as hell, bro.
Yeah, that was.
Hey, Hearn, can I ask you a question? Why you don't believe titties over titles in James Harden?
Say that again.
Why you don't believe titties over titles in James Harden?
Man, you boys sad and pathetic, man. Sad and pathetic.
But for real though, James Harden.
Hey, we're good. We're good, y'all.
Hey, but he's shown the inability to come through when his team needed him the most in Houston. That horrific performance in that game 7, to which that if he just go to the goal and get to the free throw line, they'll probably win that game and go to the NBA Finals. Philly last year, he had the horrific game 6 and game 7. Even though he won a couple of games without Embiid playing, but still, he could have had better play that game 6 to seal the deal at home. He just got a whole NBA Finals when he was with OKC. Had a horrific NBA Finals. It just that he had so many bad moments in the playoffs. It's kind of hard to give him the benefit of the doubt that he could stay on this positive track when things get tight in the playoffs. So that's the thing with James Harden that everybody had concern for. Outside of that, he's playing good basketball right now. But you look at his track record, you got to take it serious, and you cannot ignore what he has done in his past.
This my thing, though, man.
Go ahead.
Other thing, man. I want to say this real quick. I feel like Mavs kind of overanalyzing this whole situation, man. Look here, man. James Harden playing with Kawhi Leonard, man. I think we keep forgetting that, bro. He's the third option, man. You know. Once upon a time, there was a guy named Kyle Lowry who had a mental breakdown in playoffs 2-3 years in a row. Was sat out the post game, stayed at the ring, and started shooting around because he had such horrible performances against Cleveland. So you telling me, if Kyle Lowry can't change the narrative about his career with Kawhi, James Harden can't? That's the third wheel who's not asked to be scored 30 points a game, 25 points a game. I mean, like examples like last night, he had 8 points, 13 assists, 2 out of 7 from the field. I mean, we won by double digits. So I'm not too hard on that, man. I think the Clippers need to take it one day. Clippers got to stay healthy, man. That's the biggest thing. I'm not concerned about if Harden gonna show up at the third wheel, bro. I don't expect Harden to be 25-12, bro.
I think they will. I think they will. Because Kawhi
I
even
mean,
said
I
it. So
understand what
this
people
is the
having
first time he's
concerns
been
about
healthy.
James Harden in the postseason, but it's just
Yeah,
I mean, it
and
is
I
what it
think I think for Clippers fans, the difference between James Harden back in Houston, as was mentioned, he's not the first option. Also, when he was a supporting character to Joel Embiid, Kevin Durant, he's never been paired with an all-time great playoff performer like a Kawhi Leonard he can play off of. I think that's the hope for Clippers fans. They're just expecting him to create for Kawhi and Paul George. They're not expecting him to have
Right.
the offensive load he had in Houston. So it's a little
See, I'm
different situation.
see. I've been listening to y'all the whole time. You made some good points. Other than that Tony Parker take, what I'm saying? Because I was waiting on somebody to say it. You brought up Kyle Lowry, and I'm waiting on somebody to bring it up. That Tony Parker, now you could have kept that one because Tony Parker was still
Who
elite.
said
But
Tony Parker?
then Brandon say Tony Parker
Yeah,
was
Now the other
Patrick Prime.
yeah.
Oh, it was
it was
him.
the other dude.
Okay, my bad. What up, Lord Rand?
How you doing, Tom? How you doing, bro?
He was doing good till he said that. Mook, I just feel like this, Mook. I think we overanalyzed that though, Mook. I ain't gonna lie to you, Mook. I think all the Clippers got to do is stay healthy, and I'm looking forward to how they play this month. If they can finish out this month similar like last month. They
Yep.
should be the number one seed.
Yep.
Um,
Yes, sir.
and I just think health.
They better.
That's the only thing concerned me. Y'all concerned about Harden. I'm concerned about health. That's the only thing, bro. 'Cause I feel like it's the only thing that's been
I
stopping the
think Kawhi
Clippers
gonna
from
play the whole
winning the
season.
championship.
Show.
I hope.
Hey, show.
Hey,
I,
that's what I'm hoping for, Lord Rand.
I think Kawhi is gonna stay healthy the whole year because they asked him about how's he feeling. He said this is the first time I feel healthy in like 5 seasons.
You sure did say
That's
that
what
too.
that's what he
He
said.
said it.
So yeah.
Yeah,
You
he
gotta
said
remember last year.
he
He
said
might,
he said it's the first time he don't feel no pain after game, which I was like, that's crazy.
yeah, but you gotta remember last year. Like this is first time coming out that knee surgery, and they said the knee surgery it didn't even go as well as they wanted to. So the second one he got, I mean, it really helped him out. I mean, he was still dealing with knee soreness all year long. He had the ankle sprain, so it's a lot of stuff he was dealing with the first year back. So this year he finally get a full season. First he got a full season of coming back and getting into rhythm. He got the second operation, so he got a whole off season to really work
I
out and
gotta
all that
ask you
stuff.
this, show. I gotta ask you
So
this, though, show and Mook. I'm gonna put both y'all in this.
so now
I mean,
he should be all right,
it's
man. Why
I
good?
ignore the pain too. It was a lot of money on the line. Hey
Man,
man, that
whatever.
nigga got a lot of money on the line. Shit, I wouldn't talk about no
Uh,
damn pain either. Put some damn money on the line.
That's a
Hey,
good
move.
point. That's a
Hey,
good
move.
point. I
Not move.
respect that.
Her.
I respect that, huh?
Hey, her. Yeah, her. It's all right, move. Her. Cause we get the championship. That's all that matters, man. I don't care about nothing else.
Fluid though.
You go
He
whatever narrative you want to go with. I ain't tripping. I just want the championship,
I
man.
was
he
just
looks
asking
fluid though.
y'all though. I mean, at Showtime, if you got 200, 300 million on the line, you go ignore some pain too, right around.
But Kawhi Leonard been.
But he's moving better on defense too. If I ain't noticed
Oh,
that,
that's a fact. But this the thing
even on
though.
oh yeah,
defense.
his defense, yeah.
Kawhi don't get credit for Duke when he do play through injuries. He played literally with a torn arm meniscus. It just got worse after game two. He was still playing on it. The game one. He been torn his
Yeah,
meniscus, but
the
that
swelling
knee
got
got
out of
swollen.
hand though. His
Yeah,
swelling
I
got out
mean,
of hand.
he always played through this injury.
Yeah.
He don't get credit for that though, bro. Like everybody like to harp on this stuff, man. I don't understand. He gonna show y'all though, man.
Hey, show a move. Did Kawhi have that secret knee surgery after they beat Toronto after
Clippers ain't
Toronto
getting no
won a
fucking
championship
championship,
then?
man. Y'all gotta stop.
Huh?
Clippers ain't winning no fucking championship. Y'all niggas need to stop saying shit, bro. It's been
That's you a
five, six
Laker
years,
fan
bro.
though,
Can I
Tyree.
ask you a
It's been
question? Hold on.
five,
Tyree, you
six
a
Can I
years,
Laker
bro. Y'all
fan
niggas
though.
ain't
Of
winning
course
no
you gonna
fucking
say that.
shit,
hold
bro.
on, her. Can I ask you a question, sir?
What
Who's
up?
your team?
The Lakers, nigga?
Oh man.
So why are you worried about the Clippers when y'all got your own issues? Don't you gotta worry
Can I
about
ask you
finding a new
something?
Come
coach?
on, bro.
Okay, now let me ask the question now. When the last time y'all won a chip?
When's the last time y'all beat us? When's the last time y'all stopped complaining
Shut your
about
bitch ass
losing?
up.
When's the
He ain't
last
won
time y'all
no
stopped complaining
championships,
about
nigga.
losing, bro?
Stop
Y'all
it.
see it. Why are you so focused on old
Kawhi
Tom
Leonard is not gonna
that
be
you were
healthy for the
barely around
postseason.
for?
This nigga gonna tweak
So
her
so
ankle.
so wait, wait, wait,
Paul
wait.
George, he
Wait,
gonna miss
wait,
it
wait.
because his
Look,
old
question,
lady got a
question.
trip the next day. So
Question
he
though.
gonna miss the
So
Tyree, he
you're
might
postseason.
be on
happy.
them
Like
Hold
PEDs.
on.
So
LeBron
Let
you're
got
nigga
happy
DJ.
about
Hold
LeBron
on. Let
got
that.
quite
DJ.
a
Go
I,
ahead.
I
Go
thought
ahead.
the
PEDs,
I
man.
thought
Go
the
ahead,
point of
DJ.
playing every NBA game was to get some more titles, but you're so stuck on your old titles you don't care anymore
nigga, y'all ain't
about
got
the
a title
championship.
yet,
Why you worried about us getting one? Shouldn't you focus on your own team, worrying about getting another?
bro. You talking about y'all win a championship this year, right? You think y'all gonna
No
win
one's
one?
saying,
Yes or no?
no one's saying, no
Do you
one's
believe
saying,
y'all gonna win one this year?
no one's saying it's guaranteed.
You
But we're
believe
saying
y'all gonna
there's a
win one
real
this year?
this team. We believe we can.
You gonna
This
win one
team
this
is
year,
strong
bro?
enough
Answer
to
the
do so.
question. Do
All
you
right.
This
believe y'all
team,
gonna win
yes,
this
we
year?
believe this team can win the
Hey, but
championship.
Tyree, I ain't gonna
Man, y'all
say
believe
this.
that? Y'all believe that
Even
every
Here
week.
you go. You want to hear?
even if Kawhi tear ACL because there's some money on the line, that nigga gonna play through this shit, man.
He ain't
It's
playing through
300
shit. That nigga
million
gonna
on the
sit his ass.
line,
Hey,
He
man.
gonna
hold
sit
on.
his
Let me
injured ass
It's
let me
down.
300 million on
let
the
me let me
line, bro.
got let me go to DJ. DJ, what you think about James Harden and how you think he's been changing the thing, the Los Angeles
When you
Clippers, and
became a James Harden fan, though, that's crazy.
because he's on my team.
Oh, now you dig ride a nigga because he on your team. This shit
You gotta
crazy, bro.
support him. You
You
some
got to support him.
when he's
Nigga,
against
you
us, you're
sound
not
like a
gonna
nigga
like it.
baby mama or some shit. You gotta
Hey,
support him.
I don't like
Babu,
that.
they keep saying though you a Celtics fan, man. They say stay with the Celtics, move.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
They say
I
stay
never
with the
said I was,
Celtics, man.
bro. I am a basketball content creator. Just because I make streams about the Boston Celtics, giving them credit on how great they're playing basketball, that'll mean I am a Celtics fan. I am a Clippers fan. I make Clippers streams. I make.
So
If you
who
look
been
at
playing better the last 30 days,
if
move?
you look at
Kawhi
all of
Leonard
my
or Jason
hold
Tatum the
on,
last 30
bro,
days?
hold on, Hearn. I'm about to kick your ass out because you trying to switch the topic, man. What I'm saying is this: is that when you look at all of my content, is mostly Clipper content / Laker content, but it's
That's
Clipper
a good
content.
question, Herm. He ain't gonna answer that.
Hey, that's a fact,
Kawhi Leonard,
Joe.
he's the
That's a
main
fact,
dude that
Joe.
was over there shooting
But
every
DJ,
Nah, I
what you
ain't see
got on
that. He ain't gonna answer that question. See
DJ?
that?
What you
He
got?
quick to move
DJ,
on.
what you got on the Clippers? DJ, hold on, Hearn. DJ, what you got on the Clippers of how they been playing with James Harden? How you like the advantage creation? James Harden's setting up guys, and what you think about this, man?
The main thing is that it's his ability to draw people out to the 3-point line. You didn't have that with Russ. That was the main thing. Now you got a threat that's shown that he's still a viable 3 scoring level option. He's got elite playmaking and he's been solid defensively. He's actually over there having more steals and blocks than he's ever had in like the span of 10 years playing the game for him. So it's wild. But it's just everybody doing their job defensively and offensively. Now you're adding in the fact that Terrence is shooting better from 3 ever since the new year started. So now you're making it easier to where people are going to have to start coming out to him and not letting him just shoot wide open threes because he's knocking them down now, which is probably the best thing for the starting lineup too. Now you're adding in another solid option that can space the floor, and he's also the best point of attack defender right now. So entirely, the team was already set. It's just that James Harden comes in and makes it easier for his game and everybody else because of gravity and who he is. You're not just going to leave him wide open. You're not just going to let him come up the court without trying to get him in trouble. Like, I'll try to stop him. They're throwing doubles at him when he brings the ball up. Like that's nuts. How they think, oh, we got to throw doubles at James, and you're gonna leave Kawhi Leonard and Paul George over there opening the corner somewhere. Like, are you serious? I don't think that's a smart idea, but that's what they're doing, and that's because they can't really. They're trying to pick and choose who to stop. But if you're gonna dish it up, if you're gonna try and stop James at the top of the key, you got Zubac who knows how to make a good pass too. Then you got the guys that are cutting. PG, Kawhi, T-Man, Norm, whoever it is. Those guys aren't standing in the corners. Everybody's cutting. Everybody's moving. So now it just makes it
Man,
easier.
now that Terrence man hitting shots, that's trouble. That's
Hey,
Hey
only
DJ,
thing
DJ,
that
do you
is.
believe? DJ, do you believe in Terrence, man?
My main issue, the main issue for him all season is that he couldn't shoot. That was the main thing. For some reason, he was shooting below. He was shooting 22% before the new year started. Now I think he's shooting like 48, 47% at the start of the new year. Like, that was the main thing. No one was getting on Terrence about his defense or his energy or his rebounding.
So 2
Everybody was
games
getting
since the
on him
New Year.
about his
This shit
shooting.
crazy.
Hey, Showtime, can you
What the
ask
fuck?
Mook that question
2
for me
games
one
since the
more
New Year,
time,
nigga.
Show?
Hold on. 2 games since the New Year, and now he
Oh
a better shooter.
shit.
Y'all,
No,
this is
not
sad,
2
bro. See,
games.
I've been saying with these
No.
Clippers dudes, bro.
No,
Y'all
no,
be
no, no,
It is.
overhyping these fuck niggas, and
no
then when they
one,
don't show up in the
bro.
playoffs, y'all gonna be like,
No
I
one's.
can't believe
Hold
he
on.
was
Didn't
shooting
y'all
40%
overhype Rui
since
and
the
all those
New
players
Year.
and D'Lo, and
I thought we
y'all
talking about the
still getting y'all
Clippers.
asses whooped?
What are we
Stop
talking
it.
about the
Fact.
Clippers? And we talking about the
Y'all lost
Clippers.
to the same teams we
And we
blowing out. I
talking about
want
the
you to remember
Clippers.
that.
Fact.
We talking about
Then
the
you getting
Clippers, right?
cooked, Terry.
Hey, Mook, you
You
crazy
losing
as
to
a
the same teams we
motherfucker,
blowing out, buddy.
We
Stop
talking
it.
about the Clippers, right?
Stop it.
So let's talk about Terrence Mann since the New Year. How many games he played since the New Year?
Hey,
3
Tyree.
games. It's been 3 games and he's shooting better
3
than out
games,
of
and
all
now
the
he's a
Hey,
games he
better
Tyree,
played.
shooter.
let me handle
Oh,
this right
be
quick,
careful.
Tyree. Tyree, let me handle this right quick. Hey,
Got it?
Mook. Hey, Mook, who been playing better for the last 30 days? Kawhi Leonard or
He's
Jason
back on
Tatum?
the question.
Jason Tatum.
You a damn lie. You a damn lie, man.
Mook know he
Mookie,
don't
why you
believe that.
lying?
Mook don't believe that, y'all. He trolling, man.
Mookie know he lying.
We already know that.
Tyree, why you hating on the Clippers when your bum ass Lakers are already in the play-in tournament? Huh, Tyree?
Tomorrow might be a trap game though, man. The Clippers better not take these niggas lightly and blow their ass out
What you
tomorrow,
said,
man.
Mook?
They
I
better,
agree with
but
you,
they
Lord Rand.
have the
Yeah,
right
I
to
agree. I
tell
do
y'all
That's a
think
players.
fact.
tomorrow's a trap
Lord
game.
Rand, that's a fact, bro. I
Yeah,
tell
it
you,
might
come
be a
out here
trap
and
game.
smash
But
the
I
ass.
ain't
Man,
gonna lie. I ain't gonna
LeBron,
lie. I ain't gonna lie. I think the Lakers gonna play hella hard because they know we the hottest team in the NBA. So they gonna hit us with everything they can. But we should be all right, bro. Once if we
breaking
play,
news, LeBron took his medicine, man. LeBron took some of the PEDs. He gonna come with it tomorrow.
Ain't gonna
we'll
cap.
see.
If this
Hey
Clippers
DJ, let me
team,
ask you something. Cause look, can I ask you this? Do you think the Clippers need another forward?
they need a backup for, but I
How
wouldn't mess
much
up.
y'all
I wouldn't
need,
mess with the
nigga?
starting rotation. I
You
would
said
keep the starting rotation as is, but I will get a backup for because I feel more comfortable putting Coffee and them at the 3 more than anything. Like having Russ, Norm, Coffee, a solid power forward, and then Daniel Theis and Plumlee running the 5 with Zubac over there. I'd rather not try a lineup with Theis.
agree. I think this team will getting another backup forward. I think this team is complete, bro.
But what's funny is that everybody keeps saying, like, who do we trade? Like, no, like, who can we trade for? I don't think you
We
can
could,
trade anybody.
bro. PJ Tucker is on the bench, rotting on the bench. Like, what is he
PJ
doing?
Bro,
Tucker,
nobody,
PJ Tucker's getting
Man,
looked
nobody's
at
gonna
like
why
use
we
him.
Dallas.
but
He's
Dallas
hurt,
but
wants
why
bro.
do
He's
PJ
they
hurt.
Tucker.
why this is my thing. Why do they have to make trades when they win? I mean, I don't
Bro,
understand.
Because look at the best thing is this:
Why
if
what's
you're
the
the
point of
Clippers,
making a trade if they ain't broke, don't
if
fix
you're
it,
the
bro?
Clippers, the best thing would probably just to be if PJ Tucker wants to be moved, go ahead and move him for like a late second or some cash, and then wait for the buyout market because there are teams that
Oh
are
yeah,
going to
the
rent some
buyout.
of these young power forwards out. Like for instance, people are over there talking about how the Lakers might trade away some of their power forward guys. If Rui gets moved somewhere and he gets bought out or whatever, that's your backup power forward right there.
You gotta understand though, sometimes you can't have too many good guys on your team because of egos,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
I feel like we got
Yeah, man.
the well balanced chemistry, guys buying in. Did you see what Mason Plummer said? Plummer said, "Hey man, I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take the back seat. Let
Yeah, but
Dice
that was for his
cook."
slot. That was for his position too, though.
Hey,
Because
but he
I
gonna be
understand,
used a lot in the
but
playoffs,
Hey,
though.
hey,
that
He
hey,
gonna
kind of
be
scam,
stuff
used a
hey,
lot in
matters.
the
scam,
playoffs.
scam.
That kind of stuff matters though, bro. I mean,
So
it does.
Hey,
sometimes
scam.
you
Right?
gotta have guys that willing to buy in.
Hey,
You
scam. Are
know,
you a
not thinking
Clipper
about the
fan
trade.
again?
you said what?
Oh, Rui's
Are,
on a 3-year
are
contract.
you a Clipper fan again?
For this combo, yeah.
Move.
Cam?
Are you a Clipper fan again? Because, I mean, you've been
I'm
rolling
always a
hard with
Clipper
the
fan,
Celtics,
nigga.
That's what
man.
I told him.
I was
What?
always bro. Y'all keep on acting like I was the only person that was snapping on the Clippers when they was like losing with James Harden and shit like that, bro. Nigga, the whole discourse was saying the season over. I ain't no Clipper fan. Like, I'm not the only person that said
Not
that
me.
shit, bro.
You was supposed to stand down. You was supposed to
Hold on,
stay down
DJ.
with
Did
him
you
like
say? Oh, DJ,
Showtime
be honest.
did.
Keep it a beat, DJ. Did you say that? My nigga Scam sat there and said that shit. He said he a Timberwolves
My nigga
fan, nigga.
scared. My nigga scared.
Scams,
Hold on,
Scams a
I
Timberwolves.
said that
So
because Russ was starting, my
Scams
nigga, not
two
because of
people,
Harden.
bro. Scams two fans. He likes the Timberwolves and he supports the Clippers because of Kawhi thing. But
Nigga, I've been a Clipper fan. What the fuck are you talking about?
How does that happen, bro? How you a Clipper fan
I don't
and
know
you
because he
two
supports
But
teams.
Moo,
This
but
nigga
Moo,
don't
but
like
Moo,
me.
I
but
can't
Moo,
tell
how, bro?
sometimes. I
but Moo,
can't tell
you
because
know
he
our
be trolling.
brothers,
He be trolling
you
hella
know our
hard.
brothers Showtime and C Hill, they stood down when it was tough. You
No,
should have did
stop
the
it, Herm,
same
Herm,
thing,
Herm.
Yeah.
man.
Stop dick riding, Herm. Showtime. When we got
Showtime a
James Harden,
Lakers fan
Showtime was
too.
like,
What the
bro,
fuck?
why the
This is
fuck we did
crazy.
that shit, bro? Why
But
the
you
fuck
missing
we did
point
that
though.
But
shit?
he
Hold on,
did, he
hold on.
didn't bail on them when
But
they was
Showtime
getting
look,
watched us
their ass
hold
created. He
on.
kicked
said,
So
though.
this is my thing.
why
See,
the
this is my
fuck we
thing
trade
about
for
Moot.
James Harden,
Hey
bro?
Moot. Hey Moot. Hey Moot. Hey Moot. Hey
His
Moot. What
name
I
is
said though.
Showtime.
Just hold on a second. Hold on a second. Just like Dime Dropper. What I said. Dime
He
Dropper just
said,
came here and said, I don't like Harden, but hell, I have no choice. I gotta buy in with him. That's the same thing I said. Go listen to the
Oh, none of
video.
y'all don't like
You
Harden.
quit it though.
nah, nigga. Do we gotta pull
You
up that?
quit
Do
it,
we gotta
her.
pull up that
Moot.
stream, nigga?
Moot, you on your own live stream saying I'm no longer Clipper fan. I'm a ride boss. You not say that, Moot?
No. I never said
Yes, you
no shit
did,
like that.
Moot.
Like, why
I
you
got
keep
the
on
clip.
lying, bro?
You got
Moot,
Showtime
come on,
saying
I
bro.
that.
never. Hold on, bro.
You did say that.
I'm gonna talk like these New York niggas. Wordy to my dads, bro. I never said no shit like that. Word to my dads, bro. I
Oh,
never
you
said no
all right,
shit,
Moot.
bro.
All right, Moot. You got it, Moot. You
I
got it,
never
bro.
say no shit like
Hang
that, man.
Hey, just stay on the bandwagon this time, Moot. Don't switch up now.
Wordy to my
Everybody said
dad.
we all
Don't
Hey,
play
heard
the
bro.
that.
fifth.
I
That's
was the only Hey,
crazy.
say I was the only person on YouTube that liked James Harden on the Clippers, bro.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Salute.
You know I like the
First,
James Harden of the Clippers because I
first
wanted
six
James Harden.
games. First
I
six
Hey,
was the
Moot,
games.
first,
that's
hey,
fine,
bro.
Moot. Just don't
I was
switch
the
up this
first person
time.
that reported James Harden possibly going to the Clippers.
But you
Niggas
were
was
the
like, oh
first to
no, niggas
bail
didn't want
though.
that shit.
I remember,
I
no,
told
You
y'all
was
the
the
Clippers
first
gonna
to
trade
Mookie, I
bail
James
remember
though.
we
That's
Harden.
the
was
whole
talking about
thing.
the lineups before Harden even got here. We were confused on how it was going to work, and you didn't believe it was going to work because you had to see it first, just like everybody else. Then the losing streak happened. You said James Harden and Russell Westbrook have ruined the Clippers, but then we started winning. Then Russ moved to the bench. That's when things changed because obviously the big four
Because that
has
nigga not
not
no
won.
fucking starter. That's why.
Man, Russ saved the season, man.
Facts.
As
Yeah.
simple as
Russ
Facts.
that.
saved the season, bro. Russ saved the season.
Russ
You agree with
sacrificed
that,
it and went
Scams?
to the
Russ
bench.
saved the season, nigga.
Nah, they just want to get this nigga everything. They put this bitch ass nigga on the bench because he ass. Like
You
he ain't
do
saved
not.
Hold
shit.
You
on,
do not.
No,
You do not
Hey,
ever
hey,
no,
hold
say
on.
that's
that
Hey,
on
still
a
hold
Twitter
incomplete.
on,
That's
hold
Spaces
on.
still
Wait,
ever
wait,
incomplete.
wait,
live.
wait. Hey, hold
You
on,
will
wait,
never
wait,
say this
wait,
on
wait,
Twitter Spaces.
wait. Who changed the game last night? Who
Russ,
who got it started for
Russ.
them?
Russ.
Russ,
Ooh,
Russ
And then
he
changed
they,
get
it.
he get a nice little
Mm.
steal. He get 2 little steals and shit, but miss 5 layups. But y'all just want to talk about the steals. I don't give a fuck about
No,
that nigga,
no,
dude.
no, no, no.
It's the Pelicans,
He
nigga.
airballed a
he
three.
dunked one of them, nigga.
He missed his two
Yeah,
threes,
the
but then
Pelicans,
the
the
rest of it was
Pelicans, who
defense.
always give the
That's what.
fucking Clippers trouble at home, dog.
Hey,
Always.
but
And they
guess
smoked
what
their ass.
though? But guess what though? I'm gonna give
Yeah,
y'all some
I ain't
breaking
gonna lie. When
news.
Russ checking that game, I'm like,
Hey,
what
hey,
the
hey,
fuck?
I'm
Like
a,
I
I'm a,
never seen, like, bro. When Russ checked in that game, I'm like, bro, it was a complete different
hey,
scene. I'm like, bro,
I'm gonna remind
I'm
y'all
like,
niggas
wait
what
a,
my show
I'm like,
said, bro.
bro,
What
that was the
niggas show
first time. Hey,
said.
her, that was the first time when I was like, nigga, play this nigga 40 minutes tonight, nigga. I'm like, bro,
His
I never
energy and
seen
his
no shit
effort is the
like
big
that, bro.
thing. Plus, you got to admit, Amir when he came in, it was also Amir and fucking
Facts.
Norm
He
that
came
also
in.
changed it too for the better. So
He
they were
came
But
in.
those
I'm
were
like,
two
I was
I'm
telling
like,
you.
I'm like, like if I go back to the stream when I was like breaking down film about what James Harden was creating, bro, like the transition Vantage created in the pick and roll, skip passing, the interior passing, the exterior passing, bro, was just so great, bro. And it's just, bro, he playing at a good level, bro, and we needed that for the team. Bro, just to think about it, DJ, nigga,
Niggas,
we was talking about, like I was on Clipper Spaces, right? They was talking about getting fucking Malcolm Brogdon, nigga. Like settling for Malcolm Brogdon over
They
one of the best
did. They did
playmakers
say that.
and advanced creators that we've seen in NBA history, right?
man,
Like they were selling for Michael. Nigga, we wanted John. Nigga, we had John fucking Wall, my nigga. Like my nigga, like we got James Harden now, bro. Like making it much easier for us, bro, offensively, bro.
the
Don't
main
we
Hey,
got
but
a
reason.
Mook,
top three
I
But
offensively?
gotta say
Mookie,
this right
look
quick,
at this.
Mook.
The main reason why people were against going for James was because they didn't want to get rid of Terrence.
Because
That was
them
the main
niggas
reason.
are Russ fans. That's why.
But hold on, y'all.
And that too.
I
And
gotta
yeah, and
give a
Russ fans
nigga
knew that shit
credit.
was gonna gonna happen.
I gotta give one nigga credit, man. My brother was right all along, though. My nigga said 3 years ago on YouTube 3 years ago during the pandemic, nigga. Showtime said the only way refs can compete for a title is coming out the bench. That nigga looking like a genius right now, man. That was the first nigga on YouTube that said that
Yeah, he did say that shit.
That Russ want to win. That nigga got to come out the bench, and he's right, man. Russ' impact being great coming up that damn bench, man. And Showtime was the first nigga to point that out.
Well, Norman Powell has been the best player to come off the bench, but I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Nah, but Russ does everything
Main part is
that
that
they ask
people
him to
bought
do,
into
bro.
their roles. That's the main thing. People
Russ
bought
does
into.
everything:
Yeah, Barter
rebounds,
said it.
plays defense, scores. Fucking
Laney,
yeah.
let me ask you
You
something
said
because you the
score?
Harden. Hey, Laney, I gotta ask
Stop
you because
it.
I gotta ask for a Harden fan. Atlantic, you was a Harden fan,
He-
and I hold on, Atlantic. I remember you sat there and said, "I don't want James Harden to go to the Clippers, nigga." Like I know you said that shit, lady. Like,
Yeah, I
how you
did say
feeling,
that
bro?
because I would rather see him win a championship against his contemporaries and not help them get one. But I ain't got no problem with it. They playing well. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of how they playing, man. That nigga James Harden, man. When it comes to a pure point guard, it's crazy that this nigga is so good at point guard, and at one time he was one of probably the best scorer in the league at one time. Like this
yeah.
dude, his offensive man, his skills, he got skill, his offensive skills next level, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
He got Zubac looking. He got Zubac
So,
looking
so,
like a
so I
Mighty
heard,
Tech
I heard,
ability.
I heard, hey,
Let me
Atlantic.
get
I
my
heard a Harden
anniversary.
fan say that, and I'm gonna ask you, do you agree with it? That his playmaking is more expanded now because it's not just deferring to Embiid. It's not just just feeding Embiid in the elbow and just let him isolate or going to do a pick and pop. He actually playing with a big man can actually roll to the basket more and often. And now he's feeding more of the creators and making more skip passes and
Yeah.
more. Do you agree that is a difference between in Philly now with the Clippers?
I'm gonna tell you why I agree with that, because you can put James Harden with any center in the league and he gonna make that center better. So having PG and Kawhi on the wings, two sharpshooters, because that's what they are. They sharpshooters. I mean, that's a better fit. It's a better fit because you can put any center with James Harden. You can put Dayron Sharp from the Nets with James Harden, and he gonna make that motherfucker average 15 and 10. I
And then he got
mean,
so much damn space too. Harden got so much damn space.
Yeah, that
He
And,
playing
Yeah.
free.
and one thing,
And his ability to penetrate the
and one
basket,
thing
bro.
too, you missing. Teams are concerned about his scoring ability. That step back three, that his ability to
Yes.
still get to the right, that's a threat. So look at how they playing him. It was one play, man. This man attracted three defenders, and Zubac, all he had to do was roll to the right. He got the ball and passed out to Kawhi. Remember that pass? You remember that play right there? He got to the rack.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
passed out to Kawhi. Kawhi pump fake, pulled a 3-point over Brandon
yeah,
Ingram.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
seen it.
come on, bro. You know why? Because they concerned about that step back three and his ability to get to the rack. He still do that at a elite level and get to the free throw line. He gets to the free throw line what 6 times a game. So I mean, look, come on, bro.
And he getting all the way to the rim when ain't nobody in front of him. He going
Right?
all the way to the rim. He wasn't doing that last year. He didn't have that step
Harden is
last year.
shooting 73% at the rim this year too. That's the best part.
Come on, bro. Come on,
Facts. He said it.
That's his
What he
highest I
shooting
think
from the
in a
three?
while.
45.
Nah, he didn't
44.
shoot that well last game, so he probably around 41.
Yeah.
This
Yo,
man
I,
Norman
I think I
Powell
think I think
shooting
I think Norman
50,
Powell leads the
49.
team in 3-point shooter.
yo,
I ain't gonna cap, bro.
yo.
The dick riding for James
Them
Harden
niggas
next
getting
level, bro.
wide
Hold on.
open
What you
shots,
said? Hold on,
bro.
Tyree. What you said, Tyree?
The dick riding is on the next level for James Harden, bro.
I
Like,
agree. I agree.
damn, man.
You forgot he
This
got his
nigga just
boyfriend
Hold
here.
Hey,
on, hold on,
He
I've
got
been
his
a
hold
baby
on,
James
here.
Harden
hold on.
fan.
in the
We
Tyree,
got
playoffs.
Tyree,
anniversary here.
explain your take, Tyree. Explain your take.
Y'all overhyping a nigga for regular season shit by playing with an all-time great Kawhi Leonard and a good player in Paul George and shit with a deep
Look at
team.
that cat.
And then all of a
I've been a James Harden fan,
then
man.
in the playoffs when it comes down to a crucial shot or something like that, James Harden don't perform. These niggas gonna be the same nigga shitting on his ass in the playoffs. Like, stop dick
That's a
riding this
fact.
nigga. He ain't proved shit
That is a
to us
good point.
yet. He ain't
Well,
proved nothing to us yet
we
for
did the
y'all to be
same
dick
thing
riding
to
on him.
Russ. I mean, I don't see nobody blaming Russ for last year.
Yeah, nobody
Hey,
blamed Russ
I don't
last
get,
year.
hey,
Nigga,
check
Ball
this
Who
don't
blamed
get
out.
Russ last year for
I don't
leaving?
get
If
the
What
this,
the
mad at,
fuck?
bro. I mean, the man on
hey,
the
check
team.
this
And
out
nigga,
right
y'all
here.
wasn't
If
dick.
this,
Hold on, y'all wasn't dick sucking Russ
Yes, we was,
Westbrook more than
bro.
James
We
Harden.
was cheering on Russell Westbrook. He
So
got
you
the
was
team.
dick
Most of
sucking
them
Russ
didn't want
then. You
Russell
said you
Westbrook.
was.
You was dick
Clippers
sucking
and
Russ?
Celtics in the
Yeah,
finals,
that's
and
crazy.
James
Nah, man,
Harden
that shit was
give the
gay.
Clippers
Man,
two
that shit
point
was
three
wrong,
games.
man.
That's
They
crazy.
gonna
Yeah,
they
we
gonna
That's the
did.
sweep them
gay.
niggas, bro.
That's the gay shit y'all come up with on
We
YouTube.
did,
I ain't
nigga.
You
gonna worry
said
What
it.
you
about that,
talking
bro.
about?
I like how
Right.
everybody keeps talking about
That's cool.
people
That's
that's dick
cool, bro.
sucking
That's
them,
cool,
but it
bro.
just
Like
giving
I
you
said,
compliments.
we was rooting on Russ when he got on the team because most of us ain't want him on the team. But once he got on there, I mean, we rooted for him. But it's the same thing with Harden, bro. I don't understand the
I ain't
mad.
gonna lie. I didn't want Russ on the
Who
team.
was
I ain't
rooting
gonna
for
lie.
him? Who was we?
And he balled. And he balled in the
Well, I'm gonna
playoffs.
say me. I'm gonna say me,
Who's
bro.
we?
I say me. I
Man, these
mean,
I
niggas
did
once he
not
get
hating,
want
on the
Russ on
man.
the
team,
team, bro.
These
once
niggas
he
hating
got on
because
the
they know their
team,
team can't beat this team, bro. They hating.
that's
Everybody
all it
hating,
is.
bro.
Man, the
Atlantic,
Clippers
that's
are
all it
going
is,
to
bro. I'm
choke,
not gonna let
bro.
them.
You know what's
They
weird is
can't
that
dictate
is
shit
that
over here.
they don't have nothing to
No,
say
it's a
except for
problem.
playoffs. Because that's
Hey, show it.
everybody's thing, bro.
Hey, show it. It's a
What up,
problem when they got
Lauren?
sometimes. It's a problem when sometimes they got fucking Harden catch and shoot as a catch and shoot player. That's trouble for the
That
defense too, bro.
that is trouble too. He
No,
have been
no,
doing it
no,
a
no,
whole
no.
lot
I
too.
disagree. I
That
disagree.
that catch and shoot three.
Harden,
No,
Harden,
you ain't see Harden
hold
do a lot of that.
hold on. I
Last two,
disagree.
3 years.
Harden brings no value as a catch and shoot guy, bro. Come
Yes,
on.
he
He
do.
hit a catch
What are
and
you
shoot three
talking
No,
last
he does
night.
not. No, he does not.
about?
He
What
hit
are
one
you
last
talking
night.
about?
Bro,
He
bro,
just had a
That nigga waits for somebody to close out on him. He knocks
Hey,
the
and
free
bro,
most of
bro,
the
throw
bro,
time he
shot.
just taking
bro.
one dribble and taking a
James
shot,
Harden.
bro.
Let's be real,
That's the
bro.
thing. He take one dribble a lot of
Hold on.
times to get his
There's
rhythm
time
to
if you
take the
watch the
shot. It's
Clippers,
still
right?
a
If you
catch and
watch the
shoot,
Clippers,
bro.
if James Harden's play off ball, bro, he brings no value, bro. I'm sorry, bro. And now
You,
I'm
you
gonna tell
ain't
you,
see him hit the
there's so
catch
many.
and
Hold
shoot
on.
three
There's
last
so many
night.
times. Hold on. There's so many times where Kawhi would create advantage for James Harden to shoot a catch and shoot opportunity for Paul George as well. But he don't. He'll wait. He will wait until somebody close out. Then he'll pass it out and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, you wide open.
Nah, he'll take
Shoot the
one
three ball,
dribble and
bro.
he'll step to the side and shoot the shot, bro.
Hey, I have a question for you,
No,
Clippers
what?
fans.
He
Come on,
take one
Landon.
dribble and then
Hey,
step to the side.
hey, move. That was
No,
so
bro.
concerning.
He would.
Hey, move.
Landon. He would have a wide open catch and shoot opportunity near the corner, near the left wing,
Ooh,
and then on top of that,
move.
bro, he'll
That was
He
wait till
very
did that
somebody
last
concerning.
soft
night though.
close
He
out,
hit a
Very
catch and
and then
shoot
concerning.
he'll
three last
pass it
Wow.
night.
out. And I'm like, bro, the advantage is created already. Shoot the ball.
He did that last night.
He was doing that.
Hey,
Okay,
I have a
that's
question
okay.
for you, Clippers
I'm talking
fans.
about overall. I'm talking about overall.
Why? This is my thing. This is my thing. Do this finna ask some dumbass question. I already know he's finna say. You a Laker fan, bro. I mean,
For
what
sure.
you want to ask?
Okay,
Man, they
so
trash,
let's say
bro.
in the playoffs, right?
Nigga garbage, bro. I mean, hey, bro,
Can
you
I
a
ask my
Laker fan, bro?
bro?
Don't
Shut the
talk to
fuck
me,
up,
bro.
bro.
Don't
Let
talk
me
to
let
me,
me
man.
let
Y'all
me let
niggas
me
Your
ask
trash,
ass
let
and
me
bro.
ask my
trade their
question,
whole
bro.
team for
Like
the
it's
Man,
just simple,
third
garbage,
year in a
bro.
bro.
row, nigga.
Let me ask my
I
question.
swear, bro, the same shit, man. Nigga trash, bro. Y'all
All
can't
right,
even
well I
get a
wasn't even
team,
talking to
They
man.
ain't
you.
got
I
Russ
wasn't
to
even
blame
talking
no
to you,
more, so
buddy.
they blaming
So
I
Darvin
wasn't
Ham
it's
for
talking to you,
cool.
buddy,
everything,
man.
man.
It's
Try it,
cool.
man.
It's
I
cool.
Fuck
wasn't
Let,
even
out of here.
talking
let,
to
let
you,
him ask
buddy.
his
I was trying to
question
ask
though.
a basketball question, but okay.
No, yeah, ask him
What's your basketball
Okay.
question?
So let's say you guys play a bigger team in the playoffs. Do you fear that your size is going to be a problem?
What's the
What
What you
big
size of the
team
saying?
you
problem
talking
last
about?
night?
What
What
big
team you
team?
talking
Name a
about?
Oh
big
my
team.
gosh.
Name a big
What
He's
team.
big
talking about
team?
Minnesota
Denver. He's talking about Denver
Minnesota
mostly.
Timberwolves.
And Minnesota. Yeah. Denver, Minnesota, probably the
No,
best.
because Kawhi can go a big cat, bro. Big cat ain't nobody,
Don't
man.
they?
He
Yeah,
shoot
Don't they got
jumpers.
three
He
bigs?
shoot
Don't they got
jumpers.
three
He not
bigs?
gonna take
absolutely.
it.
Don't they
He
got
not
three
gonna
bigs?
take advantage of his
Don't they
size.
got three bigs? Don't they got
But
three
Absolutely.
He
bigs?
okay.
shoot threes. Big
But
cat
I
do
ain't
shoot
gonna
you
lie.
threes.
I ain't gonna
do
lie.
you really want to see Kawhi guard fours though? Like, don't you
Don't they
think
Yeah,
got?
that's a little
Don't
He
they
too
was
got
much
three
guarding
we've
the
been
bigs?
floor the other
10
night.
all year long.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Nigga,
don't
that's
don't
tough.
you
not a
think that's
real
too much
four.
pressure
Nigga,
on his
I
Kawhi
game?
seen
stronger
I
than Big
seen Kawhi going
Hey,
Carl Anthony Towns in 2020.
but let's be
I
real.
mean, go back and watch them games, bro.
But I gotta say this: it's not that many good fours in the NBA. So yes, he can play the four consistently because there's not that many good fours.
But
It's
this the
not that
thing.
many
This the
good.
thing. I'm gonna ask.
So
I'm
Bron
gonna
why
ask
has
you
Kevin
this.
never
Durant
been
can play the four,
consistently
but Kawhi
guarding the
can't? I don't
four.
understand it. Why LeBron can play the four? He
I'd
ain't
rather
guard
him not play the
nobody.
four.
That's a fact. You wanna know why they put them at the four show? Cause they trying to have them too. They trying to have
Cause
LeBron
I
and
don't
Yeah,
KD.
understand it.
but this
How
the
does
He
thing.
this
This
turn
the
can't
into a
thing.
play.
Lakers? How
Look,
did
who
this turn
does
into a
LeBron
Lakers question
guards?
though? Like
He
I'm
don't
not
guard
understanding.
nobody. Kevin Durant don't guard nobody. But you
Man,
criticize Kawhi. All I see Kawhi doing is sitting in that chair. I don't
Sir, when
understand
did
what the
I
problem
criticize
is, bro.
Kawhi? I just asked a simple
and
question.
he finishing over them
I'm
big
gonna
guys. I
give
seen
you a
him in the
simple
paint
Right.
last
answer.
night,
I'm gonna give
finished
you.
with the power
And to the
forward and the
guy
sun
who
on his
said,
back.
and to the guy, the casual guy who said that you could just wait for Rui to be bought out, he's on a 3-year contract. He's a young player and he has potential. And
Hey, I
also the
know
I think
no.
you're
Clippers,
talking
If
about you,
hold
DJ.
up,
okay,
and also the Clippers are over the second apron, so they can't sign any buyout guys. So again,
We don't
when
need
you
to.
play, okay, cool. Okay, cool. That was just my question. I just wanted to know
Yeah,
what's
it
going to
really don't
happen
mean
versus
Yeah,
New
anything.
England.
but
It really
who
don't
are
mean
the
anything.
four that
It
you're
really
talking
don't
about
mean
that
anything.
are good though?
Can I ask you something? Would you
What's
say
up?
would you say a team
Uh
that
huh.
has a big explosive power forward and a team that has a stretch big but can post like an interior as well, a
Hmm.
team that's one of the lead leaders in like points in the paint, and they have like two guys to like 7-footer and like a guy
Like who?
like I'm asking you like would you say that's a big team right there?
Wait, can you ask that question
I
again?
don't understand what your
I,
question is.
no,
Yeah.
hear me out. So I'm saying if you got a guy in the front court that is a
Uh
seven
huh.
footer that can space the floor out and shoot, and he's on the block, you also got a
Right.
explosive power forward that's great at getting to the rim and penetrate towards the basket. You also
Uh huh.
got other wings out there as well, right? And they're like the leader in points, like scoring in the tier. Would you say that's
You
a
talking about
big
the Boston
team?
Celtics? That's what you described?
Or the Denver
I'm
Nuggets.
not
No,
stupid, Moot.
Are
no.
you
I'm
No,
just
no,
talking
talking.
you
about
talking about
Nuggets
the
Hold on.
Boston
or?
Celtics.
Hold on.
I'm
I'm
not
talking
stupid,
about.
Moot.
I'm talking about
Go
the New
ahead.
Orleans. I'm talking about the New Orleans Pelicans.
Stop it.
Oh no,
And
I
Stop it.
don't. Yeah,
Stop it.
I
and
don't
I'm
believe in
saying is
those
that
people.
Stop it.
hold on. So you're not listening to what I'm trying to get at. Would you say that that's a big team in the New Orleans Pelicans, which they got
They're a
a
big
seven
team to
footer?
me.
Their
Okay,
front court is big.
so
Oh,
Beat them
tell
niggas
me
by
why
30 last night.
The New Orleans Pelicans couldn't punish us on the paint
Oh,
like
right,
that.
right, right. I see what you're
But the
saying, Moot.
Pelicans
Right.
are
Go
soft, in
ahead.
my opinion. They're
Right.
soft, in my opinion.
Now they
And
soft,
I
they're
don't
Moot.
not
See
soft.
what I'm saying?
I don't
No,
believe
Oh,
they're
not
as
at
soft as
all.
Jonas Valanciunas, bro. That's just
Oh
me
man.
personally. That's just
that's
me
the same
personally.
Pelicans team that just blew y'all by 20 though. Like,
Okay, that's
How did the
cool. And
Clippers?
we blew them out.
I got
We
a
blew them
question
out
for
as
you.
well. And you're talking
I
about
got
a
a
regular
question for
season
you, homie.
game?
The one that
no,
answer
I'm
the
Beat them
talking
question.
like
niggas out last night,
You're
look,
talking
man.
look
about a
at this.
I
regular
got a
season
question.
game, bro?
I got a question.
Look at this. Coming into the new year, and ever since December 1st, the Pelicans were like the top rated defense, bro. Literally, they were like the top two, top number one team defensively,
Right.
The
and
new
that's
year just
because
started, my guy.
no, ever since
That's like
December
two
1st, coming
games.
into this year, December 1st to this year, they have been the best defense.
No, they
And then
haven't.
they were waiting for Larry
Why are
Nance
you
to come
lying?
back
No,
They
they
blew
because
haven't.
out
they were going to be
Minnesota.
better
Why are you
too.
lying?
What? What? It's okay.
Hey, the Clippers from December 1st are the number one 3-point shooting team and the number one field goal percentage team.
Yep.
Yep. Only
That's
lost
not
two
a lot,
games,
but people are going to think it's
and
a
the
lot
game's
when you talk
not
about the
Kawhi.
Man,
defense.
I could
The
imagine what we do.
Pelicans have been hot. They were
Damn.
also on a 4-game winning streak coming into that game last night. And
Right.
main reason that was going to be the biggest challenge for the Clippers because we've never beaten them. Why?
Being there, we
Because we've
haven't won a
always had
game in New
height.
Orleans.
They have
Haven't
always
won a
had the
right.
height to kick our
Right.
ass. But then
But
last night,
also, Kawhi and
you
PG barely played against them.
that
That's
too.
one of the main
That also
reasons.
that's a big point too. But also
And
now you're talking about them having some good, decent height, and you're also talking about just the main guys having more hustle and energy. The main thing is that we get it. We're
Hey,
still
so
kind of small, which is why people are going to also
what's up?
talk about going for a backup four. But if they're still winning, then there's probably some good right there to where you don't need to add a four.
Okay, so you
That's
said the Pelican. Okay, so you said the Pelicans have been one of the best defensive teams since December 1st. So when the Lakers played them December 7th, what happened?
I don't know. I didn't watch that game. I couldn't.
You didn't watch it. You didn't watch it. Okay.
I didn't want to watch y'all. I was just
Oh,
focusing
okay.
on my.
Man, the
But
Lakers trash, bro.
you just mentioned the Pelicans blowing out the Lakers the other
Well,
night.
we all know
But
I
we all
remember.
know
I
December
remember
trash,
seeing.
7th,
bro.
what happened?
That ain't
That
nothing.
I remember
Hey,
seeing the
playoffs.
We know
score.
that
show
already.
that Pelican shit was kind of overblown, bro. Because I was looking through that shit, bro. Nigga, there was games where Kawhi was not playing and PG was playing and PG was playing and Kawhi was not playing. I'm like, bro, there was barely
Them niggas never took
any
them niggas
time where
serious.
yeah. There was times where for the most part they were barely playing, bro. When they was beating them, so like when they were beating us, so it was, that was overblown. But when we played tonight, when we played last night against the Pelicans, bro, Tyronn Lue schemes, bro. Like he would literally have Kawhi guarding Zion near the elbow, right? And then when they would like run a pick and roll, he would
Hey,
switch that shit
hey,
with
Moot, hold
Zubac.
on a second. I disagree with
but
that,
can you
Moot,
can you can you
because they
say
they literally fried us. Hold on a second. That's not true, bro. They killed us last year and this year when we had Paul George and Kawhi. That's not true, bro.
When?
I mean, they've been having our number
Valanciunas average.
last year. You
bro?
don't remember last year
Valanciunas
when
average like
Brandon Ingram was cooking our
PG,
ass?
PG
You
didn't play
crazy?
that game.
Yeah, PG didn't play that game.
They
Why are
could.
It
we
don't,
And
talking
look,
about
man.
the
also
Come on,
Pelicans,
man.
bro? They are
It don't
bums.
matter.
The last time the
They've been
Clippers
having
beat
our number, man.
the last time
That's
besides
just a
yesterday,
fact.
the last time the Clippers beat the Pelicans
That's the
was
facts right there.
at
Hey,
home
that
again in
Pelicans
that
team,
shooting
they a real
shooting
slow team, and Russ is a problem for that team. But That team don't want
That's
to
true.
run.
The
They don't
Pelicans
want
are
to
Yeah,
run
not
the quick.
pretenders, bro.
yesterday
Like
was
they're
the most locked
bums.
in I ever seen them on defense, bro. Like from the
But
tip,
this
they were
this
playing
my
defense.
thing. Are y'all going to know the fact that the Pelicans ran Minnesota off the court? I mean, y'all talking about size and all of that. Man, Minnesota can't beat no Clippers, man. I don't know what y'all
Bro,
talking about.
I don't
it's
know.
a
Y'all talking about
regular
size.
season
Don't y'all
game,
know that?
bro.
You heard that, Skin?
Hold on a
I don't know
second.
about
Don't y'all
that.
know the average size for power forwards in today's game? Do any one of y'all know that while y'all talking?
What is it?
Probably
What
six
is
I'm
it?
six.
gonna
What is
see
it?
if y'all. I'm gonna see
What
if
is
y'all
it?
gonna do y'all
Six,
research.
six,
I know.
six,
Bro,
Probably
just tell us
six
the
seven,
answer.
six
Just tell us
nine,
the answer.
I mean,
Do
six
average
none
eight,
of
NBA.
six
y'all know?
nine,
Bro, just tell us the answer.
6'8", 6'9".
Not even.
Okay.
Not even.
How big, nigga? Pause.
For wide size, nigga. That's how big.
Oh, hey, yo, pause. Hey,
Yeah,
show
that's
you gonna tell
crazy.
us the answer, nigga? Is you
Did he
choking
go?
on your tongue, nigga?
Where did he go?
Nah, he looking it up. That's why he gonna ask us the shit. He gonna look it up. This shit crazy.
Ah!
I tell you.
Hey, Mookie. Let me ask you a
Nigga,
question.
Oh
just let the
shit.
browser go look it up. Bro.
Mookie, let me ask you a question real quick. Do you think the Clippers need a power forward yourself? Like you've been
Yeah,
asking about stuff.
I absolutely think we do, and the reason why I do is because I think it will give us more added depth and versatility, especially
Who you
when
gonna
we do
trade?
go, especially when we do go small.
Hmm.
I don't trust Daniel Tice in the small ball lineup. Neither do I do Plumlee. I would love an athletic power forward who around
Facts.
like 6'9", 6'10", that could give me more size, give me more deterrence at the rim, switchability as well. Like I ain't gonna lie, I think Jeremy like I know he's making
Jeremy
so much
Grant.
money, but
Who?
Jeremy Grant would have been so perfect
That
on this
makes
team.
sense. That makes sense. That makes
He's
sense.
small, bro. He like
No,
6'7".
he like 6'10". Like
He's
Nigga
6'10".
like
he's
Hold on,
six
y'all.
seven.
6'7",
Y'all hear
nigga.
me now?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the
Y'all
reason
can hear me
why,
now?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Damn, bro. I ain't got a
He
phone call. But
he
on
more of
the
a
average
small
height is
forward than
6'8",
a
bro.
small ball center.
Y'all talking about power forward. The average height is 6'8" in today's game, bro. I don't understand. Y'all talking about
The league is smaller now.
Man, that
size and
nigga
all that. This is
Kawhi
not the
built like a little
this
tank,
is not the
nigga. What you talking
that's
about?
what I'm saying. They crying about size. But fuck
That
who
nigga one of the
other than
strongest
in
niggas
today's
in the
world,
NBA.
I would love. I ain't gonna
Giannis
lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Giannis the biggest one.
I ain't gonna lie.
Giannis and Carl at the town.
I would love Kyle Kuzma on the Clippers.
Nah,
Fuck out of here, man. They
hell
don't
nah.
need
I would
nobody.
love
Move.
Kyle
This is
Kuzma.
my
Man,
thing.
nah, bro.
Move,
We
move,
got enough shooters,
He
move.
bro.
won't sacrifice
Move.
because they
So
don't
hold
have
on a
to mess
second.
up.
So you telling me Kyle Kuzma is a true power forward? The nigga is literally
Yes.
6'7".
yes.
Move.
Bro,
He
do you
plays
watch
no
basketball?
defense.
Hold on.
He
I thought.
don't rebound. I don't understand,
He
bro.
doesn't
What are you
rebound.
talking about,
Yeah, this
bro?
guy's a casual.
He is not a good rebounder. Stop it,
Yeah, this
bro.
guy's a
He,
casual, man.
he don't play no defense.
This guy's a casual, man.
I'd rather have
Okay,
Obi Toppin than that nigga.
Hold on.
that's what I'm
Kyle
saying. I'm
Kuzma.
not.
So Kyle Kuzma is 6'10". Come on, Shaw.
Nah, he ain't
That nigga
6'10",
said
but
six
he's
seven.
tall.
Yeah, he is 6'10". That nigga said 6'7". Bro. That shit crazy.
But you know,
Yeah,
You
he's
really
y'all
believe
6'10".
he's
keep talking
16?
He a
about these.
small
Hell
forward
yeah,
though, bro.
nigga.
Y'all bringing up these names though, but y'all not talking
You
about
really believe he's 16?
a
Really?
real name to go for.
I
Like
think
if
Kyle
Man,
Anderson.
He
hey,
probably
that
I ain't
like
gonna
Jenny
lie.
I
Buzz,
think Jeremy.
probably
I
that
think
Jenny
6'9"
Buzz
Jeremy.
boo,
or
man.
Jeremy
probably
She ain't
Grant
gonna
6'9"
let
might
her
for
go
get.
to the
sure.
strippers.
Jeremy Grant
That
Probably
might
Jenny
snap
6'9"
because
for
Buzz
they're trying to
sure.
boo,
get off a
man.
contract.
okay, but what's the realistic power forward that they can really go for it right now? Not one that they
You
could
don't
have
need,
gone for before the
you
Kyle
don't
season.
need,
Jeremy
Anderson.
Grant.
you don't
They
need
don't
nobody,
need
bro.
nothing else, man.
You
They need to stay
there.
healthy, bro. The fuck?
So Mookie, if you're talking about getting Jeremy Grant, who goes to the bench?
Nigga, they can't afford Jeremy Grant.
They can't even afford it, but I'm
I
That's why I
going
think
by
they
said,
could.
hypotheticals.
nigga,
I
that's why I
think they
said
could.
Kyle Anderson.
Because
No,
why
they
mess up
can't. They
your
can't
starting lineup?
afford 'em.
Why
They
mess up
can't
the starting
afford 'em.
lineup?
What is this
They-
contract? 25 mil per year or what?
yeah, he sounds like a 5-year contract, something like that.
That nigga's on a max contract. They can't fucking get that
No,
nigga.
thank you. No, thank you. No, fuck that. Just go for a good, solid role player that's coming off the bench somewhere and people don't want him or whatever. Get rid of PJ Tucker if Dallas says they want him. If that's true over there, then send him over there. Get something for cash. Get some cash. Use
Yo,
that
I ain't
money
gonna lie.
to.
Why we traded Rocco and Batum, bro? That shit is sad. Like we should have kept one of
That was
them.
the only way you're
They
probably
should have
gonna
kept
get
Batum.
that trade done. done for Harden.
Bro,
And
this
now
Would have
Brooklyn,
put Terrence
now
I ain't gonna
Brooklyn
lie.
can't
McIntyre
get
in
hey,
there.
hey,
Y'all
hold on a
niggas,
sec. Hold on a second.
Y'all niggas play too much NBA 2K, man.
Kyle Kuzma is literally listed 6'9" with shoes, 6'8" without shoes. Hold on. The dude that said, okay, Goofy. The dude, okay, how many rebounds he average, Goofy?
You still got him shorter than that.
How many rebounds he average?
Probably averaging about 6.
Less than Kawhi Leonard. So shut your stupid ass up.
Damn, so violent. Everybody's so violent.
6'7" is closer to 6'8" than it is 6'10", bro. So I mean, he was technically right than y'all.
First of all, he's 6'9".
And how many rebounds he average? Like I said, he don't even fucking rebound.
What y'all think about Darius Baisley?
Stupid ass little
not rebounding.
Nah, I wouldn't.
He on the worst defensive team, and who's the worst defensive team in the NBA right now?
6 rebounds is not rebounding.
The Washington Wizards. He on the worst defensive team in the NBA. Don't rebound worth shit. He don't play defense, but you want him on the Clippers. Shut the fuck up. Stupid ass up.
This nigga said 6 rebounds is not rebounding.
Ain't gonna lie.
When he was on the Lakers, you wanted him off the Lakers. Now shut your stupid ass up, cause he don't play defense and rebound. Clown ass
He
nigga.
actually his last year with the Lakers, he was playing defense and rebounding.
Hell, Tyree snapped me your ass.
I don't know who you talking
Goofy
to.
ass little boy.
You talking to me or the other dude?
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Confused as fuck.
There's
Goofy.
How 6 rebounds is not rebounding, nigga? Answer that question.
Bro, y'all complain about size and rebounding. This nigga said Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma don't even do what Kawhi Leonard do. Kawhi averages more rebounding, more physical, and he can defend more positions. Kuzma don't do that, dumbass.
Means you're not
shut your stupid ass up. I just proved your point, dummy. He had less rebounds. How can he be the solution when he don't average more rebounds than Kawhi? So how does he provide the Clippers more size when he ain't much bigger than Kawhi Leonard, dummy? That's my point. Shut your stupid ass up, because you didn't want him on the Lakers, dumbass.
You don't know basketball, nigga.
You don't know shit about life. Shut your stupid ass up.
6 rebounds is not rebounding. This is sad. What other fuck nigga say some
Hey,
shit like that? Rebound.
Nigga, go get a mouthburn and kill yourself. You ain't worth living in this world. You a bitch.
Look at that.
Shut your stupid ass up.
Come on,
Go kill yourself, bitch. You worthless in this world.
Come on.
Oh my god. You got cook about rebounding, nigga. Shut your bitch ass up.
Bro,
I mean that too.
How you get triggered because you don't know rebounds?
Why are you
getting stupid ass? I don't like that bitch ass.
We're not gonna get him anyway.
Nigga. You don't know sports.
Shut your bitch ass up.
You don't know sports, nigga.
He's not worth talking
Don't kill yourself, bitch. Like I said. Go get your daddy Malberg and pull the trigger, bitch.
Nigga. That's your new channel name, nigga. Showtime don't know.
Go kill yourself, bitch.
Talking about 6 rebounds ain't rebounding.
Go pay for some pussy, because ain't no girl gonna marry your bitch ass.
So, nigga.
I ain't never heard so talk about this, boy.
We gotta we just having a good conversation, man. Come on, bro. Don't want to kill. So I thought you don't like. I thought you like.
Go kill yourself, faggot. Like I said, bitch.
Oh yeah, you gotta go backstage.
This guy.
Oh, come on, show. Come on, show.
Yeah,
come on, show. You tripping, show.
Yeah,
you tripping, show. What the hell going on?
Because you don't know what rebounds is.
Yeah, come on, show. Damn, show. You fucking up. Come on, show. You ain't gotta do that shit to me, man. Come on, bro.
Grumpy ass nigga.
Come on, bro.
That's okay. That's okay. You can understand it once per stream, so you good, man. You good.
Man, you can always edit it out.
You can't say that shit. You can't say that word.
Yeah, you can, but you can edit it out.
Yeah, damn.
You get one per stream.
No, you can't say that shit, bro.
You can't.
Come on, show. You down. Come on, bro.
Guy,
this ain't see. I gotta count his ass down, man.
To be honest, though, it was kind of weird that they were arguing.
But look, I gotta ask you a question. How serious it is? Can we get John Collins from Utah?
Why do you want him though?
Man, that nigga make 30 million.
He's a 6'10 power forward.
Okay, so who goes to the bench? Are you gonna move Terrence back to the bench now?
He don't need to go to the bench.
That nigga's ass. Why would you want him?
We are traded
because you're literally talking about a player that you're gonna probably want to start next to Harden, PG, and Kawhi more so than anything. Like I don't really.
Terrence may go to the bench. Yeah, his ass go to the bench. Goodbye.
Did he say Terrence Mann is trash? Who said that?
Should have just killed Rocco. Should have
Wait a minute.
and killed Rocco.
Hold on, you just said Terrence Mann go to the bench. I thought he was like one of y'all best POA defenders.
No, he's
not.
Man,
I don't know why Moose so critical, bro. Like, bro? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. We good, man.
I
I'm
don't
just trying.
understand the
I'm just trying to
problem
make
with
us complete as possible, bro.
Just go
We
for a
complete
back.
now, move. You just gotta
Look
be
at.
healthy.
Just keep
I'm
on
telling y'all,
playing who's
Kyle
playing.
Anderson is the nigga y'all want.
Why do I don't trust your opinion on Kyle Anderson? Because why do you keep
Nigga, you
saying
don't watch other teams. Nigga, like,
I'm
what the fuck
I'm
would you be
asking you
saying?
though. I'm gonna ask you why Kyle Anderson though? Like why him?
The nigga's 6'9", he can shoot and defend and push the pace.
Okay.
Man, come playoff time, PJ Tucker gonna be a good piece to have, bro.
Hell no.
What?
That nigga
Man,
that nigga
Man, PJ
and
play hard, bro.
situational but in situational, yeah.
Yeah,
Situational
in that situation,
standpoint,
he
yeah.
gonna play
PJ
hard,
Tucker
man.
can't, bro. PJ Tucker can't shoot the corner three no more, and
Yeah, he
athletically he
can,
just
bro. Yeah, he
declined.
can.
He can't
I
defend
don't
shit
think
no
the
more either.
advantage
All
that
right,
PJ
Moot.
just
Can
be
I ask you a
athletic.
question though, Moot? Where have the Clippers been struggling with against teams with size though, Moot? I'm waiting on this. I'm still waiting on you to say it. You've been saying
I
it
mean,
last night.
we're
Well, when we faced the Lakers, we struggled with
And the
size.
Nuggets
Moot,
too.
are
You
you
And the
you would
Nuggets
have
serious?
had
too.
Harden. You would
And the
have had
Nuggets
Harden
too.
playing the
We
game.
didn't even have Terrence Mann then.
And the Nuggets too.
So that was gonna fix us struggling against size
We
against the
beat the
Lakers.
Nuggets.
One regular season game. Every time the Nuggets play you guys, they kill you. Like, what are you
That's
talking
not the
about?
same, bro. We on Kim folk.
Nigga
All
brought
right, I
up
promise
Terrence
you this.
Mann.
If
Like
we
that shit
play the
crazy.
if we
Like
play
this
the
nigga the
Nuggets
savior.
again, if
If
we
you
play
play
the
the Nuggets,
Nuggets again,
uh-huh.
I'm confident saying we're gonna beat the Nuggets, bro.
In the
When we
playoffs,
play
right?
them again,
In the playoffs,
it
right?
don't matter. It don't matter.
It does
It don't
matter, nigga.
matter.
What are you
Bro,
So
talking
y'all
about?
gonna beat the y'all gonna
Outside,
beat the
okay,
Nuggets.
let me ask you a question.
How does
Hold
Jokic
on
go
a second. Hold on a
defend pick
second.
and roll, bro?
Hold on a second. Outside of Jokic, what size do they have? That we
Michael
don't
Porter
have.
is literally
That
fucking
we don't
6'10".
have now.
Porter, nigga.
And what's Paul George? So Paul
Paul George ain't
George,
the same
just
size as
mini me.
Michael Porter Jr., nigga.
6'9", 6'9".
Man,
Paul George
PG
not no
gonna
6'9",
cook Michael
nigga.
Nigga,
Porter
go
Jr.
look up the height of Michael Porter Jr.
You're
Then ask
right.
that
He said
question.
That
So
nigga
PG.
don't
so
play
I
no
ain't
so
gonna
defense.
I
so
ain't
what
gonna
you?
cap.
So let me get this
This nigga
straight. Let me get this
Go
straight.
look
Hold
up
on a
the height
second.
of
Let me get
Aaron
this
Gordon.
straight.
Then ask that question. Goofy
We
ass
don't
nigga.
got no size that can match up with Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon. That's what you telling me?
And
The nigga only
Jokic.
shoots.
Nigga,
The
PG
nigga only
six
shoots.
nine,
Michael
bro.
Porter
All in
Jr.
one
is
Stop
lineup.
it.
All in
I
one
mean,
6'11",
this
bro.
is
lineup,
stupid.
nigga. All
PG
in
ain't
one
no
lineup,
6'9",
nigga.
nigga.
Man, PG 6'8", 6'9", nigga.
He ain't no 6'9". He's 6'7",
Yeah,
6'7".
yeah,
Stop
he is.
it.
Why is
He,
6'8"
he's
PG
taller. He's
6'9"?
taller than
PG
Michael
is
LeBron.
Porter
Yeah,
He's
taller
Jr.
PG
than
is
taller than
literally
LeBron.
6'9".
6'11",
That nigga
6'10".
Michael
Like, what
Porter
are you
Jr.
talking
don't
about?
play big, nigga. All he
He's
do is
taller
shoot
than
jump
LeBron.
shots.
So
At
That
PG
nigga
all.
is
don't never
Hey,
taller than
attack the
Atlantic.
LeBron.
rim, nigga.
Hey, Atlanta. All you gotta do is press play on him. He ain't gonna do nothing.
All he gonna do is
He don't
shoot
like to
jump
put the
shots,
ball on
bro.
the
He ain't
floor.
gonna attack the
That's all
rim.
he wanna do.
So y'all
That's
beat the
all he
Nuggets in
wanna
the
do.
playoffs. That's what you saying.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
and I'm willing to
this
put my
guy is
money on him, my
funny.
boy. Yeah.
This
What you
guy's
want to put
Yeah.
on
hilarious,
it?
man.
Whatever you want to put on it. Put a number on it.
500. 500.
Cool.
Everybody remember
Man,
this
We'll
don't
see
shit.
trust
when we
that
see.
niggas, man.
I got
Don't
Nuggets
trust them
beating the
niggas.
Clippers in the playoffs
Don't
Hey,
too.
trust
hey,
these niggas, man.
500.
look. As long as they healthy, hey, look, you got my word.
As long as they
$500 bet.
healthy.
Yeah.
Okay, both teams gotta be
Both
healthy.
teams.
$500 bet.
Both teams
500
gotta be
bet.
here. I don't bet. I don't make no. I
Bet
just
good, nigga.
heard. No. Okay. We're gonna revisit this then,
Bet
bitch
we can
boy.
revisit.
Okay.
I
He's
wish
still mad
I
about the
wish Mark
rebound.
would have took my bet.
Yeah. Remember that now. Hey, say this, Mook. We're gonna revisit that. I'm gonna see if
Oh
he got
yeah.
really hard like that. Or he
What
gonna
the
skip out
fuck?
on time for a whole year like big
Man, you don't even know who you
what's my
talking
boy
about,
name?
bro.
Hey,
Big
Man,
to
no
be
Tice.
honest
team in the
though,
West gonna
Now you don't
take
even know who
to be
you
Clippers
honest
talking
more
though,
about,
than
nigga.
6 games,
I ain't
bro.
gonna cap the Clippers. The Clippers just got
Nah,
you
nah,
playing softly too as
nah,
well.
nah. Hold on, Showtime. He gonna pay. I remember he paid me $500 that he bet the Heat to beat the Nuggets. So
Oh,
he
Yeah.
gonna
okay,
pay.
well I'll take that word for it then, Mook. He
Yeah.
paid
Hey,
me. All
Tyree.
Uh-huh.
right,
Also,
cool. I want his
Tyree.
money then. I
Hey,
definitely
Tyree.
want his
Can
money.
I make a bet too, Tyree?
What up?
Who you got going to the Super Bowl?
I got the Ravens and the fucking 49ers.
Yeah.
Can I bet you some money that the Ravens not gonna make the Super Bowl?
Mm.
What you want to put
Ooh,
up?
who takes
What
him
you
out
want to
though?
put up?
So are you saying Lamar's a choker?
Hold on. What you want to put on it?
How much you want to put on the game?
500, nigga.
You want to bet 500?
500. I'm taking the Ravens to the Super
Bet.
Bowl this year,
Bet.
nigga. Bet good then, nigga.
No.
No, they got to win. They got to win the Super Bowl.
No, bitch. You say go to the Super Bowl.
Hold on. Who you got? Hold on.
500, nigga.
Who you got winning the
already
Super
bet,
Bowl?
nigga.
Who you got winning the Super
500,
Bowl?
nigga. 500. I got
Who you got
San
winning the
Fran
Super Bowl, bro?
San
Hey,
Francisco.
Mook, you gotta stop hating on Lamar Jackson, Mook. I mean, come on, Mook. Stop that.
Who you got winning the Super Bowl?
He is a
San
playoff choker,
Francisco,
though.
nigga.
To be fair.
I mean, if he ever had a team like this though, like
I don't think San Francisco is going to win the Super Bowl unless they face somebody else that's not the Ravens.
San Francisco got a good chance though. They got a
I
good
think
team.
I think I think San Francisco versus the Ravens will probably be their worst matchup because I don't think
I agree.
I don't
I
think
agree.
so. I don't think
I
so.
think the Ravens will get. I think if the
All right.
49ers come with their A game,
if if
Hey,
the
hey,
if the
hey,
Ravens if
Lenny,
the
hey,
Ravens
Lenny.
don't make the Super Bowl, it'll be 49ers
Yeah.
all the way, in my opinion.
Hey,
So I
Lenny.
bet good, Mookie. Yes
Hey,
or no, man?
what's up?
I'll
Answer the
let you know,
question,
Jay.
nigga.
I'll let you know, bro. I got to think
Uh,
about it. I'll let you know.
he.
I text you. I text you. You know I text
But
bet.
move, this my thing. This my thing though. Move. You overthinking it. Move. All the Clippers gotta do is stay healthy, bro. Like I said, bro. Like I don't see no look, bro. I like what we got both ends. We defend well. We rebound. Move the ball. Like Atlanta said, you talking about the Jokic now. They can't stop that pick and roll. That shit, bro. That shit contagious, man. I mean, that's our bread and butter. That Kawhi Leonard post up, they can't stop that, bro.
I ain't
They're
gonna
not even
cap
So
isolating that
that pick
much.
and roll. That pick and roll
You know
with
what's good too?
Harden and Zubac is
you. Yo,
pretty
why I
damn
ain't
good.
gonna lie. Why they don't run Kawhi pick and rolls?
yes, they
For
do.
Pick and
what?
pop.
He did
Pick
last
They
and
night.
pop.
No, they don't. They
they
don't do
do
that. They don't run Kawhi
He
pick and
pick and
roll.
pop.
at
Yes,
the
he
midi
did.
at the midi
They
yesterday.
don't
They did
run.
it.
They don't use Kawhi as a pick and roll ball handler no more.
Oh, you said Kawhi pick and roll?
Yeah,
Like
Kawhi pick and
Kawhi
roll.
pick and roll with somebody else? Like he's the
Yes.
ball handler?
Yeah.
Him and
He
PG
don't
do
have
it
to though.
sometimes.
He
Yeah,
don't have
exactly.
to.
I'm just saying, like,
But
even when Hard is not on the floor, they just primary play him off ball.
yeah, but he don't really have to me. Like let Paul George do a lot of that. Let Kawhi operate from the post. Let him space out. I like
Because
how
like
Kawhi
like
playing
let's
off the
let's
ball.
be honest.
I like what
Kawhi Leonard
Kawhi doing.
last year, and I looked at this on B-Ball Index. He was like top 5 in pick and roll percentile, bro. He's one of the leads. That's surprisingly crazy. He's like one of the league's best pick and roll ball handlers last year. So
Mook, if needed, he could do that. But Mook, I mean, look at how we smoking teams, man. I mean, we ain't even. Tyronn Lue already said though, like it's more plays he gonna add on, bro. We ain't even really
oh, he
got
said
to
that
them.
shit.
He
Yeah, he
always
said we
does
ain't
that.
really.
He always
Yeah,
does that. He never goes with his full arsenal in the regular season.
right, man. The Clippers
So
finna bust this shit
why we
open.
don't know, but apparently it's his way of playing, and I guess
Somebody said Clipper OKC would be interesting.
Oh no, we talked about that
They
last night.
said
No, the Clippers,
somebody
Clippers
somebody
spinners will beat
somebody
them.
said the Thunder. Somebody said the Thunder own us.
No,
the
they
Thunder
don't.
are
I'm not
probably
gonna lie.
are
If the
probably
Thunder get Laurie Markkinen, that's gonna be a tough matchup for you guys.
yeah. So that's gonna be a tough matchup for any team because they're
Yeah, I
But
agree. I
but
agree.
but dude,
they cook up well.
y'all gotta don't get too hype on these teams. Like, okay, bro, I don't trust them in the playoffs against certain matchups, bro.
And would you trust the
I was
Clippers
just
in the
I was just saying
They're
that
playoffs?
young.
last night,
It's because they're
huh?
young.
Do you
They
trust the Clippers in
young,
the
bro.
playoffs?
Clippers got experience, homie. I'm talking about a young team like OKC. Nah, bro, they young.
Okay.
But look
But
at
this
it.
my thing. See, look. So
All
you
they need
everybody
though is
keeps saying.
wins though.
But DJ, let me say that real quick, DJ. Everybody keeps saying, "Do we trust the Clippers?" Y'all act like the Clippers been choking the last 4 years. The Clippers they choked 1 year, and the rest of the year they haven't been healthy, bro. And 2021, what did we do?
Lost.
2001 seed Utah Jazz, um, in the second round after beating the Dallas Mavericks in the first round, and then Kawhi got hurt, and we still was able to make a competitive series out of the Phoenix Suns.
We
I
made
mean,
the
come
play
on,
in the
bro.
next year without Kawhi. Then the second season we lost Kawhi after game 2 versus Phoenix again. PG did not
Right. So
play.
yeah,
The main thing is the Clippers. People are always going to say we can't trust them in the playoffs because why? Because we think they're chokers. No, yes, in the past there were teams before the Kawhi era that were chokers. Got it. But now you're talking
right,
about in this era, the only time they choked was in the bubble, and that's still everybody's biggest debate
right.
after the season. Okay, so let's focus on right now. They're just not healthy. That's all it is. But if they're healthy, what's their excuse? Nobody's gonna ever say anything about their weakness. There was this dude on
Okay.
Twitter that talked about every team's weakness. That Minnesota, you don't trust them. You don't say why. You don't throw out any real facts about why you don't trust them. But
Okay. Let
that's
me
my.
ask you a question now. So you're saying if they're healthy, when have they been healthy?
They're healthy right now.
2020.
They're
It
healthy
was
right
That's
it
a
now.
had
big
been healthy in
question. I mean,
2020.
when have they been healthy in the
They're
But when they
postseason?
healthy.
was healthy,
They were
all right, I'm
healthy
gonna
in the
tell you like
bubble,
this.
and they weren't healthy these last 3 seasons. But
Like,
they're
just look at
healthy
the
right
track
now.
record, bro.
All
I
right, in
get it. No, I get that.
2021, they was healthy. What did they show you though? Like when they was healthy, what did they show you
It's not
in
about that.
2021?
2021.
Yeah, before Kawhi got hurt, what were they showing you though? Like they showing
Okay.
you that
What about
Man,
when
but
they
they
he
were
were
got hurt
healthy
though.
pretty much the
2020?
best
What
team
about
in
when
the
they were
West.
healthy 2020?
when they got
I
when they
mean,
were
look, it was the
healthy.
pandemic. A
Wasn't
lot of
wait,
things ain't go
didn't they
well,
When
man.
they
leave?
It's
no,
They
what it
won.
is.
let's keep it a buck. When they were healthy, they choked. They were chance
Mm,
away,
okay.
and that was it. Then you got people that got fired for it. They redid their roster, and that's it.
And then they
That's
Yeah.
it.
haven't been healthy ever since,
They
right?
And
haven't
by
been
the
Let
way,
me say
healthy.
that's
something
a
about.
whole
Let me
different
say something
coaching
about
style
Kawhi.
too. They had Glenn Rivers then. They got Tyronn Lue now.
Okay.
Two different
Let me say
situations, bro.
something
But
about Kawhi.
Okay.
the main thing is this. Yes, the bubble year is still real. They got it. We understand they blew their chance. Every Clipper fan that's not emotional about it will say we blew our chance. Understood. We got rid of the era then. That was Doc has blown so many leads with so many teams. We got rid of him. Got it. Now the main thing is not blowing leads. It's
Doc was
just
y'all
staying
coach last
healthy.
year.
Huh?
Doc was y'all coach last year.
We didn't blow anything last year. We were just hurt.
Okay, niggas,
Last
y'all
year we
ain't
were
do
just
shit
hurt.
Hey,
last year, and
hey,
Doc
y'all
didn't
don't think
coach shit.
Kawhi was just avoiding
What the fuck you mean
avoiding
we ain't
having
do shit?
surgery?
We were hurt. You didn't have
Okay,
P.
that's the
Exactly.
point,
That's the
nigga.
point, though. When are you guys ever healthy, though?
You're asking that as if every team is going to stay healthy, though.
Say, hey
That's the main
DJ, you
But
know
thing.
the problem is
specifically
DJ.
for you guys,
They
you
wasn't
guys are
watching the
never
But
Clippers.
healthy.
look at
That's what I'm
health.
But
saying.
Look at this. Wait,
DJ,
wait,
they wasn't
hold on,
watching the
hold
Clippers
on,
in 2 and 1.
look at this.
Go ahead, bro.
Every single NBA team is gonna be having the same issue of being healthy. You can't just
Exactly.
say that the Clippers
Oh,
are going,
brother.
oh, the Clippers got to stay healthy. Yeah, every team that's in the contender got to stay healthy. You take away Jokic, oh, the Nuggets aren't healthy. You take away LeBron, oh, the Lakers aren't healthy. You take away Tatum, oh, they're not healthy.
But
Health
does
is going
that
to be a
happen
concern
often?
for
Does that
the
happen
health.
often, my
Health is
guy?
going to be a concern. The healthiest
It
team
does.
wins. The healthiest
Okay.
team wins. That's why the Nuggets won. That's why Golden State won. That's why Milwaukee has won. Just because they're the better team, but also teams that got hurt have disadvantages in their playoffs.
And
That's
that's gonna
what
be the reason
happened.
why the Clippers never win one.
If we're not healthy,
Facts.
so you're hoping that we're not healthy. That's your biggest reason, though.
I'm not hoping
That's your biggest
anything. I'm
thing.
just going off of what I see.
That's
You
their
going off
only
of what
hope.
you experience, not what you're seeing right now.
Bro,
What are you
I'm
seeing
going
right
off
now?
of okay.
Their
So
only
Bro,
hope
what are
we're
you
is
only
seeing
Russ.
right
36
now?
Russ get
games
hurt.
What
in.
are you seeing right now?
We're not even halfway in the season yet.
I
We're
don't care.
36
What are you
games in.
seeing right now, though? That's what the fuck. That's what this question is
I'm
about.
not gonna
We're
lie, you're
not
playing
talking
very
about
good
last season.
basketball, but I know what's gonna happen towards the end of the
Do you
season, bro.
know or do you expect because of what you feel
Okay.
like is happening?
I'm sorry. I expect what's going to happen
Okay, then. So you don't
until I'm proven otherwise.
okay, we got that. Until proven
Man,
otherwise,
Kawhi look healthy, man.
the
For
main
real
thing is
this
this:
year.
if the Clippers stay healthy, there will be a problem. Let's just leave it at that.
Like the media says this all the time. The Clippers this, the Clippers that, if they stay healthy. Like it's the same narrative, the same story every single year. Like as Clippers fans, are you
So
guys not tired of it?
what are you complaining about? They're not wrong. It's the facts. Everybody knows that. So
And that's my
what do you?
point. When are they ever healthy? And that's why you're not going to win a championship.
No
Because
team is going to win a championship if their star player blows their
okay, but
ACL.
specifically for you guys, it's an occurring pattern. It's a pattern.
It's yes,
Mm.
it's bad luck. It's called just
Okay,
Bad luck.
so
Okay.
so when Kawhi says that this is the first time he's been healthy in the last 5 years, completely healthy,
Mhm.
like that's not
That's
a.
not a big thing. Like,
I
come
mean,
on.
Okay, he could say okay, saying it out your mouth is one thing, but your body could actually fail you.
No, but he had the
But
surgeries
Kawhi
though. He
knows his
had the
Okay.
body.
surgeries to get healthy. He
Okay.
needed to have
Kawhi knows his
surgery when he
body.
was
That's
limping it
that's
with the Raptors.
Okay.
So he finally had the surgery. Now he looked like a healthy Kawhi.
Okay.
just
We
we
still
just
have
got
how
to
many
look at.
games? How many games left?
It's what where they're
It's
22
still
and
it's
12.
uh-huh.
There's that's 40. I think that's 32, 34 games right there.
Yeah,
So they got
that's
like a good
few
40
more
plus.
months. That's still a gruesome season.
Yeah, it's still a gruesome stretch. We get
And
that,
have
but
you ever noticed like his injuries come towards the end of the season? I
the
think that's
best part
something.
the best part about this though is that the trade kind of helps mitigate that. That was kind of what the trade was for. Yes, we get it. You're putting Kawhi in a stance to where he's got to be like a power forward for majority of the time, but offensively, you kind of making it easier for him to where he doesn't have to do the work. You want more games like last night to be the constant thing to where Kawhi doesn't have to put up 20 plus points to win a game and they can still rest him. That's the main thing. You have all this potential, you have this coach, you have all this roster help. Play like you matter, play like you care every game, and don't let teams that get down. Like when you're blowing out a team at halftime by 16 points, don't make them come out in the second half thinking they still have a chance. If you have the mentality to go out there and kill them, then you should beat them teams before the fourth quarter even starts. Then you can rest your players. That's all it is. Take rest and just keep on playing.
And I
That's why
agree
you
with
got.
you.
That's why you
I
got
agree.
Harden. That's why you got PG. That's why it's great that Terrence is now hitting his shots more. The more these players step up in their roles and do what they're supposed to, the more you're going to have games to where Kawhi can rest. Then when you go deeper into the season and they're still doing that, guess what? He's rested that night. Oh, a back to back. Oh, he didn't. Bro, they didn't even play 30 minutes last night. That they didn't even play 30 minutes at all last night. Neither James, Kawhi, or PG played 30 minutes last night. That's huge. If they can rinse and repeat that throughout this entire season and stand on business, shit, back-to-backs won't be your problem. They could play every back-to-back if they want to now. And they've done that already because they've handled business and they've blown teams out and never gave them a chance to come back in the fourth. If they rinse and repeat that, they'll be fine.
Okay, I'll be watching. I mean,
you sound like you scared.
No, I'm not scared. But hey, I'm not gonna lie. I hope you guys blow us to smithereens tomorrow. Like I need Darvin Ham going.
So you want to blame it all on Darvin Ham?
With, though?
Darvin Ham is horrible with his rotations. Have you not watched him?
I've seen him. I've seen it, yeah. But I'm also asking, like, who do you replace him with? Like, who would you go for?
I mean, it's nobody we could really replace him with. Well, anybody is really a step up, but they're saying Phil Handy. I'm not sure how that's going to work, or
I heard
I don't
somebody
even
say
know
Doc
his. Nah. I don't trust Doc Rivers.
we
I
don't
really
either.
don't.
I don't.
I mean, me personally, if I was in the front office, I would go look at like
Somebody
Kenny
said the
Atkinson.
problem is somebody said the Lakers' problem is the GM, not the coach. LeBron is the worst GM in the NBA.
Yeah.
So if LeBron was the Lakers GM, Ty Lue would be our coach right now.
Hey, Brandon, you got to come in and
Yeah,
hop
but
in quickly
Ty Lue
explain this.
couldn't do nothing with his roster we have.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this roster is definitely overhyped. There are going to be trades made.
We
Like
got
I'm
three
not.
role players in the starting lineup, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark. What you got on the Clippers, man?
3 bench players. I ain't gonna say role players. 3 bench
What are you
players
saying?
starting.
Oh shit! You just added everybody from the Twitter Spaces. My God.
Yo, is that motherfucker? What's his name?
Yeah, it's me,
Is
DJ
that
nigga. Shut up, Mark. What up, bro? Fuck. I saw a scam on here. Now I'm seeing Mark on here. I'm like, what the fuck? I know that voice.
Hey, Mark. This guy said he don't believe in the Clippers because you can't trust Kawhi weak knees. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ooh.
He has to show us if he's healthy. That's we know everyone. You wouldn't deny that Kawhi's a great player. No one's going to deny that. But what we do know is Kawhi can't stay healthy, right? I'm a Kawhi fan, as you guys know, and I know that when it comes to the healthy argument, that's where I lose my case. Because he has to be healthy. We know how great he is. We've seen him be healthy. He's said it as well this season. He
But
said this is
Kawhi
his
not
first
even a
season.
top 10 player in the NBA though.
He not even better than Devin Booker this year.
Oh, okay. If you say so, I think if you ask all the if you ask all the GMs,
Hold
they're
on.
not going to
Kawhi is
put
better
Booker.
than Devin Booker. That's
We
okay.
don't.
Shut
No,
the
we don't
fuck
have.
up.
We don't have to do this. We don't. Have to do
There's
this.
nothing Devin Booker do better
We
than
don't
Kawhi.
have to. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it
No, he
is.
does not.
Yes.
Kawhi is a better
Yes, it is.
scorer, more efficient, way better
No.
defender, rebounder,
I don't know
more
about that
impactful.
scoring. No, I don't know about scoring. I don't know. He's not
He's
a better
scored more
passer.
efficient than Devin Booker
He's not
from
a
all
better
three levels.
passer. He's not a better playmaker.
He is a better passer than Devin Booker.
He doesn't
Devin Booker
pass the
struggles against
ball.
aggressive
He
defense.
doesn't. He doesn't.
Devin Booker struggles against aggressive
He
defense, passing out of
no.
double.
He don't.
Devin
35.
Booker struggled against
30,
aggressive defense.
35 on the Clippers. No KD.
Yeah. He also had
76%.
6 turnovers, bitch.
Yeah. I'm a blow a 20-point lead to one man.
He's a turnover machine.
Yeah, I'm a blow a 20-point lead to one
He's a
man.
turnover machine.
Outscored Paul George and
Yeah.
Quad on high.
What was Devin Booker doing before Chris Paul came in and saved him?
62%.
What was
What
Devin
has
Booker doing before Chris Paul
with the
came and
Clippers
saved him?
at all? What has
I'm just
Kawhi
saying,
did
like
with the Clippers at
Devin
all?
Booker
Out
is
of
nowhere
5
near
years.
this level.
I'm just saying, out of 5 years, what have we done
I'm
compared to
just saying,
y'all?
Devin Booker. Then Devin Booker got carried by Grayson Allen last
Did
night.
Devin Booker? Did
Grayson
Kawhi have a?
Allen dropped 30 points. Devin
Did
Booker not
Kawhi
even
have a
better.
60+ win team yet?
Devin Booker not even better than Grayson
Devin
Allen.
Booker said he led a 60+ win team though.
No. No, he
Kawhi,
didn't. It was
Kawhi.
Chris Paul.
No, it's Devin Booker. Devin Booker number 4
You said
MVP
Kawhi
voting
never
that
led a
year.
60-win team.
No,
Can I
I'm
mention you
talking on
about
the
the
Clippers.
2016 San Antonio Spurs?
No, can
Can
we
I
talk
mention
about
to
the
you about
Clippers?
the 2015
Can
2016
you
San
talk
Antonio
about the
Spurs?
Clippers after he
Can I
did
mention
that
to
out
you
of
the
5 years with
2016
the Clippers?
2017 San Antonio Spurs? Can I mention you to the Toronto Raptors team as well? What are you talking
Okay,
about, SFL?
Devin Booker beat y'all into playoffs already. Didn't he go to the
Because
finals?
that's because Kawhi was hurt,
Has he
dumbass.
actually hung a banner for his team in the last
Hold
5
on. Can I
years?
ask you a question? Has Devin Booker ever beaten a healthy team in the postseason? Name one.
Name a team who
Damn.
beat us healthy. Yes.
Okay, then you cooked,
Yes,
bitch.
we beat. I believe. Yes, we did. We beat. Yes, we did. We
Name
did.
me what team that y'all beat that was healthy.
We did. The Clippers.
They were not healthy, dumb bitch. You're cooked.
Kawhi's never healthy.
Okay, then. Paul George didn't play.
That's
You're
not my
cooked,
fault.
bitch. Okay. So you lied that y'all beat his team healthy. You lied.
Bro, wait, is he a Suns
Check
fan?
Yeah,
these.
SFL
Check
get
these.
cooked.
Check these. Check these last two
Wait,
3
wait,
years.
Hey, I'm
Mookie.
not
Check
gonna
these
lie. The
last
Bro,
two.
Suns.
What these last
Big,
two
are
3
you a
years been
Suns
looking
fan?
like?
Yeah, he's a Devin Booker
Hey,
fan,
hey,
Mookie. Same thing.
all
Oh,
we saying, hey, y'all ain't did nothing compared to us in the last 5 years, and
and
we
y'all
beat
still
y'all.
ringless. Both
Like we
teams
to
are
beat
still
y'all.
ringless.
Like we to
Congratulations,
beat
bro.
y'all in 2 different playoffs
Both teams are
already.
still ringless.
Devin Booker,
You blew
Devin
a 3-1
Booker,
lead in the playoffs and in the
Devin
finals.
Booker,
Then you blew. Luca owns
Devin
y'all just like
Booker,
we own y'all.
Devin
Oh,
Booker
that's
had
that bitch.
averaged damn near 40 points. He averaged
And
37
he still
points.
has no ring.
He was 3 points away from averaging 40 points last year
And he
on the
still has
Clippers
no ring.
on 60%.
And he's about to be by himself again.
The last person did that was close to that was Michael Jordan, my guy.
He's about to
Yeah,
be by himself again.
y'all, don't matter how much shit you talk about, my guy.
He's about to be by himself again.
You niggas, it ain't that nigga on that team better than Devin
Didn't we just blow
Booker,
y'all
nigga.
out?
No, bro. Y'all won by 8 points.
We would have y'all
Y'all
by a big
almost
number.
lost a 20-point lead to one man, bro. Devin Booker, bro.
No, we had y'all by a good
Best
margin.
shooting guard in the motherfucking league. Elite. The nigga passing nigga. The nigga this first year playing point guard, he didn't average 9 assists.
Best shooting guard in the league, and nobody wants him in the All-Star match. That's crazy.
The shit, I bet he be there. We know that he's the
Nah,
best shooting guard in
he's
the
not
league.
gonna be there. He's not gonna be there.
I
I
got
bet he
better
be there.
Hey,
options.
SFL.
I got
We
better
know
Fan,
who the
options
hey,
best
than a
shooting
SFL.
team
guard.
that has
Fans,
a
hey,
failed big
SFL.
three right now.
Fans didn't even vote Devin Booker to the
He's
All-Star
better
game. They
than.
don't even
That's
respect his whole
cool.
ass.
That's cool. He better than Curry. That's cool. He better than
No, he's
Curry.
not. Also,
What?
I got another stat
Don't
to
try
tell
to
you,
overrate
SFL.
Curry. Curry a
SFL.
hoe, nigga.
Where's Devin Booker on this list? The points on isolation plays the NBA leaders. James Harden and Kawhi is number 2, bro.
Look at y'all. Look at y'all super team. You feel me? But the thing is, y'all both on
Oh,
the same
now we're a
team. Don't
super
fall apart.
team.
Oh, now
No,
we a super
What,
team.
what,
no.
what the fuck does KD do to
James
Bradley
Harden,
Beal?
James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. All three will be in the All Star game with each other.
Rightfully so.
3 All Stars on the team. We have another MVP coming off the bench. We have Powell. You feel me? We already so called had the All State team.
Who? Who?
Oh, my bad. Poodle, whatever the nigga that was
Wait,
going
who?
Devin. Then
Did
I
you
thought
say
his
MVP?
I didn't know. I thought his name was Poodle because the nigga Devin Booker handled so bad last year in Terrence, man. Like I don't know this nigga's
Hold
shit.
on. Did he
Ah,
handle
my
him? Hold
bad.
on.
My bad.
Did
My
he
bad.
handle him when Norman Powell game
But
3 dropped 40?
what? Game 3 dropped 40. Okay. What
Yeah.
happened? What happened?
That
Then
Oh, y'all
Devin
got like
Booker.
60
are
free
we
Who
throws
really
dropped?
gonna
that
talk
game.
about the fact that they barely beat us
Yeah,
when
60
Did
free throws that game.
didn't the nigga average 37 points, nigga, on in a series against
bro,
you
y'all
niggas?
had
A
our
superstar.
bench point guard dropping
Y'all let
30
a
on y'all
nigga average
consistently.
37
Wait,
points,
wait, wait,
nigga.
wait, 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 wait. Mookie,
KD was KD
didn't
won
our
the
bench?
consistent that
Oh, wait. Mookie, didn't our backup point guard in Russell
everybody.
Westbrook just drop 30 on them? And now we're back
Everybody.
in a
37
healthy
points.
Kawhi, a
Everybody.
healthy Paul George, and a
Everybody.
healthy James Harden.
Everybody. 37 points on 60%, man.
I'm
Do y'all
confused
hear
on
that?
what you think is gonna happen.
When the
Facts,
last time we
man.
seen
They
that?
only
Michael Jordan.
the Clippers are not a super team. They only have one superstar. James Harden is
No,
not a superstar in
no,
Paul George
no,
organization.
no, no. It don't have
Yeah,
no.
he's
It don't
Yes,
have
washed.
they are.
nothing.
I thought James Harden was
Yes, they
washed.
are.
No, it's not. No, who said James Harden was washed? He was just
There's so
averaging
many people that
No,
say
no,
20.
no, no.
James
He,
was
James
washed.
Harden was
That's
not a
crazy.
top 20, 30 player as a
listen,
team.
listen. It don't have nothing to. It got to do with the overall team, the overall talent.
Okay, so
You have three. You
name me.
have
Hold on. Name me the other superstar
This,
that the Clippers have.
listen. No, it's not based off. Stop trying to make your own
Name me the
definition
other
for what a super
superstar that the
team is.
Clippers have.
Yeah, I didn't say nothing about y'all having one superstar, two superstars, two stars, three superstars. I have you see you have multiple all NBA, all defensive players that
Can I
are
ask you a
playing
question?
elite.
So by
Listen,
your logic, the
Hold on,
Warriors are
listen.
a
Let me
super
no,
team. The
no.
Suns are a
Let me
super
finish.
team
Don't
as
say by
well.
my logic. Don't say by my logic, because the nigga ain't let me finish my motherfucking
Okay.
logic, nigga. Before you try to interrupt me and try to make it seem like I'm saying what the fuck I'm not, nigga. Let me
go
say
ahead.
my shit. I interpretate my shit
Go,
all the way, nigga.
All right,
go
nigga,
I
ahead,
talk.
do
bro.
I have
Talk.
to say it slow? You
Nigga,
feel me?
talk.
Look. I said three. You have multiple all NBA, all league selection
Name me the
players.
multiple.
Listen. There are three
Can you
right
name
now.
me the
On
multiple,
three right
SFM?
now. Listen, it's three right now on the team that's playing at an
Okay,
elite
do you know
level.
James
That's
Harden? Hold
playing
on,
at an
SFM,
elite.
SFM. I
Listen,
gotta ask you something.
listen, listen. Let me finish.
SFM,
And
SFM.
y'all will all be in
Hold
the
on,
all.
SFM. Do you know James Harden, Kawhi, and Paul George did not make all NBA
Yeah.
teams last year?
Listen. That's cool. I said
So
fucking
where's
here.
the
Y'all,
All NBA
all
team?
three will be in
Well,
the
they didn't
All
make an
Star
All
game, my guy.
NBA team last year,
All
SFM. That's a
three.
No, they
casual
won't.
take.
Listen,
No, they won't.
it's not
No, they
about
won't.
last year. It's not
No,
about
they won't.
last year. It's not about
Okay,
last year.
so
We know why.
are you
And
telling me
you know why?
James
Because
Harden's
Paul
not an
George.
All NBA? As much as
Because
you
one of
give
the
James
reasons
Harden
Paul
credit,
George
he's
had
not an
got
All
hurt.
NBA player. Neither is
Paul
Paul George,
George
and
had
neither is
got
Kawhi.
hurt. Paul George had got hurt. Kawhi Leonard has went through his little phases of injuries, and I forgot when he
Kawhi
came
played
back.
50 games last year. He was not an All NBA
Okay,
player.
50. Okay, 50. That's not
James
enough
Harden
games
played
for
like
him to be an
70
All
games
Star.
last year. He
That's not
wasn't an All NBA player.
that
What's your
wasn't
point,
enough games for
SFM?
him to be that. Listen, that wasn't even enough games for Kawhi to be an All Star, All
Oh,
NBA.
hold
Paul
on,
George was hurt.
If that's
Paul George was
not
hurt
enough
too.
games,
But
SFM. If that's not enough games, then tell me how LeBron
what did
James
James
played
Harden
less
do?
games. SFM. If that's not enough games, tell me why LeBron James played less games and he still made an All NBA team.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Because
Okay, then
That's
so
comparisons,
like that's a dumb
BS.
point what you
but
said.
but that's off a name. Like that's most off for
Okay,
reputation.
Hey,
That's
hey,
most
my
off for
point is to sit there
reputation.
and say this. You can't sit there and say they're all NBA players when
They
none of
are.
them made an All NBA team last year, bro.
Well, they were hurt,
Even a year
bro. They
before
were
that, they didn't
hurt,
even make an
bro.
All NBA team, bro.
Listen, bro. You have three All Stars. They are finna be three All Stars on the
But
same team.
hold
This
on.
is
But
predominantly.
That's a
Listen,
film.
bro.
The only person that
Can't
made an
say,
All Star team was Paul George. James
nigga.
Harden didn't make an All Star team in Kawhi. So
Listen,
name me
just
the three
say,
All Stars.
okay,
SFM.
just say this,
Hell, you getting cooked,
just say
bro.
this, because I've been wanting you to say this. Just say Kawhi had to stack the deck, nigga. Just say it, nigga.
so did Kevin Durant, nigga.
And so did
Nigga,
Kevin Durant, and
but
so did
listen,
Devin Booker.
hey,
Devin Booker
5
Right.
stacked the
years
deck as
he didn't
well,
have
Devin
to
nigga.
Booker
five.
stacked the deck
It
too.
didn't
What are you
take
talking
Kawhi
about?
five.
Yeah.
It didn't take him to 5 years to win
Devin
and go
Booker
to
stacked
state
the
though.
deck too.
It didn't take him 5 years. It took him
So why are
two
you
motherfucking
deflecting?
Devin
years.
Booker stacked the
Fuck is you
deck
talking
Devin
too as
about?
Booker
well,
and
nigga.
Kevin Durant
Nah,
stacked
this
the
ain't no
deck.
stacking though. Name our bench. Talk about our role players. Let's
Oh
talk
my
about our role
God.
You
players.
got
Did you
Grayson
Compared to y'all.
Allen come off the
did
bench
you
and get
forget
you
that you got
35
Bradley
points,
Bill?
bro.
Hey, then y'all just had the most stacked team last year,
You
but the
had
year
Bradley
before
Bill
that.
who's giving you.
Then y'all
You
just had
got
the
Bradley.
most
Hold on.
stacked
You
team
got Bradley.
in the
Hold on.
year
I'm
before
telling you,
that.
I got. You got Bradley Bill who's averaging what 25 games since coming back for the injury. You have Devin Booker who's
For
averaging 27 and Kevin Durant averaging 30. That's the definition of a super team. You're
That's a
listen,
cooked.
super team.
listen. Bradley Bill numbers had just one. Bro, stop it, bro. Name I
He
was talking about
averaging
our whole
25
team,
since he
bro.
came back.
Now y'all trying
SFM.
to act like y'all ain't got Russell Westbrook,
Russell Westbrook who's averaging
Poodle,
8 points a game. What are you talking about?
Poodle. Listen, let me finish.
Poodle?
Let me
We
finish.
don't have Poodle. What are you talking about?
Nigga Poodle, nigga Powell, nigga. I told you, nigga Devin Booker made that boy. I forgot his name, nigga. So that's the only name I came up with,
Powell.
Poodle,
Who is
nigga. Cause I
Powell?
ain't know how to pronounce it. Powell, whatever the
Who
fuck
is
his name
Powell? We
is,
don't
nigga.
have no
He's a
Powell.
poodle, nigga. He's a poodle, nigga. I don't know, nigga. I just know Devin Booker made him look like a poodle, nigga. The fuck I couldn't pronounce
Just
his
like
last
Luka
name,
Doncic
nigga.
made him a poodle.
Hey,
That's like Luka Doncic. Oh, that's like Luka Doncic made him a poodle bitch in a game
yeah,
7
when Devin Booker choked on his foot.
Yeah, it's okay. It didn't go game 7 with us, and two out of two series, two playoff meetups. It didn't
Luka
go
Doncic
7
won a
games with
less
Devin Booker.
forecast.
We closed y'all out
Luka
at 6 or
Doncic won a
5
less
every time.
forecast
We close the Clippers out.
Made Devin Booker look like a bitch.
Devin Booker. Hey, Paul George is a bitch, nigga. Tell him come guard Devin Booker, nigga. Scary ass, nigga. Scary ass,
Devin
nigga.
Booker.
He's a bitch,
Paul
nigga.
George better than Devin Booker, bitch.
Nigga on me, bitch. Paul George
Paul
not
George
fucking with
better than
Devin Booker, nigga.
nigga.
Hey, Paul
What does
George
Devin
can't.
Booker do better than Paul
one
George?
thing,
Nigga?
you know one thing Devin Booker say that Paul George can't never say in his career.
That's the film.
He
Can I ask you a question?
Paul George can't. Go ahead.
I'm about to obliterate as a film, bro. As a film, who's better,
I'm finna
KD or
hurt you
Kawhi?
when I say this.
Let me ask you something. Who's better, KD or Kawhi?
Why are we doing this, bro? You know who I'm gonna say. You talking about this year, my nigga? We talking about this year, nigga. This year, nigga. This year it's Kevin Durant, nigga. It's not no. I don't want to debate about this, my nigga.
That's cool. Who's better, Devin Booker or Paul George?
Devin Booker.
Okay, cool. Who's better, Bradley Beal or James Harden?
James Harden.
Okay, so two out of your players are better than two of our players out of our big three as well, right? How is not a fucking super team when you got two of your players are better than two of our three players as well, and also y'all beating us out in production. How y'all not a super
Let's
team?
talk about the rest of the teams.
Damn,
Let's talk about the rest of the teams. You said it trying to base it off the.
I set your ass up.
Instead of trying to talk about these three motherfuckers,
You fell in the trap.
Trying to talk about these three
motherfucking
these three motherfucking players, nigga. Bradley Beal, nigga, speaking my nigga, he just coming off a back injury, nigga. Have he even played 10 games?
SFL sat there and said that the Clippers are a super team, yet the Phoenix Suns, two out of their three trio is better than the Clippers trio as well.
Booker's better than
Listen, bro. Listen. It's multiple teams, nigga, got multiple players better than Paul. Nigga, it's multiple teams that got multiple teams better than Paul. Man, listen. It's multiple teams that got multiple players better than Paul George and my goddamn Kawhi Leonard. Nigga, I can say that about multiple teams, nigga. That don't make them a super team.
Name them, nigga.
Nigga, let's be honest, nigga. Let's be honest, nigga. Like, let's be honest, nigga. Like, let's be honest, nigga. LeBron and Anthony Davis both better than Kawhi and LeBron, nigga. Y'all mean Kawhi and Paul George, nigga. Anthony Davis is better than Kawhi and Leonard, nigga. Yes, for shit show, nigga. Anthony Davis is better than Paul George, nigga. For shit show, nigga. And LeBron, based off this year, nigga, has been better than Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Nigga, yes, nigga. Is they a super team, nigga? Yes. No, nigga, that ain't no lie, nigga. That ain't no lie, nigga. That's a fact, nigga. That's a fact, nigga. Stop it, nigga. Y'all nigga just start getting a little hot, nigga. Get your little groove on. You starting to get your groove on. This shit, calm down. You just saying that Kawhi was washed about 3 weeks ago, my nigga.
SFL, Kawhi is more efficient than goddamn LeBron James, bro. And the scoring volume is almost identical.
They're both efficient.
No, Kawhi is more efficient. Way more efficient than LeBron. And on top of that, bro,
there's no such thing as way more efficient.
And on top of that, Kawhi's give you way more defensive value than LeBron. LeBron is one of the worst defenders in the fucking league.
Man, stop it, man. Listen, man. Man, what is you talking about, man? Like, is you serious right now, bro? Like, bro, stop, bro. This nigga here be capping, bro. This nigga here averaging what? What he averaging? 25. What he averaging? What he averaging? What? Listen, Kawhi don't do.
SFL, you already got cooked. SFL, you already got
James Harden changed the team, nigga.
SFL, you already got cooked when you said
Kawhi ain't started y'all off winning, nigga.
Hey, hold on, SFL.
Yes, he did. They were 3-2 before they got
nigga, they was struggling, nigga. James Harden.
They were 3-2 before they got James Harden. That's winning.
SFL, you already got cooked when you sat there and said that the Clippers are a super team, and yet I asked you to who's better. I asked you, the Clippers are a super team, but yet your son's trio,
you got cooked.
Two out of their players are better than the Clippers trio.
All right, the Lakers, two out of their three players better than y'all too, nigga. On the Lakers, nigga, is they a super team? 2 out of their 3, nigga. You don't want, nigga. That's a fact, nigga. Stop trying to ignore that, nigga. Stop. Yes, they is, nigga. Yes, they is, nigga. Anthony Davis is better than Kawhi Leonard and motherfucking Paul George, nigga. LeBron James is better than Kawhi Leonard and motherfucking Paul George, nigga. What y'all talking about? The fuck is wrong with these niggas? The fuck is wrong with these niggas?
What does Tyler, can you tell me what this SFL has between light skin
niggas that play just like Kobe. Like, you think it's weird? Do you think
Nigga don't,
weird?
hey, bro, stop saying that, bro. Nigga don't play just like Kobe. A
Nah,
nigga don't play nothing. It ain't nigga on. It ain't a nigga that'll touch the NBA court. Niggas before Kobe or after Kobe. Nigga that play like Kobe. Nigga, so nigga talking about just like Kobe. Nigga, don't just.
SFL got
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, he got an
Tyler, you
allegiance
know
to the
SFL
light
is
skin
light
community
skin.
because he light skinned and shit. Like, he
Yeah,
got to
that's
take it for the light skinned boys and shit.
And guess what? And you a pink pussy pearl brown, nigga. Yeah, nigga, that's your skin tone, nigga.
Nigga, you don't like pink pussy, nigga?
Pink pussy pearl brown, nigga. That's your skin
You don't
tone.
like that? You don't like your pussy pink?
Bro, what kind of name?
That's your
What kind of
skin
name
tone.
is
So
that?
you got a pussy. So you got a pussy. That what you saying? You got this nigga this
Bro,
nigga
what kind of
tirade,
conversation
man.
y'all having now?
Nah, I told him that was his skin tone, nigga. He talking about some other shit.
So
Nah,
SFL, you being a colorist because you mad because he darker than you and you like lighter nigga.
Yeah, he mad he can't get no light skinned bitch. That's
nah.
you
I
gotta fuck with the dark
said,
skin hoes.
listen.
You upset because you gotta fuck with the dark skin hoes because you light skinned.
Listen. I said
That's what you upset about, nigga.
nah.
You mad because you gotta fuck with them
Hey,
brown booty
I
hoes.
fuck where I like. She might be chocolate. She might be
You gotta
light
fuck
bright.
with them dark
Hey,
skin
she
hoes and
might be
brown
light
booty
bright.
hoes, nigga. That's
Hey,
why you mad, nigga.
listen.
You
She
mad because
might
you can't get no
she
pink
might
camel
be
toe,
light
nigga.
bright, almost white. You feel me? As long as she
Yeah.
bright, she my type.
Yeah,
You
you
feel me? I
upset
don't
that
give
you
a fuck
gotta
if
fuck
she
with them
black,
chocolate hoes
white.
with blue
The bitches, she
brown
looking
booty hoes,
good.
nigga. That's
She
what you
can
mad
get
about.
in with me. You feel me? I'm with Hawaiian, Caribbean.
SFL fuck with fat bitches.
Hey, SFM, I'll be out there
I don't fuck
in
with
2
fat
weeks, SFM. I'm gonna come fuck with you.
You gotta come fuck with me, man.
I'll be out
He
there.
not in no Hawaii, nigga.
Nah, he in Houston, nigga.
Mook say we gonna come out here, come fuck with me and shit. The
Man,
nigga,
I
Mookie
did,
ain't
but
never
you
been
didn't.
to
You didn't
Houston.
answer. You didn't answer
Mookie
your
ain't never
phone.
been to Houston, bro.
No, I did went to Houston. He was
He
no.
ain't never been to
hit up.
Houston, nigga.
I hit up SFL. I called SFL. He ain't never answered, bro. So I said,
he
"Fuck
wasn't
it."
in Houston.
That
His
nigga
phone was off.
scared to link, bro.
Who phone was off, Mingle?
SFM?
Oh yeah, his
Yeah.
phone was off.
Damn, SFM.
Man, nigga, my phone wasn't off, nigga. Shit,
Your
hey,
phone, hold on.
You don't say
Your phone get cut off,
hey,
nigga.
Mingo, I've been since I realized, my nigga, this whole time, nigga, because I've been hearing that echo in your background for a long time now, nigga. You
Got
been
no
living in the
furniture, huh?
basement for a minute, my nigga. Did you ever get up out of there, my nigga? I ain't never heard a TV, a squeak in that bitch or nothing, nigga. Every time you talk, it's an echo in that motherfucker. So I'm just
Oh,
asking, did you make it
Mingle, that
out,
nigga
my
said you
nigga,
ain't got
them
no
brick
furniture,
walls?
bro. Mingle, that nigga said you ain't got no furniture, dog. That's crazy, nigga.
That
That
nigga
nigga said you got a blow up mattress and shit, nigga.
nigga, did you? I'm just saying, my nigga, you need to start living like that, my nigga. You need to stop living
Damn,
like
come
that, my
on, Mingle.
nigga.
You gotta cook that nigga, Mingle. Say it
Come
ain't
on, my
so,
nigga.
man.
You got too much money for that, my nigga. Why you so cheap, my nigga?
No, Mingo do got that bread. Yeah, I don't know why that nigga so cheap.
He talking about me. Look at 2-5 from the nigga that Savage Junior. It's Salvation
Hey.
Army. Nigga. Y'all niggas cheating,
Mingo at
bro.
the
Y'all
Salvation
fucking.
Army.
Y'all
And
funny.
Mingo, how much money you got in your bank account?
No, Mingo got that bread.
Man, I ain't gonna say
But
that.
Tyree, why
What
you
up?
exposed Melo Riley like that? Why you made him leave the group chat, bro?
That nigga kept
That's
talking that
crazy.
money talk and then want to put up how much money he had.
When this was today?
It was on the
No,
Telegram. Hey,
this
you trying to tell me?
happened.
Look,
This happened like a couple days before you rejoined the Telegram group chat, right? This nigga Melo and Tyree was going at it about money and shit like that on Telegram, right? So this nigga Tyree was showing them like all types of like screenshots and pictures about his bank account and shit like that. He told that nigga Melo show some racks. That nigga Melo didn't even show that shit. He left the group chat for that shit, bro. That nigga Melo ain't got no money like that, man. He be driving Ubers and fucking got me asking mama for rides to go to
hey,
work.
he
Man,
tried
you
to
got
clown
my nigga
me.
Melo fucked up,
Hey,
man.
hey,
My
hey,
nigga
SFM. He tried to clown me because I had over 30-something thousand saved with the mortgage, 3 kids, and a wife, and he a single nigga with no responsibilities with only 10,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Getting his ass cooked. Nigga, I got more
Damn, Melo,
responsibilities
you
than that.
down
Nigga, I got
bad,
a
Melo,
wife and
bro.
3
that
kids,
nigga
nigga,
like his days
with
in the
with
bricks.
with a mortgage and everything, nigga. What the hell you talking about?
So, Tyree, what do you think Melo do? Like, do you think he stay in the house and then just play 2K
Nah,
all
he a
day and smoke weed?
fisherman. Nah, that nigga, he go fishing and shit. He try to sell fish tails and shit. You know what I'm saying? He go to the local market and sell fish scales. That nigga ain't got
Fish
no
skills.
bread. Yeah, that nigga ain't got no real job. And nigga go right there to the bridge, throw his cast, catch a few fish, and go sell that shit to the market.
Wait, what's a real job to you though?
What you mean a real job, nigga? Better than that, nigga.
I mean, some people might want to do that for a living.
Nigga, that's equivalent of collecting cans, nigga, and taking it to the junkyard.
I know, but there's people out there that want to do that for a living.
So what you do for a
I'm just
living?
saying, I'm a civil design engineer.
What's that?
It's basically an architect.
So
Well,
that's a real job.
yeah, that's a real job, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still in school too. I'm 24. I'm getting